Hey, hello everybody. Thank you to the 20 plus people already here. I appreciate you. Give me 1 second to fix that crazy chat box that is absolutely massive right now. Give me a second. Why is aha, there we go. Almost got it fixed. Hunter, I see you said it's wild to do a top 30 right next to Brago's top 30. Hey, look, we have to plan these in advance. It's just, it is what it is. Um, but yeah, it's cool. I appreciate all the people that are here already. This is a good amount already, so appreciate you guys. All right, that looks like the chat box is fixed for the most part. All right, everyone, thank you for coming to the, I guess, inaugural on my channel, top 30 strongest in One Piece stream. I've seen Brago as mentioned, and also King of Lightning, and plenty of other people do these, pretty much every year. So I definitely wanted to do one myself. Now that I'm on YouTube and everything, so I appreciate everyone for stopping in. I think it's going to be a really good stream, even just based off the little bit of discussions that we've had. So. As you guys have probably seen, we have some great YouTubers with us today. We have, I guess it's not really in order of how I listed it, but we have Marshall D. Preach here. We have that One Piece Talk. We actually have two representatives coming. Larry's coming as well, but he'll be here later. But we have Seb here, and then Kev and Dyer. And so it's going to be an awesome stream, I think. And so the way this is going to work is, and they'll get to introduce themselves in just a second, but the way this is going to work is we're going to go 5 at a time. So we're going to go, like, I'm going to give my 30 through 26. Preach is going to give his 30 through 26, and we're just going to go down the list, and then we're going to move up and go 25 through 21, I guess, and just kind of keep going 5 at a time. So that way we can kind of talk about, things as we go, as opposed to, kind of doing a whole list and kind of bouncing around. So that's kind of the setup for today. And then, of course, at the very end, I'm going to set up a straw poll so you guys can vote on who had the best top 30. So without further ado, I'm going to let all of our contestants, I guess, introduce themselves. So let's go ahead and start with Preach, since he's next on the Excel list up there. So Preach, go ahead and introduce yourself. I'm sure they know who you are, but
Hey man, yeah, I'm just really excited to do this and get my top 30 list out there. I'm not too into power scaling, but I've done it a few times before. But just wanna thank Def for letting me on the stream, man. And you can find me at Marshall D Preach on YouTube and Twitter as well.
Appreciate you. And then Seb, if you want to represent that One Piece Talk on the list and introduce your own channel as well as that One Piece Talk, if you want.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I am Signature Seb of that One Piece Talk. As Dak just alluded to, I do have my own channel. It is the Signature Seb channel on YouTube, where I'll be dropping One Piece and other manga content in 2023. But mostly, you guys can find me on TLPT. We go live every Monday at 6 p.m. I know we butt heads with Dak's stream on Monday, too. Don't think I forgot Dak. But we do other events throughout the week. We do a Wednesday power scaling stream, which is fun. We did one last night. They call them the Davies Dark Tournament, where we pit some of your favorite One Piece fighters against one another. And we have you guys join us in a Discord similar to what we're doing now to debate on who you guys think will win. It's really fun. It lets us interact with the community. And in general, we do chapter reviews on Fridays, but we try to do as much as possible. But yeah, Signature Seb from that One Piece Talk. Larry will be coming later. And for those of you asking, me and Larry didn't actually work together on our top 30. It's my list. Larry's going to probably yell at me for some of the decisions that I've made. So enjoy that for those of you who do know the dynamic between me and Larry. But it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm glad to be here. And hopefully I win this time. I had Dak on a fantasy draft. And I think he took the W that one.
I took the W in the first round of voting, but then we did another round where you could only pick for one person, and then Par took the win. So a little rigged,
I don't know how Par won, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, and yeah, that One Piece Talk is a great group of guys. They do a lot of fun stuff. Definitely check out the channel. All right, Kev, you're next on the list. If you want to go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Kev, the OG, Kev Dog. Versatile names for a versatile game, and I am not a power scaler by any means. I'm gonna let you know this right now. My first list was considered one of the worst power scaling lists my friends have ever seen, but we got it corralled in a bit. It makes a lot more logical sense, you know. And it's gonna be spicy. You know, I've never done anything like power scaling before in my life. I'm really looking forward to it because you know we got some great creators here, and it's gonna be a huge mess, and I'm gonna love every second of it. But if you want to check me out, I do One Piece stuff. I've also been doing JoJo stuff because JoJo's coming back next year. It's gonna be fire, and yeah, make sure to check it out if you find any of this interesting or thinks my takes are trash, which they might be. So yeah.
Yep, I do know a couple of the takes, and I can tell you it's definitely going to get spicy later on. That's for sure. So, Dyer, if you want to go ahead and finish it off.
Sure, yeah. Dire Regulus. I'm also mainly a theorist. I have long-form theories on YouTube. Dire Regulus is the channel. On TikTok, I'm Dire_Regulus. Have some a bit crazier ideas that I don't want to dwell on over there that are fun to see too. Pretty much the small bean rookie here tonight, but hopefully I'll gain a few new fans that are going to want to join my crew and subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, if you hate it that bad, like Kev said, just go tell me. It's fun, the interaction too.
There you go. Yeah, and for those who might remember, in some of my biggest videos, I shouted out Dyer because Dyer had some great thoughts on especially Davy Jones, which really helped me, you know, inspire a lot of the stuff in Lafro Tale. So Dyer is a great creator with some really good ideas. We talk a lot, and he actually has a recent emu video, which I know I've talked a lot about emu on the channel, but if there is another emu theory that I want to see, it's definitely his. So after the stream, go check out his Den Emu Shi theory. I don't know if that's the actual name, but that's what I thought in my head.
Not the name, but it's the most recent video. It's the one with the snail on
it. Yeah, you'll see
it.
You'll see it. You'll see it. All right. Anyway, so thank you guys, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. I do want to try to kind of keep things moving so this doesn't take too long because at least from the ones I've watched in the past, I know these can go forever. Obviously, if we have some good debates, I'm gonna keep it going, but definitely want to try getting done at a reasonable time. And just want to go through some other rules real quick, just so you guys know. There is no emu. I think the rules are in the description on YouTube. They should be. No emu, no Gorosei. The Seraphim get one shared position instead of ranking them all separately or anything. We're not ranking Vegapunk, and we're not ranking any dead characters. And Kaido, Big Mom, and Sabo, we're just going to assume that they're alive for the sake of argument, although it's kind of, up in the air. And so that's generally the setup, and it's going to be done as if they were fighting, now, or, if they're injured, obviously they assume they're healthy, I guess, for the sake of argument. But that's generally the gist of it. But we're actually going to start with 3 honorable mentions that so the way I told him to do it was we're not going to do a 31 through 33 or 31 through, whatever. It's just going to be honorable mentions, dark horse candidates, you could say, that are, sneakily strong but not deserving of the top 30. So people you just want to give a shout out to that you think, don't get a lot of respect in the power scaling department, I guess. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my first 3. And my very first one is Magellan. And now Magellan might be on some people's lists, and I would totally respect that. And the reason why I want to bring up Magellan is because he is a victim of the pre-hockey era. And he is supposed to be stronger than Shiryu, supposedly, because, Shiryu kind of, got, jailed by the government or whatever, but there seems to be, an even kind of, debate between them, they were both kind of wardens or upper-level people or whatever, right? But Shiryu's, the right-hand man of Blackbeard now, so he gets a lot of love, and it's Magellan, if he had hockey, he'd be way higher, right? So, him and Shiryu's relationship, and look where Shiryu is now. I also think Magellan's probably awakened, so... the next person I want to say is my honorable mention is Kobe. Now, Kobe just hasn't been shown enough, but, obviously he has been captured by Blackbeard. And I think at some point, we're going to see Kobe is a lot stronger than we think, probably because he has Conqueror's Voice of All Things, all those special things that special people have in One Piece. So I just want to give a shout out to him, but I didn't think he was deserving of the top 30 yet. But he will be there before the end of the story. I'm 100% confident. And then my last choice, I know this is going to sound super risky, but I'm going to go with Tama. And the reason I'm picking Tama is because Tama is one Kibi Dango away from having ancient weapons at her control.
Oh
All
my
right.
God.
So
Yeah.
Tama is my other honorable mention because she could literally be top 10 if she just had the right people under her. And I know you could say that for a lot of people, but I'm just thinking like literally 1 to Zunisha, and who knows what we're talking, right? So those are my 3 honorable mentions. So
Only Dak, man.
what you guys don't like the Tama pick? You guys got an issue with Tama?
Tama
No, Tama's
almost
it.
made your top 30, man. I want you
Hey,
to know that. That's what
Hey,
you said.
I
Really?
like I said, part of the stipulation is they weren't deserving of the top 30. I didn't say how close.
Okay.
But all right.
Awaken
Anyways,
Tama's gonna be crazy.
Awaken.
Tama.
Hey, you got to watch out for a
Awaken
future
Tama?
theory on the channel
Top
about
one.
Awaken
That's top
Tama.
one.
Awaken Tama might be top 1.
Awaken Tama in the past, but hey, we'll talk about that later though. But Preach, go ahead and give us 3 honorable mentions.
All right, so for my first honorable mention, it's from Wizard of Wars. He helps me run the channel, and he does half the videos on the channel. But he's been telling me that Croc is gonna be super busted in the final saga. He's been hyping him up for me, and he's just saying like Croc has a crazy bounty right now. We don't even know how he got that. We don't know what he did in the last couple years to get that hyped up. So for that one, I go with Croc. After that, I have Doflamingo, because I just think Doflamingo after Dressrosa he was underrated because he had Conqueror's Hockey, and the bird cage to me was the most broken thing I ever seen at that time. And then for the final pick I have NL, just because it's like Skypiea, it was so far in the past now, but I feel like if NL came back, bro, I feel like he was dropping lightning nukes on all of Skypiea, bro. He was just completely broken for that time. And if he did come back, if he had already know he had the best observation hockey, but if he came back with like ornament hockey or something crazy, if it awakened his devil fruit even more, I feel like NL could be really strong and underrated right now.
Yeah, NL was actually in my top 30 last year. I'm not going to give any spoilers about this year, but
I mean, yeah, the 3 just said could literally be argued in a top 30. I'm pretty sure.
exactly. That's why I was like, man, I don't know if these people are going to get ranked. I just got to say them, And NL, I think, is one of those. I mean, he's probably going to get ranked. I bet you one of the people here, but no, I think when NL comes back, it's because like he's also, I think, somewhat of a victim of the pre-hockey era because he kind of had hockey in the pre-hockey era. So who knows what he's going to be like later. So I like that pick for sure. Was that 3 or was that 2?
Yeah, that was my 3.
That was
Doflamingo and
That's
Croc.
right. That's right. All right, great. Seb.
All right. I mean, my 3 are basically like the 3 that I wanted to rank them, but I just kind of couldn't based off of little knowledge, or just where I just don't think they're stronger than the people that I have above them here. So number 1, Lucky Roo. I wanted to put Roo on my list so bad because I like him, but it's like based off what other than the fact that he's Shanks' man am I putting him there? So I did want to give him an honorable mention. Magellan was on my list, so I'm not going to mention him. I have a couple more here. Weevil. Weevil did not make my top 30, but again, he might be top 30. It's just a matter of the fact that I just haven't seen anything from him really.
Great honorable mention pick.
Yeah. And Jinbei. And I know some of my fans are going to come for me about that one. I have a history with the fish people. But he just barely didn't make the top 30 for me. But I love the guy. I do love the guy.
A bit distraught right now.
Jinbei not being in the top 30 is wild.
That's crazy.
Hey,
I can't wait till we get to the rankings.
He's not
Kev.
in mine too. He's not in mine.
Oh,
hey, preach it.
Oh, man.
Jinbei ain't mine either. I'll be
Really
honest.
missed it.
I'll be
Hey,
honest.
thank you.
I'll be honest.
Nah.
I'll be honest.
Nah, that's
I'll
crazy.
be honest. Let's see
Alright.
who's
We're
next.
gonna have a
Kev.
good argument at some point in this list.
Oh yeah, we are. Kev.
Okay. So I kept 5 just in case, any repeats. And Kobe was on mine. So there we go. And now we're getting to the wild cards. I also put Lucky Roo as well. So those were 2 I had on my 5, and I was like, Lucky Roo's probably strong. Don't know anything about him. Kobe will be that guy. He may be it now, but he will be it. You know what I mean? And now here are my three. These are like the darkest of the dark horses. Like, who on earth is expecting these people? Bartolomeo is underrated. Bartolomeo has the strongest defensive fruit in the verse. He is so... He can literally, like, what was Gladius's whole explosion that was gonna kill like hundreds of people? It was nothing.
And Semimaru, who had the fruit in the past, stopped an enraged Odin attack on Orochi. Remember that? Just saying, those barriers are real talk.
Yeah. So Bartolomeo for sure. He's also kind of like, he's not like a Yonko commander, but he gives me that like energy. The Grand Fleet's kind of like Yonko commander-ish.
I like that.
So him. Then we got Killer. Killer, I feel like is slept on, but he's strong. You know, but he's not like that level, but I think he's strong.
I like that.
Also, I like this fight with Hawkins a lot because I just thought it was cool. And then for the third one, this is the most slept on, my guy Buggy. Buggy is going to show up actually and do something. I know he's a coward. That's his whole shtick. But he's going to show up. He's going to do something crazy in his act of cowardice and he'll be something, you know? Because I feel like, you know, most people have Mihawk on here for sure. If you don't have him on here, you're crazy. And Crocodile, like Dyer said, is a contender for being on here. You know, so Buggy, you know, he's with these two contenders, so he might be one of them as well.
Buggy might be the rain god, by the way. that's one of my favorite ideas, or at least some god, right? No, I like that. I think Buggy. I mean, Law that's Law's kryptonite is Buggy, because like he just breaks up into pieces automatically. All right, and then Dyer.
So yeah, since we dropped to 5, I took out the two most the two that made sense, and I just kept my 3 wild cards. I have Bartolomeo, like Kev. Same kind of thinking. Also, the fact that Oda's kind of setting up a matchup between him and Shanks. He can't be that terrible. Like he has to like have something in him. So that was my logic. Number 2 of my dark horses, I have Big News Morgans. He one-punch man the CP0 agent. That's all I'll say.
Was it CP0 or was it a different CP? I can't remember.
I mean, it looked like a white mask.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either, but that's Big News on here is legendary.
And he follows a logic that I kind of use a lot through my list, which is he's in a position that's very menacing to the world government. And if they would have offed him, they would have. And they can't. So he probably ain't a scrub himself. That's a good point. And my number 3 dark horse is our furry friend Beppo. Because we have not seen that man go Sulong yet. Why didn't we let him go Sulong in Wano? Why are we waiting for Blackbeard to have a fight?
I mean, he made that like cover page, right, with all the right hands, right? Like Zoro and Shiryu and everyone else. I mean,
I'm telling you, like, Law has no fighting support on that crew and got as far as he did. Beppo has to be like pretty freaking decent.
Well, and also, like, we saw Shachi and Penguin kind of recently, you know, kind of surprise us. So it's like, who knows what Beppo's
we know
coming
Beppo's
with.
above them, yeah.
Yeah. I think Beppo's someone who, like, once we see them actually go all out, they'll be deserving of the top 30. But, like, since we haven't, it's not worth, you know what I'm saying? That's right. So it's a great wild card pick. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and get into the top 30, and this is where I know the toxicity is going to begin. So like I said, we're just going to try to keep moving, but if there's any, you know, super hot takes, obviously, we're going to have to, you know, talk about it. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And so with my number 30 on my list, this person, or I should say my 30th pick last year was Yasopp. All right. And that was, you know, pretty much without seeing much, pretty much based off of just his, you know, conjecture basically in the story. Like he's, you know, the 3rd ranking member or whatever of Shanks' crew and all that. But this year, we got some more from Yasopp because of Film Red. And not that it was that much, but it just fulfilled my hopes for Yasopp in the future. And since he's the dad of Usopp, is also really important. I'm keeping Yasopp at number 30 on my top 30. And then number 29, I genuinely didn't know where to rank this character, and I could easily get talked out of it, I'm going to be completely honest, is Shiryu. 28, I don't think this character is that strong, but just based off of, it, like, I feel like they have like a high floor but a low ceiling, but, you know, whatever, they probably deserving a top 30 maybe, is Queen. even though I really don't like him. And then 27.
What's your beef with Queen?
The Queen's cool.
Yeah, I like it.
Queen's cool, bro.
Hey, well, I'll say this.
Zoom,
I'll
bro.
say this. I'll say this. When we see Queen after what Green Bull did to him, maybe I'll like Queen more. Like, you know what I mean? They might be cooler. They're going to be like more popular at least. That's what they said.
If he looked like he
So-
did in that flashback,
Yeah.
page,
That's what I'm saying.
he look cool. He
That's
look
what I'm
cool.
saying. That's what I'm saying. But I just
Sorry,
felt
Queen is cool, man.
I'll say like Queen did say he, you know, like defeated like armament hockey masters or whatever with his coil attack, whatever that was. But I don't know. Like I just felt like he was underwhelming for someone who was supposed to be like a science guru, kind of like he was in Mads and all this, and it's like I don't know, like I don't know, maybe it was also because the fight was kind of quick, I felt like. You know, like once Sanji got serious, it was like over pretty quickly. But anyway, 27 is my boy Rob Gucci. After his recent awakening, I feel like that was, you know, deserving of a spot on the top 30. And then at 26, right above him, I actually have the Seraphim.
All right.
So no one yelled at me too much. So I guess they can't. I guess it can't
I mean,
be that.
The
That's a little
Seraphim
low
being
for the
above
Seraphim.
Lucci's interesting.
That's a little low for me for the Seraphim spot.
Oh,
Love
really?
Yeah.
for the Seraphim?
They're supposed to be like the
Yes.
best human. That's why I have them next to each other. Is if they're
Oh,
if they're
that's
like the
kinda
strongest human, I'm like,
That's-
shoot, man, like.
That's,
What am I
that's
supposed
a
to
little
say?
low.
And also remember, Blackbeard like was kind of scared a little bit when S-Hawk was coming after him. That's all I'm saying. So
Put
I
it
got
this way. These are Vegapunk creations with Lunarian DNA and the Shichibukai's devil fruits, right? Along with laser beams or whatever. You're telling me they can't beat a Marco right now? Like, that's what you're
But
trying to tell me?
they're not fighting as a group. We're talking fighting one Seraphim here.
yeah,
Hey! Hey!
Okay.
yeah,
Listen.
yeah, because we don't want to rank S-Hawk, S-Shark separately. But hey, I mean, look, I'm saying that we haven't seen enough, but I think the Seraphim. I think this is like I wanted to rank him higher. I'll put it that way. Like I agree with you that if we, you know, who knows, like we haven't even seen one be defeated or even like injured, really. You know what I mean? So I mean, I'm with you. They could be insane. So anyway, Preach, you want to go ahead and give us your 30 through 26?
Yeah. So at number 30, I have Marco. At number 29, I have Magellan. At 28, I have Shiryu. At 27, I have Sanji. And 26, Katakuri.
Bro, you got Marco really low, I feel like. What's everyone else think? Is that low for
Oh,
Marco?
no, that's-
That's low.
I think he's just getting
Nah,
old.
oh, man.
Man,
I think it's time
That's
to
low for Sanji too.
I agree with that too. That is low for Sanji.
You think
Well,
so?
what's your reasoning for having? Well, I mean, like I guess I also think it's low for Katakuri, to be honest.
Yep.
Like it's hard for me to even judge this without seeing who's above it just yet. But I have these people decently higher, not that much, but that's interesting.
Yep.
I'm not
for
mad at
Sanji, I don't know. I
Not
guess
either.
I can see like why Sanji. People would say he's low, but I think he's like right around the Yonko 1 tier.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, I want to give a quick shout out to Celestial Donkey for the $2 super chat. I appreciate you. Hashtag Buggy Gang. Hashtag Buggy #1. Hey, he's
Yo.
the master of falling upwards. You know, he'll be on this list for real before the end of the story. Honestly, he'll have some crazy awakening or something. Appreciate
Maybe
you.
not this year, but
Yeah. Oh yeah. Maybe. Who knows how long? Because Oda just said the story's not going to end as soon as he's making it seem. So we'll see. All right, Seb, want to go ahead and give me your 30 through 26?
All right, and you guys are probably gonna come for me on some of these, but at 30, I got Boa Hancock.
Okay.
Yep.
That's low.
Okay.
I've never looked at Boa as an extremely great fighter. I just think she has hawks and she's beautiful and it works. But I don't think she's stronger than a lot of these characters that I'm gonna have above her. But that's me. At 29, I have Lucci. Yes,
Okay.
the man, the myth himself. Yes, I have Lucci this low. I know he went up against Luffy for a little bit there, but He didn't land. He didn't land one time. You know, we'll see. At 28, I have Doflamingo. Yes, Dofi still made my top 30.
I can't blame you, to be honest.
Listen, I think Dofi has been a victim of underrating over the past couple years here. He's got so much in his bag that he can do. He does have limitations as far as hockey goes, I guess, but Awakening conquers hockey, mastery of his Devil Fruit, and his Hawks is just crazy. What he's capable of doing. You know, I argue almost weekly in my Discord about Doflamingo and his capabilities and whether or not he can be outside of age.
Well, and I like it because like your hockey blooms in battle and all that, and he just had like a really tough battle with Luffy, and he's been locked up. So it's like we haven't seen anything from him. So I kind of like that.
Yeah, I mean, and even beyond that, I rank the organ damage he took from Law and Gamma Knife to be like extreme.
Mm-hmm.
I argue
That's
again.
a good
I
point.
argue with my
That's a good
Discord
point.
all the time about Dofi versus Cracker, and I'm like, if Cracker got hit with Gamma Knife, he would fold in seconds. So that's me.
That's fair.
At 27, I have Shiryu.
Okay. We're all ranking Shiryu pretty close.
Yeah, I wanted him to be higher. But in general, what can I say? You know, I expect him. Yeah, I expect him to be higher. I needed to have him on the list because I needed to, in my opinion. But I don't have any evidence to rank him much higher than this. And at 26, I have Marco.
26, you have Marco.
Yep.
All right, that's not too far from me, I guess. That's not that bad. I mean, the thing with me with Marco is you have him below King and Queen, and he held off King and Queen both for like extended periods of time. You know, that's always my thought on Marco. Whenever I think of him, is like, I can't rank him below either of those people to me, just because like if he can hold off both, you know what I mean?
I get what you mean, and I've even argued that point myself. And I do want to point out, I actually just don't have Queen on my list at all.
I don't
Queen
either.
didn't make Queen didn't make my top 30.
I feel it. It's just, you know, he has, what is it, 1.2 billion berry bounty, so he's obviously done some impressive stuff at some point, you know what I mean? Like, and obviously that bounty isn't everything, but like he's done some impressive stuff to get that high, you know what I mean? So
I'm not mad at anybody ranking Queen high or even ranking Queen above, you know, whoever. To me, I don't know if Queen is beating a Dofi or a Lucci or a Boa or a Marco or a Shiryu right now.
I don't disagree.
Bro, Queen is a bum for me.
Yeah, man. What, like you brought it up earlier, Dak.
Like he has the most trash zone Devil Fruit.
But
That fruit is pretty cool. His fruit is pretty cool.
But before we even met, like I said, he said, again, this is just what he said, so we don't really know the truth. But he said he's defeated however many armament hockey masters, and before Sanji even had his like metal body or whatever, we saw Sanji was like completely destroyed, right? So like, if people probably had pre like enhancement Sanji on their top 30. And Queen would have beaten him without those enhancements. And so I'm just kind of thinking, like, Queen, I think, like I said, I don't like ranking him there, but it's just like he probably does deserve it, even though he's kind of a scrub.
Like he's strong. I just feel like he just can't fight.
Yeah, it's just the battle IQ, man. The second he took his eyes off of the fight, Sanji ended the fight as if he was an admiral or something. You know what I mean? Like, that's what's supposed to happen when you're fighting an admiral level opponent, and I don't think Sanji's admiral level. So if Sanji can blitz you and take you out, the moment you take your eyes off the fight, what are we talking about, man? And I like.
Wasn't it Sanji was going too fast to see? So like, that's what he said.
Either way,
He didn't even know how to use his Devil Fruit because he would say the wrong thing and then like shoot off into like he would shoot out of his shell or something.
Oh yeah,
like,
hey,
yeah, it's like
he's definitely a scrub.
Use your Devil Fruit by now.
He's definitely a scrub, but he also showed that he like is strong enough, you know, to beat.
Yeah, he's strong.
It's just like I said, I don't like ranking him there, but I just felt like I don't know, the fact he beat Sanji kind of easily before the enhancements is like, you know, but then again, Sanji was fighting him and King at the same time for a long time, so it's a little bit different, but yeah. Anyways, Kev, what's your bottom 5, I guess?
Okay, so Preach was spitting with number 30 because my number 30 is Marco. So that was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. So then we got. Let me look at the list real quick because I did one alteration real quick. Number 29 we have King, and then number 28 we have Katakuri. And then 27 we got Jinbei, and then unfortunately for my guy Jinbei, right above him is the Seraphim because that's the only place I felt it should be there.
So you're sleeping on the right hands of all the other pirate crews.
I don't think Jinbei is stronger than than Katakuri.
I personally disagree. You know, he's on the Pirate King's crew. He's not on Amir Yanko's crew.
Maybe under the water.
I think Jinbei is gonna be better than Katakuri in every way, besides being drippier.
Jinbei over King and Cat, man. I don't know.
I just think Jinbei has the sauce.
I just see Cat like he has one of the best devil fruits. He has all forms of hockey. I don't know.
Here's my thing with Jinbei is he lost to Ace, which is like, you know, I mean, it's not like the weakest thing ever, but that's, I mean, it doesn't make me think you're that strong, to be honest. You know what I mean? Like
that is valid.
If it's Jinbei underwater, I could put him on the list.
Yeah. If we're taking an average of all the terrains, you know what I mean, like throughout One Piece, then maybe.
Underwater Jinbei is like top 10.
That's actually fair.
Half these people have devil fruits, man. Like, what are we talking about? Underwater Jinbei might be top like 3,
exactly.
top 4.
That's fair, actually. All right, Dyer, bottom 5.
Okay. So number 30, we got Sir Crocodile. At 29, we have Killer.
Oh wow,
I like that.
At 28,
Killer.
At 28, we have ex-Grand Fleet Admiral Sengoku.
I like that.
27, we have Urouge.
Oh.
And at 26, we have Doflamingo.
I like this. I don't know about Doflamingo being that high, but I like Sengoku being on the list. I hope everyone has Sengoku somewhere.
Goku a little low for me, for Dyer, but I get it. He's old. He's old.
A little low.
Because literally, it's because of his devil fruit that he made the list. Otherwise, he was going out of the list with Rayleigh, Garp, and all the oldies.
You don't have Garp in the list?
No old heads on the list.
That's crazy.
And guys, and I have to say, Rayleigh is straight up my favorite character of One Piece. This was hard for me.
Wow.
I'm with you on Rayleigh. Rayleigh stocks are way down. Rayleigh stocks are down.
For me, Sengoku is the weakest out of the 3.
Yeah.
Right now. Maybe not in their primes, but
it's tough because he has a devil fruit.
Listen, from what I've seen, devil fruits seem to keep you in a pretty good shape as you get older. While when you rely just on hockey, it seems to like wane a bit.
But Dyer, Sengoku's a confirmed Conqueror's user.
Yeah, like, that's why he's on the list.
To be fair, like Sengoku, to me, he looks like he's really retired for real. Like,
I'm not saying he wants to fight, but if someone wants the smoke, I'm pretty sure he can distribute.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm with you. And I like your point about the devil fruits. And also, keep in mind, he has another mythical Hito fruit, right? Which those are obviously important. So, yeah. And he also has an afro, which is always important. Real quick, I just want to give a shout out to Baby Pluton. I saw your super chat earlier. Baby Mole Gang, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Pluton is a mole, if you guys didn't know. And no, that is not a 1071 spoiler, but it is a spoiler eventually because it's going to happen. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get on to my next set of 5 here, which this has already been pretty good, but I think this is where it's going to start getting really juicy because like it's kind of hard to judge until I see what's above everything. But well, since we're speaking of Sengoku, I got him at 25. So I think it's a good spot for him roughly. And then I know this is probably going to get some reaction here, but at 24, I got Lucky Roo. I know. Hey, Oda said he's the or one of the fastest people in all of One Piece. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Sengoku was gassing him up too.
And then Yamato at 23, maybe a little low. I'll be honest with you. Conqueror's users, should be pretty high, so I might be sleeping a little bit. And now this might be questionable. I got Sanji right above her, and I could easily flip those or move them around, but just in this area. And then I got King right above Sanji, but that could also easily be flipped. This is where it's really hard, I think, where I think all these people, it's almost like a matchup based thing here. Like, I don't know if they're actually above, like, you know what I mean? Like, Yamato having Conquerors probably beat some people, you know what I mean, above, like, that are right here, but overall, you know, I'm not really sure. It's kind of hard to rank. So I think all these people could be interchangeable. They're all very, very close, but
Yamato over Sanji over Yamato, really?
it's like I said, they could be interchangeable. This section of my list, I would say almost the 5 above them, I could easily be convinced to flip them around. They're almost in alphabetical order.
For Sanji over Yamato, I just think that Sanji wouldn't be able to do what Yamato did on the rooftop.
I think Sanji
Like,
with
hold Kaido back.
but with Ifrit Janbei and his enhancements now, though.
Even then, I don't know.
I think the enhancements, like, he's also one of the wings of the Pirate King. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I like him and Zoro. I think are like automatically pretty close. Which, like, I mean, maybe there's a good argument for Yamato even being above Zoro, since Zoro like was up there with help and she was up there by herself, right? So like I said, I could easily move Yamato up more. I'm just thinking Sanji being one of the wings of the Pirate King and she stayed behind is almost automatically to me like, you know, just, I mean, I don't even want to call it plot armor, but it's more so like, it's just, if I had to pick right now, like, Sanji's probably going to win just because he's a Straw Hat, you know what I mean? And he's one of the most important ones. And it's like, it's close no matter what from what we've seen, but I don't know.
So, Dak, I mean, isn't Yamato not joining could be considered as proof positive that she was too strong? You can make that argument.
Well, no, because we know the reason.
I've compared it to Kaido joining Warriors. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. The show needs to be. They need to struggle. They need to go through struggle. Say Yamato was on Egghead right now. It's like, okay, whatever. Some Seraphim are here. Like, it's not a problem. We have Yamato, Luffy, Jinbei, Sanji, and Zoro. Like, they can handle that. But the fact that she's not here, it takes a whole dynamic out. She's a Conqueror's Haki user, advanced Conqueror's Haki user, mythical Zoan, seemingly awakened. I can't. To me, I got her above Sanji. But by all means.
Hey, all I'm saying about Sanji is he's one of the wings of the Pirate King. You know what I'm saying? So that's the important lesson.
He ain't Pirate King yet, man.
That's true. That's true. Anyways, next, Preach. What's your next 5?
This is about to get crazy, man.
I'm ready.
25.
I'm ready.
Got Green Bull.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Green Bull.
Oh, that's low.
That's crazy.
Damn.
I know it's low. 24, we got Kid. 23, Sengoku. 22, this is another crazy one. Yoroj.
Wow.
Oh my god.
21, Silver's Rayleigh.
Hey.
Whoa. Rayleigh stocks are down. Whoa. I need to hear this.
Oh my god.
Dyer, have you been... Dyer, is your mic muted? I see you've been talking, but I haven't been able to hear you.
Bro,
Shit, yeah, no, I was muted, sorry.
Sure.
You're good.
I said to Preach, thank you for respecting my favorite character more than me.
I need to hear the reason for Yoruj and Rayleigh.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you said Rose your favorite character?
No, my favorite character is Rayleigh, which I don't even
okay,
have
okay,
on my
okay.
list.
Yeah, bro. I think Rayleigh's a tough one, but for Rose, man, like I feel like Oda's saving up the final supernova for a reason.
Yeah,
You know,
I don't
bro,
disagree. That's why he's on my
chilling,
list.
He was chilling on Skypiea with Kaido, and then Kaido goes down there and smacks Kid, Apu, and all of them, and I just feel like there has to be a reason why. Like, bro, if you just look at a Rose, the dude is just buff as hell. Like, I don't know, man. I got my Rose stocks through the roof.
I can't. I don't. How?
It's hard since we haven't seen him. That's the hard, you know.
Man, hey,
You
I'm just
got him
saying,
over Green Bull.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
Like an
kinda crazy, in
admiral,
my
like
opinion.
a full-blown admiral. Like he could go fight an admiral and win in your mind.
I
Yeah, but
think he
not
could
gonna
win.
lie.
Green
I
Bull
think
stocks are in
I
the
think he
mud.
could beat Green Bull.
Not gonna lie, Green Bull being an admiral feels like nepotism. The guy feels very unqualified for his position.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's after
man.
the bounties, though. He's after
Oh,
the bounties.
man. You got one
No.
bad interaction with Yonko and your stocks are in the mud.
Wait,
Yeah.
what about
So
Rayleigh?
nice.
What about Rayleigh though? I need to. What's
About
Rayleigh at 21? Why you got him at so high?
it's way too high.
He's not even on my
that's too
list.
high?
He's not even on my
That's
list.
too high.
What?
Oh man,
Is it too high or
that's
too low?
wild. That's wild.
I say it's too high. Or well, I guess it depends on who you're asking, but I don't even have him on my list. Neither
That's
does
so
Dyer.
Crazy. That's so
Bro,
crazy.
Hey,
I just think
he said his
I'm
name.
just a big Rayleigh fan, bro. I'm gonna be honest. That's just a bias.
I feel you.
Because I feel like when he was stepping up to Blackbeard, it's like
He said he got lucky
Man.
himself.
yeah, he said
Yeah,
that,
that's
but like
yeah.
he's not on that Yonko level, of course. But it's like he just from what his prime days was like, Blackbeard was still not even trying to fight him. I feel like, man, like I think when we finally see Rayleigh go all out, it's gonna shock a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Because
think
we-
whenever
I'm
that
all for
happens, he
being
probably
wrong on
will
that.
die at the same time that we get to see
Oh,
that.
God,
But
don't say that.
Don't
Bro,
do
like,
that to me.
He was, I'm not, because he was fighting with Kizaru. Like, he's not as strong as them, but like I don't know, man. I got respect for the OGs.
I feel you. Hey, Rayleigh, I mean, like you said, his name, like, you know what I mean? Like, he could be, maybe he's stronger than he thinks he is at this age, you know, because he hasn't fought in a long time. So,
He's just getting old, yeah.
also, quick shout out to Matt Cypher for subscribing with the Prime sub on Twitch. Thank you. And also Nerd Taku for subbing on YouTube. I appreciate you.
Hey, that's my
Yep.
guy there.
Yep.
That's my guy.
Wasn't Nerd Taku just on Tachi's stream the other day? Was that
He was
am I
with
right?
us on Tuesday. Yeah, he was on with us on Tuesday.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
It was a good episode.
No, I was there. I was listening to some of it, and what'd you guys talk about that kind of blew my mind? I'm trying to think.
Nerd had one about Crocodile being Goldie Rogers' son as well, and
Oh,
it's kind
wow.
of it has
Or-
a lot. It has legs. It has legs.
Or I think it was that stream where you guys talked about Blackbeard has like a vampire fruit like on his dagger or something like that. Was that stream?
Yeah. I think we came about that like in a group that like the little dagger that Blackbeard has and that
Hey.
Burgess has in Karita might just be a vampire fruit dagger. Or something
Well, because
like
it could take out the green blood, and that's how you would get Whitebeard's Paramisu fruit, right? That's just
that, for example.
Oh. that's
anyway, yeah.
crazy.
Hey, we can do a little theory talk at the end here, because I mean, speaking of Blackbeard, he's going to be towards the end, I would assume, for
Yeah.
everybody. So we'll get around to that for sure. Seb, let's hear the next 5, man. I'm ready.
All right. Where am I at?
25.
25.
25.
5 to 21.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. 25. I got Katakuri.
Okay.
Big Mom's second son. Strong, not top 25 technically. I mean, he's top 25 on my list, but I think Katakuri is a little overrated by some people. But I'm finding him to be underrated by a lot of people nowadays. It's that cycle
Mm-hmm. Yep.
that happens
Yep.
for
Yep.
One Piece villains.
Well,
You fight Luffy,
he lost
You
to
get overrated.
Caesar, kind of, sort of, in the cover story.
Yeah, his
so
stocks
that
went
was kinda
down
funny.
there,
his stocks are down.
but that's plot.
Yeah, it is. It
He
is.
wasn't fully healed, okay?
No,
Yeah,
I
and-
just think he wasn't using Future Sight because
Well-
you have to activate it. And
Well,
if
it was
you're not
also
using it,
It was the hallucination gas, so he couldn't think straight. Is I think the idea.
Yeah, it was
But-
more of a perfect matchup situation.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Anyways,
whatever. I
24.
crap on. Yeah. Sanji. Yes, I have
All right.
Sanji over Cat. It seems like a decent amount of you guys do as well, which is the right decision. I argue about that on my Discord all the time too.
It's very close.
Yeah, I think it's close. I think I got Sanji at that Yonko first commander level
Mhm.
personally. 23, I got Kid.
Okay.
Yeah, might be low for some, might be high for others. I think it's a good rating for Kid. Didn't show out as much as I wanted him to do
Is
in
this what you were
Onigashima.
Is this what you meant when you said Larry would yell at you?
No, that's coming.
Oh my
That's
God.
coming later. That's coming much later. Trust me. At 22, I have King. Yeah, King over Kid.
So you have King over Katakuri.
And
I do.
Sanji.
I do.
Interesting.
Yes. Yes, I do. And at 21, Law.
Oh, that feels crazy to me.
That's pretty low for my boy.
Stupid
Yeah,
low.
that's kinda crazy to me.
That's stupid low for
That's
Law.
pretty low. So
think
wait,
that's
so you
weird.
think the 23rd and the 21st ranked people in One Piece beat Big Mom? Like that's all the rankings.
I
Like
mean,
that's in my head.
Big
That's what
Mom-
I think about. Like that'd be embarrassing for
Big
Big Mom.
Mom not as high as on my list.
Yeah.
As probably some of y'all.
I guess it
my
depends where
God.
she's at. Yeah.
the guy's about to
Yeah.
like single-handedly go against the Blackbeard Pirates, and you put him at 21.
21.
It's so true. That's so true.
Yep. Yep.
And also, I brought
Better
this
not have
up.
Blackbeard above 10.
I brought this up in one of my videos, but like Law also has like an infinite stamina bar, like in Wano. Like he literally was just getting batted around, like literally got punched in the face by Bigger Mom multiple times, and then also got hit with a Thunder Bagua on the roof after like fighting a bunch. Right? I mean, that was like those things happen in reverse order, but still, it's like the dude has no business. Like he got beat by Doflamingo kind of relatively easily. So I don't know. Law just has hacks. I don't know what to say about it. All right, Kev, your next 5.
Oh my god. Okay.
Wait, get spicy.
Okay. So I'm noticing my lack of power scaling is starting to like come to effect. Like Sengoku is not on my list at all. I didn't even think about him.
That's okay.
That's all right.
I didn't even think about him existing. Same with like Shiki. I didn't think about him existing. Like these characters that are like.
Hey,
I think for Shiki, it's more he's not in the story like for real, so I didn't even think about him. But Sengoku, I just forgot.
you ranked Kong, didn't you?
Oh, he's top 1.
All right,
sure.
good. All right, good. Want to make sure.
Nah, but so for the 25, right? And I also on my list, Yamato was not on the tier maker thing, but Yamato is on here. I added Yamato in immediately. I was like, oh
Okay.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's a person that should be here.
Yes.
All right. So for number 25, we have Boa Hancock. I think Boa
Okay.
Hancock has the sauce.
Okay.
Now-
I'm gonna fix the font in a second. Okay. Sorry.
For me, this had me a bit shocked, the low placement. But for 24, I'm putting Shiryu. I think Shiryu has the sauce. You know, I definitely think he's Zoro's, besides Mihawk's, main, opponent. So he's got to have something cooking up there.
Okay.
And he's got the invisibility fruit, pretty broken. Now for 23, we have Yamato. Yamato's gonna feel like solid placement.
That's right where I have her. I like it.
And then for 22, we got Sanji right above Yamato. Because I
My
think Sanji's cooking.
dude, with the
Sanji's
exact
cooking.
same rankings. I love it.
And now this is where things are gonna get kind of crazy because, if we do get the Straw Hats versus Cross Guild thing, because obviously Luffy's fighting Buggy, that's gonna be crazy.
Yep.
And then Zoro versus Mihawk, and then who's gonna fight Sanji? Number 21, Sir Crocodile. He's gonna fight Sanji. It's
You
gonna
got
be
Croc
crazy.
up at 21.
21
Over Sanji?
over Sanji. Yeah.
Wait. So that means, by your logic, Croc could go one-on-one with Kaido for like 10 minutes?
No.
Because
don't think Sanji could. I
Yamato
don't think
did.
Sanji
No, but
could.
Yamato did.
Yeah, I know, but you see, that's daddy issues. You see, it's a difference.
What's the chat
What, you
saying
get a
about
buff?
Yeah.
You get a buff from fighting your dad?
Oh,
Yeah, the daddy
man.
issues buff. It's crazy.
If you got Crocodile over Sanji right now, he's like the
Man.
hard counter for him too. Like you would beat the shit out of Crocodile.
I don't know,
Like-
man. I feel like Crocodile. He's been brewing up this whole plan. He's
I
got to
love-
have something
No,
back.
Sanji
love
would just
Crocodile.
remember. Sanji would just
No,
remember the
Crocodile's fine.
harm that he put Robin through and wipe him.
You got Croc over Yamato, bro.
I do.
That's
Hey,
I feel
No,
so
Croc
much better
has
about
a
my
crazy high
Yamato ranking.
That's okay. But I feel this
got
is where
crazy
a lot
high
of people are gonna
bounty.
start creeping in, man.
So
That's true.
Wow.
Hey, that's true, Preach. That's a good point. I mean, Croc's
They
I don't know,
him.
man.
They fear him.
I love Croc, man, but over Yamato and Sanji right now,
He's
I
got to
don't
have
know.
something cooking. Like he's obviously got the brains to it, and I know he says Mihawk's the muscle, but I feel like he's got something. He can't just be like, the mastermind figure. He's got to have something.
All right, Dyer. Let's get 25 through 21.
So number 25, I have Bobby Lucci.
Love it.
Number 24, King.
Okay.
Number 23, Marco the Phoenix.
All right.
Number 22, the Green Bull.
Alrighty.
And at number 21, Blackleg Sanji.
I like that. I feel like this is what I pretty much thought would happen, is where most of us have like pretty much the same group of people, more or less, but they're just in different orders. You know what I mean? Like every like set of 10, I feel like is going to be very similar, but just different
Yeah.
orders.
Some people in the chat I'm seeing like Lucci over Sengoku. Guys, Lucci's currently going toe to toe with Luffy. Luffy's kind of
You're fine.
fucking around with him, but he's holding him.
He
That's a
landed
good
0
point.
attacks. He landed 0 attacks.
I don't
He's
even-
also
I don't-
still
I'll just-
alive.
I'm just saying, he only came out with a bandage on his face. That's it.
The-
He was fine.
Like I'm pretty sure we all have Luffy around our
Did-
top 5 or whatever. I don't think it's wild to put him in the low low 20s because he
Did-
can hold them.
Did Lucci not say, "Oh my God, I'm losing count. This dude is whooping my ass"?
That's
Did
true.
that not
But-
happen last
Hey,
chapter?
hey, just a bandage.
I'm not
Just a
saying
bandage.
I'm not saying it's an equal fight, but I'm saying he can hold someone like Luffy that's like in the tops right now.
Exactly.
And while we don't know for sure, the one thing I want to say is Sengoku could very well be awakened as well. And if Sengoku has an awakened Buddha form that he's able to access, I'm sure he would be absolutely absurd.
Sure, but we have no.
But we don't
proof
know.
of that.
Right. But like he was fleet admiral, and it's not, enough proof, I would say.
But
But
do we even know if
but-
the other admirals are like awakened? Like, is that even a requisition?
well, Aokiji and Akainu awakened on Punk Hazard to like
By fighting each other, yeah.
Right, well that's what I'm saying though, is like we don't know how Sengoku got the position. So
Maybe
I
against
could see
Shiki.
it. Yeah, I mean I could see Sengoku being awakened is all, but like I don't know.
Buddha already
But
awakened.
after
to be fair.
Lucci, to me, after Lucci got awakened, I just give it to everybody.
I kind of feel the same. I kind of feel the same.
You get
Yeah,
I respect
Oprah,
that.
right? Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah, I feel it. All right, we're gonna get into the next section of the list here. So I'm gonna go and give my 20 through 16, and at 20 I have Katakuri. I have him right above King. Like I was saying, like this whole group of people I think are just really close. And
I think I have one wild one in this group. That's all.
and then here is where I'm going to put Shiki, of all people. So Shiki, I think, is a really tough one to rank because, like, just his, like, lore, I guess, says he should be extremely strong because he's, like, Roger's rival, kind of. But at the same time, he hasn't really done... Well, he also escaped Impel Down. So... and then next I have Garp. Because, if Shiki is Roger's contemporary or whatever, like, they were rivals, and so was Garp, like, Garp's probably just right above that since they're both old now, I would assume.
You know what's funny, Dak?
What?
Shiki's one of the wild cards I cut out when you told us to cut 2 out, just because it wasn't fun enough.
Oh, really? Yeah, Shiki's tough. Like, I feel like he's definitely in the top 30s, like how I feel, but I genuinely don't know what to expect,
For me, the moment we're gonna see him do something, yeah, most likely, but we
Mhm.
haven't.
Right. Then right above Garp, I have Kid. And then right above Kid, I have Zoro.
Kid over Garp.
I got Kid over Garp. It's not, again, a lot of these could be switched. I think a lot of these people are like if we're doing NBA 2K ratings, they're all like, these are all like the high 80s to low 90s players. You know what I mean? So it's like these could all ball out on any
Yo.
given day.
Dak,
Garp
I love that you said
Garp is
that.
in his donut arc. I mean, he's not as strong as he used to be.
I
Yeah.
love that you said that, Dak, because we did a strongest of all time stream, or like 5 of them at this point, where we rated them based off of like NBA 2K ratings, and like Whitebeard was a 99,
I love
Roger
that.
was 100. I don't remember what Kid was exactly. I think he was like an 89 or 80 something. But we
That
had
feels
Garp
right.
a little higher. But we were doing Prime Garp, so.
No, that makes sense. Kid around 89, 90. You can build around him, but he's not a game breaker.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
Exactly.
But-
And like I was saying, like whenever you get to like this like ranking of player or fighter, like anyone can beat anyone on like a given day. Like if it's the right terrain or if it's like, like if I don't even know the right weather, whatever it is, certain people are gonna have just slight advantages. So it's literally like these are all kind of toss ups,
Yeah,
but
they're all close.
extremely close.
Also, did we tell chat in the rules initially that we take that Sabo, Big Mom, and Kaido are alive?
I did mention it once, so
Okay.
yeah, no dead people, but the people, with the way Oda does it, they're only dead if we like see the grave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so, yeah,
Like,
like we don't
Ace
even
is
see the
dead.
body sometimes, to be honest. Like we see the grave more than anything.
Oh shit! Are you saying I could have used Pedro?
I mean, shoot.
kidding.
I mean, shoot.
If Pedro in your top 30, I mean,
Yeah, no.
That's
what are
crazy.
we doing?
Pedro's in my top 30. Kick me out.
You know
of it.
what? You know what? Sulong Pedro might go crazy.
Maybe, but would he be better than like the Duke and
No,
Neko
no.
Mamushi? No. So
No.
Hey, Larry, I see you in the chat. I see that you said you're going to be home soon. That's going to be hype, man. I can't wait to see you get on
Oh
here and
my
react.
God.
That's going to be dope. All right,
I
preach.
think. I was just gonna say for Kid, I feel like the reason why I have him a little lower is just because, bro, I just want to see him use Congress hockey for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like he hadn't super impressive during the raid against Big Mom and Kaido, but that's the one thing where it's like, I don't know, it's like, is he holding something back or is just Oda trying to save something for the next arcs or what? But
Yep. That's the thing. Like he awakens, so you know he's strong. But it's like conquers and like just hockey in general is kind of the name of the game. You know what I mean? Like devil fruits obviously
Yeah.
matter. Like it's obviously like a rock paper scissors kind of thing. But still, like if you don't have conquerors or at least top tier like hockey in general, like especially like if you don't have conquerors, you're gonna need future sight in like Rio, at least in my opinion. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I need to see some more. I agree.
Yeah, that's why in my logic, my Doflamingo pick got free gas at 26. It's because he has Conquer.
That's
Right.
true. That's fair. Yeah.
so we're at 20, right? All right,
Yep.
So I have Law at number 20.
Okay.
I have Yamato at 19. Zoro at 18.
All right.
Fujitora at 17, and then Sabo at 16.
Ooh.
Mm.
All right. Wait, aren't you a huge Sabo fan? I was expecting this to be higher, if I remember correctly. I know you have a bunch of
I'm
Sabo
big Sabo
videos.
fan, yeah.
Preach. That run you just did was great. I loved it.
Oh,
Every
really?
bit of it. Every
Really?
bit of it.
Well,
Great run.
give me your 5, Seb. Let's see how similar.
Oh, it's on me now. Okay.
Yep. Perfect time.
20. I got Seraphim slot. That's
Okay.
my Seraphim slot at 20.
Seraphim's above Law?
That's insane.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Wow.
100%. 19. I got Zoro. 18. I got Yamato. 16. I got Sabo. Oh, my bad.
Wow.
17. I got
Oh.
Green Bull, and 16. I got Sabo.
Green Bull and then
That's
Sabo.
Yep.
Yeah, can we talk about Zoro versus Law?
We can. Yeah.
Yes.
I think Law takes Zoro right now.
I think it's a very
Bro,
good
it's
fight.
Super close, bro.
I
Yeah,
agree.
I agree.
I think it's close. I think it's very close. I think I give
It's
the edge to
super
Zoro
close,
because
though.
he's a conqueror who advanced conquerors, Cody.
I mean, Law's
Yeah.
such a good. Law has such an advantage to like keeping Zoro at a distance.
Yeah.
Well, unless Zoro can use his hockey enough to cancel the movement stuff, but then Law can just move himself, right? I guess it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter. And then
You
like
can just teleport around.
the difference to me, like I think generally speaking, Zoro's stronger, but once Law had the awakening, it's just like a bag of tricks that I think
That's
Zoro
true.
can't tap into. Like now, if we assume Zoro had strong enough hockey to not have the devil fruit stuff work on him, and he was able to like use Asura like with conquerors active and all that kind of stuff, like in a fight, like a and because Law's like a tricky fighter, so if he could be an Asura and like think on his toes to be able to fight him enough, then I'd probably take Zoro. But that just seems like a lot. Like I don't know if Zoro can actually do that, especially like long enough term to like for a full fight with Law, because like you said, like Law's gonna bounce around. So like, is Zoro gonna go to Asura and then Law just like how long can he stay in it to try to hit him?
Law could move the swords out of Zoro's hands.
True.
Like,
Potentially.
it's that
He
broken.
can try.
Yeah, probably not Enma. That'd be really cool if Enma like
He can-
auto stopped
He
it.
can try.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Enma I feel might be like, no, I ain't going anywhere. This guy's feeding
That'd
me
be dope.
good.
That would
So
be
the way-
that'd be dope.
The way I look at it is, I've seen Law get amputated before, and Zoro just has a lethality to his attacks. He's physically stronger than Law. He has better hockey than Law, in general. And in general, if he lands flush on Law, it could end the fight. You know what I mean?
I mean, I
Like,
don't disagree that they're super close. You guys will see.
Yeah.
And
I think that's the key, though.
Yeah.
Law, how you said, he has to make it a long fight. But I
And he has,
I
and
can
he's
see it going
awakened.
both ways.
yeah,
I
and
just
to
think-
me,
Awakening is a
Zoro-
good compensation for the lack of conquerors.
it's a
Yeah.
great compensation, but like to me, if one person's a conqueror and they're using advanced conquerors coding in a fight, where Zoro is now using with Ashura and the King Pell like style that he's using, I just give that edge to him. Like it to me, it can overcome whatever awakening Law. So that's me. I got Zoro
Yeah.
over Law.
It's
Yeah.
a fair argument to have, though.
Yeah,
I think it's close though. I don't think it's like he washes him.
Yeah.
I
It'll
almost
be
think
extreme diff. either
I
way.
almost think Oda has set up the story so that they're like equal, right? So like Luffy's above all of them a little bit, and then it's almost like Luffy's right hand is as strong as the other strongest captains, right?
The
I think that's
strongest
generally
ally to Luffy
Because
is
they're all
Law.
like just
Law
Yes,
is-
that too.
Law's the strongest ally that the Straw Hats have.
That too. Yep. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think it's really close. I do think that the biggest thing to me is Law, like I said earlier, had an infinite health and stamina bar. So it's kind of like if he can take a Thunder Bagua, which Zoro also took one, and they were like kind of fine, which like they're still conscious, which is really weird. But if they could both take a Thunder Bagua and then, Law went and got like multiple punches to the face from Big Mom and all that stuff. It's just like we're talking about how Zoro would have to finish the fight quickly. I'm just wondering if he would even be able to, which like I'm not doubting Zoro's strength, but it's just like with the way One Piece is, like I don't know if Law would
I
ever
feel
get
that.
one-shotted. And also like Zoro, and I know Zoro's stronger now, but he didn't even one-shot Apu, right? So like Apu got back up. So to me it's like I think the logistics of a fight in One Piece favors Law, I guess. Is the main thing.
I don't know. I just don't know if Law is like such a great 1v1 fighter, while Zoro is the quintessential 1v1 fighter. And
That's true.
beyond that, I saw Law's face when Zoro whipped out. If that's the face he's making to the things that Zoro
That's fair.
I don't know,
like-
man. I don't know.
when he blocked that attack from Kaido and Big Mom, Kid and Law was shocked.
That's true. That is true.
I just feel like Zoro has the strongest offensive output as far as, like, I think we take it for granted. Like, yeah, Law has a devil fruit and Yamato they have devil fruits, but Zoro, he has 3 swords and he's just like, he's a superhuman too. So it's like, I think we take that for granted at times.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean Zoro, like I was talking about Law's infinite health and stamina bar. Zoro is the originator of the infinite health and stamina bar, right? Like he's the one, he's the owner of it. I mean, even in this arc, right? Like he literally met the Grim Reaper, so I think we're literally debating like okay, these two people never die or lose. Like who's gonna like which one would lose? Like I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Yeah.
Also, it's fair to have them close. That's all.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
I agree.
Zoro.
I
He's
agree.
not-
Sabo and Ace, they thought it was like 49-50. I feel like that's how it would be.
Not
Yes.
only that, Law's a swordsman. No way in hell Zoro losing that fight.
Yeah,
True.
Yeah,
No way in hell.
it's a different kind of sword, but yeah, that is true.
But he is qualified. I think he qualifies himself as a swordsman.
I think that is true. All right, Kev, let's get your 20 through 16.
All right. Now that the spiciness really kicks in right here. Spiciness, right?
All right.
So number 20, I'm not gonna lie, he was a lot higher, a lot, and he got moved down as the was it meticulous thoughts kind of kept brewing in. Number 20, we got Eustace Kid. We got Eustace Captain Kid. At
all
number
right.
20.
All right. I like him being in the top 20. That's cool.
I think he's got something. He's definitely going to be important as the story goes on. You know, there's no way Oda's just writing out Law and Kid because, you know. And I think, you know, he's going to keep showing up probably.
Yep.
Unless he gets fodderized in the future once again. And then Luffy, you know, we see something like that. I don't know. Then 19, we got Green Bull. We got Green Bull at 19.
I like that pretty much everyone has Green Bull as the lowest admiral.
Yeah, he's ass.
Yep. Yep.
He was
Somebody
shaking
said
it.
Fujitoro already, I thought.
But they had
I say
Green Bull
yeah, I say
lower.
Vegeta.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Then 18. Now I'm shocked this man hasn't been mentioned yet. Got my man Benny Beckman. Benny Beckman at 18.
That's because it's too low, man.
Yep.
It's too low.
It's too
for
low,
Benny
man.
Beckman?
Hey,
I'm not
we'll talk about that in his appropriate section,
Oh, okay.
which isn't this low. Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. The next people were a bit too low, for my opinion.
Well, we'll see.
Oh.
My next two, 17 and 16, are Silver's Rayleigh and Monkey D. Garp. They are way over Eustace Kid, bro.
I
They
think-
deserve.
I
they're the
think they're both out of the top 30 at this point.
Nah, they're the old people who deserve the sauce that they have.
Thank you.
You
They
got
are-
Rayleigh
they're
above Ben
story,
Beckman?
they're
I
constant-
love
Absolutely.
Brian.
Oh,
That's
I'm
really what
hurting.
Ben- bro.
I'm hurting.
No, really.
Thank you.
I
Kev.
love Beckman.
No, they deserve their credit.
Okay,
They
actually,
deserve it.
I don't know if I would put Ben Beckman higher than them, but I do agree that they should be around there.
No.
Yeah.
See, not me at all. Because to me, like, Rayleigh saying that, like, he got lucky because of his rep with Blackbeard is probably the same thing that happened on Sabati against Kizaru. Kizaru probably was like, I don't want to go too hard with this guy because shit's going to blow up.
That's valid. That's valid. But here's the crazy part. You know how I said at first my one list was terrible, like terrible.
Mhm.
I had Rayleigh like top 5. I actually had Rayleigh like top 5.
like,
That's hard to
crazy,
list.
dog.
and again, I don't want to. I feel it's killing me right
Yeah,
now.
real
Thinking
quick.
right- It's
I
killing me right
noticed
now.
Zoro
Literally,
hasn't
but
Oh no,
been
no,
rated yet.
Zoro hasn't shown up yet.
He-
Yeah,
You
like,
guys,
if the list was a 35 list, he was in it.
Zoro's over Benny Beck.
you got Zoro
No,
over
bro.
Beckman, bro.
That's crazy.
Oh
That's
my
wild.
His goal is to be Beckman, basically.
That's
Like,
wild.
No, his goal isn't to be Beckman. His
Damn.
goal is to be
Oh.
Mihawk.
Also, real
Yeah,
quick,
no,
real
I-
quick.
The equation
hey,
for
hey,
Zoro.
and if we're gonna say like Rayleigh, like maybe his name, you know, like regarding Kizaru, like maybe his name kind of helped him there too, where like, you know, Rayleigh wasn't as strong as people think. Well, think about Ben Beckman. He also has a similar thing going on because he literally points a gun at Kizaru and
not
Kizaru
80
freaks
years
out.
old.
Exactly.
But
He's
he
not
is
80 years
older.
old.
He is, so he's probably stronger. That's the point, right? Like
Yeah.
he probably has a little bit of it going on, but he's not as old. So it's like, and he's also the right
Yeah.
hand of like a similar
of the-
person to Roger.
Of the
So it's
current-
like,
the current Roger, basically.
He literally gets enslaved just to be because he's bored. He literally gets enslaved because he's
Oh no,
bored. Like,
that's it. Like I
he's
said,
built
if the
different.
list was 35, Rayleigh's in there. So yeah,
Mhm.
he can do badass shit like that for sure.
Yep.
yeah.
hey, shout out to
Again,
the
I'm
109
again,
people here, by the way.
Sorry, Riley. I'm
Hey.
so fucking sorry.
Yeah, man. It's just, I do, bro. I feel like Garb is out of all the old people. I feel like Garb has to be insane when we see him. And
Mm-hmm.
bro, like the monkey family, they're just built different.
Yeah.
That's fair. It's a fair
That's-
argument, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Garp is probably like not a third of the man he used.
Yeah, I will say I'm
Probably.
like Garp definitely like his name helps him probably more than anyone in my top 30. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's like, well, if he did this or he supposedly did this, then he has to be still here even when he's old. That's like the way I'm thinking of it.
He's like an old Yonko. He's like a big mon to me.
Yeah, but he's like straight hockey, right? Like at least
Maybe a
that
little
we know
weaker,
of,
but yeah.
yeah. Dyer, your next 5.
Okay. I'm gonna get some faces on this.
I'm ready.
So at number 20, we have Boa Hancock. And I just like the fact that she's right above Sanji, because we all know how that fight would.
That's true.
Sanji would
true.
lose in -3 seconds. Like he'd think about the fight and be stoned.
Yeah, well, hasn't he turned to stone just just looking at mermaids, like without even the fruit involved?
She turned him to stone without activating her devil fruit.
Like yeah,
Yeah.
I just
That's fair.
like where the break off is there. She's followed by a kid.
Okay.
But that's okay. So I'm gonna look at Seb in the eyes for this one. Jimbei.
Nice.
Oh.
Respect. Respect.
Oh
Uh,
man,
wow.
18.
Yeah,
Over
Katakuri,
Sanji too.
Over Green Bull?
followed by Katakuri.
Chat. Chat. I want your reactions to the Jinbei. Jinbei's not even on my list. I'll tell everyone now.
Oh my
He's
god.
not on my list either, yeah.
Jinbei top 18, bro.
I will.
That's
Jim,
kinda
Jimbei is that wise uncle that can whoop your ass, but will never do it until you
Wait,
push him
I
to
hope-
do it.
I hope
You had
there's water
Jinbei over
nearby.
Sanji?
Yeah,
You
that's
do?
kind of crazy to me.
Yeah,
Jinbei
I'm putting him.
over
I'm,
Sanji.
I'm putting
And
him
Jinbei over
Sanji.
Marco and King.
Yeah, I think.
Hey,
yeah.
Jinbei versus King might be a good fight because he can take out the water or
He
the
can take
fire
the
with the
water
water.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Jinbei would have held his own against any of the Toby Roppo.
definitely.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he kind of beat who's who pretty easily.
Yeah, dude,
Honestly.
it was like a 4-panel fight in the freaking manga.
It's like as soon as you made him mad, it was over. Right? It's
Boom.
like
He did
why are you
that
so
one-
mad all of a sudden, dude? This is
Because that's it. Like we've seen like what 12, 14 techniques of Jinbei so far. He probably has like another 30 in his pocket that are all better than the last one. Like his only
Yeah.
cracked one is the one he did with Ninja Dude when he stacked his
Raizo.
water jutsu. Raizo, thank you.
Yep.
That was kind of cracked, but it was a setup too. But yeah, so Jinbei's there, and I'm not done after that. Followed by Katakuri,
Okay.
and number 16 is Yamato. Because I do not yet
Yeah.
think Yamato enjoyed a father figure buff when he fought Kaido.
Oh, okay. I got you. You know, well, speaking of the Kaido fight with Yamato, something I've been thinking about is, like, no doubt it's really impressive that she had like a 1v or like held her own for a while 1v1 versus Kaido. But like I mentioned earlier, Zoro and Law didn't get knocked out from Thunder Bagwas after fighting a while, and we saw that earlier in the arc, Luffy got one-shotted by a Thunder Bagua. So I just think, generally speaking, Kaido's power is like kind of skewed, like in like a way that like it's like Oda just kind of did whatever he had to for the plot, right? Like if like Zoro blocking that combined attack, Yamato holding her own, so there can be like a father-daughter moment kind of thing, right? Like where like she says like you're not my dad anymore kind of thing, or like because she called him Kaido.
She's still a mythical Zoan with conquerors, and like she's cracked.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's definitely. It's like she's definitely really strong. I guess I just have a hard time waiting her 1v1 with Kaido, given that his Thunder Bagua in hybrid of all things didn't knock out Zoro in Law. So it's like what?
My logic here was also if Yamato I should. Well, Law's not in my list yet, right?
Yeah, yeah, like that.
Neither is Zoro. But my logic here was if Yamato joins the Straw Hat tomorrow morning, she's the second or third strongest. That's an argument we're having.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she definitely deserves, I think. I have her down at 23, and like I said, she could be easily up here, like you said, competing second or third strongest, so I could see her for sure higher up. All right, I'm going to move into my top half of the top 30. We're halfway done, and we're an hour and 15 minutes into it, which means we're roughly on time, which is beautiful. So at 15, I just want to say, whenever I was copying and pasting this list, I made one small mistake, but it's not that big of a mistake because this person's in the mud anyway. I forgot to include Green Bull back on, and so Green Bull should be here, but he's not in my actual list. So instead of just reorganizing it, just so you know, Green Bull's here. He's the last admiral. He's the weakest one. I just don't want to move everything around. But so this should be where Green Bull is. I just messed up. But at 15, we're gonna say I have Fujitora right above him. They're obviously they're both the new admirals. I got Sabo right above that, and then this is where I have Marco. So look at the discrepancy in some of the rankings.
Wow.
And then I have Law, and then I have Ben. And then I have Ben Beckman.
Ben Beckman
over Sabo.
Marco over Fujitora, bro?
Okay, I can
crazy.
see why, though, because I get Marco, I went by what he accomplished. But if you think about what we know of Marco, he's a phoenix.
Yeah,
So
he called
that guy cannot die. Like, straight up cannot die.
And he led the payback war, and even though they lost, he still survived. Like I don't even know how that would happen. Like he led the Whitebeard pirates without Whitebeard, and he survived. And he held off King and Queen for an extended period of time.
You can't be given credit for surviving in One Piece. You can't do that.
Oh, if you go and attack Blackbeard,
like compared to Blackbeard's crew, I feel like it is kind of impressive because the Whitebeard pirates were already washed up, and like no Blackbeard, no Dash, no Ace, no Odin.
Joe, one arm. No, I feel that. I do.
Yeah,
I'm the biggest Marco defender that's probably here. I guess not Dak. I didn't know Dak vote for Marco like this.
Guys, he held off two
Dak
crazy.
just got Employee of the Month on that one.
Marco over an Admiral is wild to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh well, look at
to me.
Fujitora and Dressrosa. Like I mean, not saying he's like weak by any means. Like obviously looked really strong, but he fought. Let's see, Sabo and Luffy and Zoro like sparred with him, right? And Zoro like temporarily, and like didn't overpower any of them. And this is before they had Conquerors and Awakenings and Future Sight and all that stuff, right? So I'm just like, I mean, maybe Fujitora's holding back to a degree because he knows these people aren't like actually bad people, right? I think that's fair. But yeah. I'm just not that impressed overall. Like, you know, like he didn't like if admirals are as strong as we thought they were, at least like they should be beating people like that. Like maybe not Sabo. Like Sabo seemed, you know, he had like pretty crazy armament hockey, like with the Dragon Claw thing. But like at that point in the story,
I think for go ahead.
I would say at that point in the story, Admiral should be waxing. I feel like, you know what I mean. Like that's before, like that's pretty much just post time skip. Like right out of, like he got like a little bit of training, I guess, fighting in Fishman Island and Punk Hazard and stuff. But when he got to Dressrosa, it's basically like he was leaving the island with Rayleigh, and it's like, and he was able to keep up with Fujitora while yelling out his attacks. You know what I'm saying?
So Dak, what about the fact that Green Bull washed two Yonko commanders?
Oh, they were still hurt
by himself, and then stated for the narrative purpose, almost specifically, that me as an admiral shouldn't be losing to merely commit. Like he straight up said that for all of us to hear. Like he straight up said that.
Yeah, but that was I don't know, man. That's like King without his wing. Like he's banged up and.
It's hard. Like,
Do
I
you,
doubt they got
Yeah,
proper first aid
no,
after they
they're
lost.
fresh off getting
Listen,
wiped, both of
It
them.
had been like a week plus, bro.
All right,
on,
You know what I
bro.
mean?
You're
Lost a
telling
wing,
me
like,
the
think
guy
about
that pushed Zoro to the edge?
The
got
wing
hit by
just means
Big
it's
Stuff?
harder. The wing just makes it harder for him to fly. Like, he still has Lunarian skin. He still has the flames on his back. Like, he's still who he is. You know what I mean? Like, Queen still has the tech. They just got washed. They're just not strong enough to deal with that. I just,
all right, wait.
I don't get that though, cause like why couldn't he just wash up Yamato then?
Yamato's
You see what I'm
stronger
saying?
than him. She was stronger than him on my list.
Yeah, she is, but I'm saying like that's one, and like I don't know, bro, cause like we didn't really see what happened with King and Queen with Green Bull. We just saw them on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
do
I
wanna-
I
we
just,
saw
I just
Yamato
feel
and Green Bull.
I don't know. I just feel narratively it's like we're getting past the commander levels. You know what I mean? Like Zoro and Sanji just fought Yonko commanders, and I don't
Yeah.
think any of us think they would beat an admiral right now. I mean, maybe some of y'all do.
But I
Apparently.
think,
Bro, Zoro would beat
I
Green
think
Bull, bro.
Zoro, Sanji, and
Yeah.
Jinbei beat Green Bull, not the
Hell
other
yeah.
ones.
Green
Not the
Bull
other
stocks are
Well,
so low, guys.
I'll
Like,
say this, and this isn't Jinbei hate.
Green Bull does not deserve to be an admiral.
Oh my god, this isn't Jinbei hate at all. I just think that's a terrible matchup for him. He's just watering the plants.
it's
that
a
he
bad
would
match.
grow.
oh, that's so
Matchup,
true.
but
That's
if we're
so
talking-
true.
It's a bad
But
matchup, but if we're
I
talking
think-
skills,
Oh man, I think you guys are sleeping on admirals, man. I think the
No,
admiral
I know,
disrespect-
This was coming. I knew
I
that
mess-
Admiral
I
slander
mess
was
with the
coming.
admirals. I mess with the admirals, but not Green Bull.
He's still an
Green Bull's
admiral.
above.
He still
listen,
got the
listen,
rank, though.
Nah, it doesn't
No,
matter.
no,
bro.
no, no.
Uh,
There's a
it's
narrative. There's a narrative to notice here. Every admiral we've met on their first occasion, badass motherfucker. Green Bull, well, kind of.
Well,
There we go.
on the
To be fair.
first instance, he was badass. It was after Shanks showed up.
Yeah, it was
He
all
lost.
at the same moment. It was all within the same moment, though. Like
That's true.
after.
It's Shanks though.
Because you gotta think
I
the
haven't
Straw Hats
seen
weren't even
Kizaru look
worried
like
about
a
Green
fool
Bull.
ever.
Yeah, but that's
Shots
because
didn't even
all
know
of them.
Green Bull. They didn't even
Hold
know.
on. But it was all the straw. It's. I don't think any of the admirals right now could fight Luffy, Sanji, and Jinbei straight up and win. You know what I mean? Like that's too much to deal with. I wouldn't be worried either if you're by yourself. You know. But I don't know. I still got the admirals relatively high, as y'all can see. They
I get
only one of
the,
them
I
is-
get the argument that the
But go-
fact that he's an admiral.
Going back to Marco deck, I think we should have seen more with Marco in Wano, because it's like, yeah, he clashed with King and Queen, but he didn't have like a real fight, so we didn't see him go all out.
But that was his fight, though. Like, he had to hold him off for an
Yeah.
extended period of time,
Right.
and like,
Yeah.
and I mean, and again, we didn't get to see that much, but from the fighting we did see, he was kind of cooking him. Like, remember, like when King came up and sliced like the bird wing off, but it was just like fire, and he did the blue bird attack and sent King back into the building, and then kneed Queen in the face. Like, it was just like back and forth, just like waxing him. But it's just, like, he couldn't keep up for that long. So to me, I'm like, he has to be above both those people in my mind. And I'm also thinking, like, this isn't the end all be all, but like, we're talking Whitebeard's first mate versus the first and second mate of Kaido, and like, I would just tend to think, like, again, it's not everything, but I'd probably take Whitebeard's people over Kaido's people. Like,
Really?
yeah, and I want to just bring up, because he did fight against, or was it against Kizaru that he clashed with him in Marineford, right?
they
So
were
that's
fighting,
good.
but then someone like hit him with like sea stone, and then he like fell, and Kizaru hit him with lasers because he couldn't fly anymore with the sea stone touching him. If I
He also
remember
clashed
correctly.
with
Wait, hold
Akainu
on.
to
So
save Luffy.
you really think he's stronger than Sabo?
I think that is a definite toss-up. I think that one's really hard. I could definitely say Sabo's above him.
You know what, Dak? Now I realize why you drafted Marco so high. I see it. I'm seeing it now.
Oh, and the utility, man. Dude, I can fly and heal my people, and he's strong. He's the
Yeah, he's
ultimate
one of the
crew
best-
member.
He has one of the best devil fruits for sure.
Like, if that's your
I do
doctor...
wanna,
Yes,
I do want to
Kev?
bring something up real quick, right? So, you said the Marco King Queen clash, right? You know what that reminds me of? In Wano, like very very similar point in time, is the Apu, Zoro, and Drake clash. Like these are all the same rank of like people in the world. These are all Yonko commanders, and they're all supernovas, and they're all clashing with one another. And he's holding off two of them at the same time. To me, that just seems like they're all equal level. And I know you're saying Marco's doing all the business after, which is true. But I do have to say, I think that's just to show like they can all do that type of stuff.
He also fought Big Mom for a little bit there and didn't get
He did.
completely destroyed, you know.
That's true too.
Technically, he got yoked up though. He did get yoked up, but I don't know. I just think it's a little high for Marco. That's me, and I love Marco.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
I love
and
Marco
and
too, yeah.
and we can also throw in the fact that like with the way Phoenixes work, whenever he dies, he probably just like respawns. So it's like
Yeah.
So like you probably defeated him, but you didn't. Like killing him's gonna be really hard. At least that's the way I think it works. I'm obviously we don't know for sure, but
I thought he was actually gonna die in Wano, like straight up. I thought like die. I'm gonna put huge air quotes. And
Yeah.
he would be like an egg, sort of like that dude on Big Mom's crew, the Baron Tamago guy. He would become like a little kid, an egg or something.
oh, I like
That's what
that.
I always assumed his awakening would be him coming back to life, but I don't know.
I can see that.
I want to see his awakened form though, because he would have blue fire god ribbon right, like around him. Like that would be really dope.
Oh, that'd be sick.
That would actually be really cool. All right, preach. We'll get your next 5.
All right, so yeah, I got Garp, I got Shiki, Kizaru, and then and then Big Mom.
Well, big mom this low.
Ooh.
Wait,
That's a
12.
spicy
Ooh.
Big
Wait,
Mom.
Garp. So
I
Garp at
love it.
15, Shiki at 14, 13. You said Kizaru. Sorry, I had to fix something. And then 12 was Big Mom.
Well, Ben Beckman and then Big Mom.
Ben Beckman and Big Mom. Okay, gotcha.
I love that. That's a little low for Big Mom, but I love it.
Man,
It's a
Big
bit
Mom's
low
in the
for
mud.
mommy.
Big
That's
Mom.
low-
What,
that's
happened?
low
Bro,
for
Big
mommy.
Mom, she's strong.
What happened to Charlotte?
I mean, so like, I guess I gotta think of who's above her now. So like, because Big Mom never got hurt until other than.
I guess I'm gonna just make a disclaimer because I got some weird ones in the top.
All right, that's
Ooh.
fair. That's
Like,
fair. We'll
you
see.
won't predict it, bro. You won't
Kong?
predict it.
Are you gonna have
Kong?
like Streusen in there or something?
I want to see Kong. I want to see Kong on some Streusen too. I want to see
Listen,
some good takes.
Drusen.
It's gonna be fun though.
crazy.
I think Boogie might be up there.
Seb, can we get your next 5?
All right, my next 5 at 15, I got Sengoku.
I like
the
that.
Buddha.
Respect to my
Yeah,
boy.
I respect my elders. Some of y'all don't
I
see
appreciate you.
That's some big respect. That's some
Listen,
admiration.
Yo,
We talking former fleet admiral. We talking probably gotta be a hockey master. Probably awakened his mythical Zoan god Buddha fruit. You know what I mean? Conqueror's hockey user. Listen.
Yeah, we get it. You're subscribed to Sengoku's Patreon. It's okay.
Listen. Sengoku
now he's
all day,
retired.
every day.
The OnlyFans.
Yeah.
That's what Sengoku's doing.
Oh my god.
Listen.
It's the goat.
just-
It's just the goat.
Yep. Yo.
I almost dropped him. And shout out to the guy that ranked Shiki. I just completely forgot that man existed.
Yeah.
That's fair,
entirely,
that's
so
fair.
He
I
didn't
forgot.
make my 30.
I forgot to put Green Bull because he was so disappointing. So I feel you.
Yeah. At 14, I have Rayleigh.
All right.
Silver's Rayleigh.
Nice.
Again, hockey master and the former right hand of the Pirate King. Like the actual right hand. All that stuff you talk about wings and stuff, Dak. This man was the right hand of the Pirate King.
Hey, Roger couldn't go any
real.
further. He couldn't go. He
For
couldn't fly far
real.
enough. Roger couldn't fly far enough. But must be because of the
man.
wings. Must be because of the wings.
All
I
right.
feel
It's the only
so
reason.
unworthy as a Riley fan right
I
now.
can't
feel like
believe
I
you-
betrayed him. It hurt.
Can't
No.
believe you.
You betrayed him.
All right.
What's 13? What's 13?
13 is Ben Beckman, aka
All right,
New
all right.
Rayleigh.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
I can
That's
accept that ranking.
Okay. And 12 is Garp, the Fist.
And I also
Nice.
and 11.
The fizz.
I also need 11.
Stupid high
Uh,
for someone who's probably not who you are.
Garp one shot in half your list, Dyer.
True.
Okay. All right. Urogi. All right. Remember you say his name.
Who does he one shot? Who does,
Rouge.
you're saying
Rouge.
you're saying Garp one shot Doflamingo?
It's possible. It's very
No,
possible.
that-
Rouge
that's
over Rayleigh
insane.
is
Yeah,
crazy.
that's definitely possible.
And number 11 is Fujitora. Don't sleep on the gravity fruit man. With
That's
the
fair.
ODA observation hockey and the Hawks. Like he's in it. Like again, I just rank admirals higher than most people.
Yeah, you just start. You need to
That's
start
fair.
respecting your elders less. Like screw those geriatrics.
Start disrespecting your elders.
Listen, I'm
Yeah.
not disrespecting my
hold
elders, man.
Fujitora over Ben Beckman. I feel like that's a close one, but I would put Ben Beckman higher.
That's tough.
Yeah, so I was tossing and turning. My whole thing, again, I rank admirals high. I don't think many subordinates are going to be able to defeat admirals, right? Ben Beckman is like the only exception I was willing to make. Ben Beckman and Sabo, technically.
Well,
like,
let me say this real quick though. The admirals are subordinates to the
I know.
Gorosei and Emu, so it's like it would kind of make
I know.
sense. It would make sense
know.
that all the
It's just-
subordinates, right, like the top ones, could
you
win.
notice the way Oda writes the story, he wants you to look at the admirals in this light, and I'm choosing to look at them in that light. You know what I mean?
I can respect that.
I just am.
I can respect
I mean,
that.
I respect where you're putting them because it's gonna be similar for me.
All right.
But
yeah,
Kev, your next 5.
Okay. This is gonna be like the penultimate. Like this is I'd say the craziest pick of the list.
I'm
right?
ready. I'm ready.
And after all that Admiral gas, at number 15 I got Kizaru. Number 15. Right?
Wow.
And then right
Wow.
after him I got Fujitora.
Okay.
Right after him. And then here we go. Number 13, we got my guy Robert Lucci at number 13 on the list.
Oh my!
He is the head of
the
Super
Admiral?
He
I don't
is the guy.
I don't know if you're home already, but you need to go somewhere else. Okay? There's no way in hell.
I'm serious.
Lucci
I'm serious.
over the
Lucci.
admirals.
He
Bro, I had
awakened.
green below, but-
Did Fujitora or Kizaru awaken? That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Like for now. And then above them, we got Roronoa Zoro, and then Trafalgar Law.
Bro, no, this can't be real.
I just a small bit of support to Kev, and I told him this before the stream, and not that I agree, but just a small bit of support is that. I mean, if Rob Lucci is the strongest of CP0, which like isn't 100%, but I think we could probably say that, then he should be as strong as admirals, right? Like if like the top members of the world government forces should be near the top of the Marines.
No. No, they.
Even just logically, right now, Kizaru is being looked at as the big bad of this arc right now. That Lucci
Lucci was. Kizaru's another big bad showing up. He's another big bad.
Also, think
bigger bad
about
is
it
on the
this
way.
way. The admirals need to be stronger. They are public figures. The average person does not know about CP0. Or their
No, but they
existence.
do know about CP0. They do. They know that the shield of the Celestial Dragons.
Wait,
What do
hold
you
on,
mean?
Dak,
Do people know that?
Larry said he's in. He said to check the.
Not confirmed
the
that people
Discord.
Wait,
know
why is Fujitora over Kizaru?
I just think he's cooler. That's really it. That's actually it.
Okay,
I just think
I'll
he's
accept
cooler.
that. I'll
I just
accept
think he's
that
cooler.
honesty.
And the reason this is the real reason.
Law
I,
over the
I,
Admirals, dude.
so I personally think Zoro is gonna fight Kizaru in this arc, and he's gonna not lose, but he's gonna actually like fight back in a even effort, in my opinion. Because this is gonna be like the Sabati 2.0. Kizaru obviously bodied Zoro in Sabati. I think he's gonna tussle with Kizaru and not get washed by any means whatsoever. He'll be the Rayleigh in his own scenario.
Okay.
That's
You
what
know
I'm
what,
thinking.
bro, I think Rob Lucci's gonna fight Kobe.
That'd be sick. Because the sword versus the shield.
I
love it.
don't think he could fight like Zoro or any of these characters.
I mean, he's fighting Luffy right now. He's fighting Luffy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but-
Dak. Larry said he's in the group discussions. I don't know if he made it to the stream.
Yeah, he
Just move
he
him.
has access to the stream room one. I'm trying
No,
to.
but Dak,
I
you
can't.
should be able to just grab them and move them.
Well, I can't do it on my computer is the problem because I have it on. Yeah, exactly. So that's why I'm just trying to tell him just to go do it himself because then it'll automatically move everything. And I don't have to reorganize the Discord thing.
And you just got a super.
Do you
chat, my
have
Dak.
a mod that could do it? Like drag them? Or like are we
Yo,
modded?
someone's just saying I'm high, bro. Kev easily the worst
You are
list.
high.
I don't power scale. I don't power
Kev.
scale.
Bro, it's just
that
the
was
Rob
bad.
Lucci big, bro.
Yeah,
No,
that was bad.
I think
Because
no.
the
Here's
other
the
ones
thing.
are fine.
And Seb, you are not partially to blame. Not partially, but you were saying he's gonna get one shot for weeks. For weeks, you were saying he's
No,
gonna
that
get
was
one shot.
Larry. That was Larry.
That was
technically.
Larry. Okay. Well, Larry, when he hops in, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Look what's happening now. He got
Can you at least
vantage.
acknowledge that a bigger bad is on the way?
Kizaru is definitely more dangerous. He's definitely more like. Don't get me wrong. This is not like he is stronger. It's just in my heart of hearts. My heart of hearts. One, I think Lucci's cooler, and two, Fujitora is also cooler than Kizaru. in my heart of hearts.
I just think like you gotta like how we said we gotta respect the OGs, but Kizaru's been an admiral for a minute now.
Yeah, but Lucci's been a main antagonist for a minute now.
Yeah, but the admirals are way higher.
I personally think main antagonist over anything. Like Crocodile back in the story, he's clearly a big deal. Clearly, you know what I mean?
Bro,
Kev, I love you. That's the worst placement so far. That
Yeah,
is.
yeah, I know.
Bro, that's it.
I know.
That's worse than my Greenville pick, bro.
Bro, the only one to me that's like possibly as bad is Killer. I just don't think Killer's that high.
Killer survived Roof Piece, man. He's solid.
He did.
He deserves a place on this list.
I think
He deserves
got
a place
sauce.
on this list. That's why I gave him 29, not much more. It's a respect for the man.
I'm just saying, he's the first
It is
Zoan
crazy,
awakening
bro.
we've seen besides Luffy, and he's one, he looks raw, and two,
Tyre,
he's
ooh.
going at it.
Sorry, Urauj, or however you say his name, that was a wild.
You're
But I respect it. I expect the
Rouge is
Rouge,
crazy,
but
bro.
that was kind of
Rouge is
wild, bro.
crazy.
So real quick, Larry, if you're listening, just go to the stream room in the bottom of the Discord. You have access. You should be able to see it. Or Seb, if you want to try messaging him. I just can't do
You're
it myself.
saying your Rouge at 27 for me is wild, and Preach has him at 22.
I was
And-
watching this on the list at all.
Yeah.
Oh my! I didn't even remember that. Oh man!
Bro, I have a
Wow.
Rouge
That's
over
true.
Greenville, bro.
That's true.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Yo, y'all killing
Like
me.
I'm wild,
I
but
didn't
he's even
remember
wilder.
Yo, I love y'all. I'll talk to Larry. Give me a second.
Yeah, Rouge is that guy, bro, for real. There's a reason that Oda's saving him. I'm telling you.
So do you want me to move on to my pick?
Hey, someone thinks I'm spitting.
I just
Someone thinks I'm spitting in the
can't.
chat.
Until Larry gets in here, I kind of can't.
Oh, you're stuck. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I know. Larry, Larry, you have the invite to the stream room.
Oh man. Kev, bro, like just put it into
Wait,
perspective.
wait, Dak, did you just change Larry's role now?
No, he's had his role for a while, and I went and gave him permission specifically, his account specifically. So I'm 100% sure he has access.
He's just come on, Larry.
I mean, I
Look
had
at you in the
issues
chat to
earlier,
see
so
some
maybe
takes.
it's not coming through. But well, real quick, I do want to do this in the meantime. Big shout out to Narrator for the super chat. Thank you very much. Thank you for the $10 actually. Garp is Roger's smoker. His feats are the Marines' cover-ups. Roger turned himself in. God Valley was early in Roger's journey, and Garp's help was a little more than Smoker's help in Alabasta. And obviously, you know, God Valley, like, it actually is a good point that it was early in Roger's journey, because obviously God Valley was, like, a much bigger deal than pretty much anything we've seen, I would imagine, you know, thus far. I mean, maybe Wano is somewhat on that tier, but yeah. I think Garp needs some major respect. I mean, that's why I have him kind of high, but yeah,
Pretty
no.
high.
Yeah, I mean, all I'm saying is we need a God Valley movie to give Garp and Roger
that
proper
would be
respect.
good.
That'd be amazing.
Honestly,
That's
that'd be
my
cool.
hope.
Like one year you don't like just do a movie where it's 15 minutes of the Straw Hats finding some Denden Mushi that recorded the whole God Valley thing, and that's the rest of the movie. I'm in.
That's what I hope we get. Like once the series is kind of over, you know what I mean? Like,
Little moments like that.
yep, or like the Ed War, you know, kind of thing, because we don't really know how that went down. We just saw the aftermath, right? So I see your cat, by the way, Dyer.
Oh, it's the fat cat. Say hi to Tiger Chat.
That coming on stream. All right. Well, while we wait for Larry, let's just get Dyer's last 5 real quick.
All right.
Let's your 15 through 11.
Number 15, we have Roro no Zoro.
I like that.
Number 14, we have Trafalgar Dewater Law.
All right.
Number 13, Joji Tora.
Okay.
Number 12, we have Ben Beckman. And at number 11, we have Kizaru.
Nice.
I like it. I think I feel like a lot of us, like I said earlier, like this section is almost all like the same people, just different, like very slightly different orders.
Yeah, like his is like mine, kind of inversed, because you got Zoro and Law at the bottom and Kizaru at the
Mhm.
top.
Man, I
I
want to see Kizaru fight Ben Beckman so bad, bro.
I want that.
Oh, yeah,
too, to be
same.
honest.
We're gonna
I
get that,
kinda
I feel
really
like.
want that.
I also
Ever since he.
Also, the lowest anyone had Fujitora ranked was 17th, and the highest was 11th. So it's like everyone had Fujitora like in the same range, and Ben
Yeah.
Beckman
God.
a little bit, except for Kev, who
Yeah.
disrespected my boy.
Hey, Lucci,
Where do you have Beckman, Kev? Or you have him at 18?
I think like 20 something.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna
No,
spend
18.
another couple seconds trying to get Larry in here.
Yeah, we literally have Ben Beckman within 3 slots. All the other ones. That's kind of nuts. That's like a consensus, basically. Because even you being like 5 slots lower is not that big of a stretch.
Yeah, like
On a-
don't get me
on a
wrong.
30
This is
list?
not like concrete. Like this is better. This is
really.
better. It's just like my thoughts. Because clearly none of you think Lucci is beating any of these people.
I don't think
But, you know.
anybody but you in the world.
If you had Lucci at like in the 23rd, like 28, 30, it would be alright. But I feel like it's
No, I
way
know.
too high, bro.
But people were slandering him.
Like top
You know
15
they
is
were.
crazy.
Listen, top
He's a
50.
main antagonist.
You
He's the
got him
main
over
antagonist.
like 3 admirals.
Yeah, but they're the lesser of the admirals. You know the other 2 admirals are high.
There's
You know
only
they're high.
there's only like 5 of them.
I mean, we're
Yeah,
entering
no,
the
those
top,
other 2 admirals are god tier.
we're entering the top 10 now, and I'm intrigued with like Preach. You who has Big Mom not in your top 10.
Yeah, that's kind
Who
of
the
crazy.
Another
hell?
wild
Who the
one.
hell do you have in your top 10? Like, what the hell?
But I'm telling you, bro, my
Wait, you have Zoro in your top. No, you don't. You already
it's-
have.
it's
him
gonna
out.
be a
I think
crazy
we
one
all
for
have
sure.
Zoro out already.
Yeah.
like you
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't guess it, bro. I'm telling you, like
Otherwise, I think the top 10s are gonna be very similar.
I'm sensing a wild card from Preach though, like Buggy or something like
It
that.
has to be.
Uh,
Big
probably,
Mom got
yeah,
dropped.
Actually, I'm sensing a wild card by One Piece Talk and 2 wild cards from Preach.
My top 10 is pretty
yo,
probably pretty standard. I feel.
I think my
maybe-
top 10's the norm. I assume. Like I don't know what this is like, but I just
I
feel
mean, I think like the top 5 is where we'll probably be bitching and like splitting
Yeah.
hairs. And
that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, the top 5.
I feel like it's gonna be
Alright.
like the Admiral
Yeah.
agenda versus the Yonko agenda. People.
There you
Yo,
go.
Look at that. Larry has like his own section. Let me
Yeah.
reorganize a little bit here.
what's good?
Not that
What's
we
good?
don't want Larry to have his own
Yeah.
section, but you know.
I don't think Larry made a top 10, a top 30 like actual list. Unless
Larry,
he did.
hey,
Bro,
Larry,
bro,
who has the best
Whatever,
list
we'll
so
do
bro.
far?
those.
Bro.
do
Larry
those.
has one in his mind, ready to go.
bro, what is up with these lists, bro?
We knew you were gonna say it, bro.
What's
Oh
Larry?
my
Give us your
God.
immediate reaction, Larry. We're
Bro.
ready.
There's out of the 5 people that's here, 4 of them placed Ben Beckham top 15. Are we smoking on this stream?
I put him
Oh,
down.
that's
Let's
oh,
go.
that's crazy.
Let's go.
That's
That's
crazy.
like-
I don't
like-
think
That's
so.
crazy.
That's like the least crazy thing on these lists.
No,
Look
bro.
at the list.
Larry Smith.
What has Ben
Whoa, hold
Beckham
up.
done?
He's
scared
all
Cesaro.
image. He's all image.
That's all you
Image,
need.
Come on, bro.
That's all
He's
you
scared
need.
of-
Rayleigh
he's
over
scared
Ben
of
Beckham.
Cesaro.
Come on, bro.
Really,
You know
Ben
what?
Beckham?
Yo, we might as well just put Kong up here then, huh?
No.
We talking all
Preach-
image.
Preach
Kong
on
is
his
alive.
Kong should be on here.
Yo,
Where's Kong
the
at?
madness, bro.
Doc, are you telling me
Larry.
you're pulling Kong in a
Oh
top
my
10
God.
because
Larry.
Kong's not on my list, but I wish he
Yo,
was.
Okay,
Yo,
okay.
Kev
I was like, if he's
has
in your top
Rob
10, I'm
Lucci
leaving.
over Fujitora.
Yeah.
Please, just take 5 minutes to yourself and breathe, bro.
God.
There's no way he's beating Fujitora. We know
I
this,
don't
right?
know.
Like, are we joking?
He's awakened. He's awakened.
Yo, so what?
I don't know. Is Fujitora
You got-
awake?
Hold
Kaido
on.
wasn't awakened.
Hold on, Kev. Don't
I think
Flamingo's
Kev was
awakened,
doing a
bro.
drip list.
Yeah,
more
don't
Like,
than
what are we
Flamingo.
talking about? What are we talking about?
It's a subordinate. He's a subordinate.
So is Lucci.
Lucci
Oh
is
my
the
God.
subordinate.
Oh
He's
my
not a
God.
subordinate. He's the
Bro.
And
subordinate.
Dopamine was not a subordinate. He's a pirate captain.
He's subordinate to Kaido.
Oh my God. No, he's a business deal partner, bro.
He's a clown. He's a joker. He's a clown.
Oh my God. Bro.
Hey,
That got me tight, bro. All 5. Yeah, it's not even just one. It's all 5, bro.
What's
Larry.
wrong with me? Come on.
yeah. Well, let's go
Yeah, I
list
got the
by.
best list
Yeah.
for
What's
sure.
wrong with Dyer's list?
I'll list screen.
Let's go list by list. Larry, give us your biggest gripe with each list.
I feel you have.
That Green Bull even made the list. One.
Top-
He's not on mine. He's not on mine. It was an
Greenville's
accident, but he's not on mine.
top 30 to you, bro?
Yo, Crocodile's not top 30 at all.
That's crazy.
Oh, he's my
Crocodile
30.
lucky he beat Smoker, bro. If we being real.
Bro, they were roasting me for the Green Bull pick.
Yo, that
I
Green
had
Bull
him-
pick.
That's
I mean,
too
I mean,
low.
if those are my
No, no,
two
no,
hottest
no.
takes of the list, I'm good.
Well, Green Bull
Bro.
should be low.
Bro, Dyer, you have Sengoku 2 levels under Doflamingo, but your Rouge is stronger than Sengoku. Yo, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yo, I need Advil, bro. I need my banana. I need my banana. I
Go
need
get
my
the banana,
banana. Where
Larry.
my banana at, bro? There's no way we talking about the previous Fleet Admiral
Yeah.
with
But
a
se-
God Fruit.
And we're
Conqueror's
talking
Haki
about the only
and reigns supreme.
yeah, the only supernova we haven't met yet. Like, we're not forgetting that Luffy, Zoro are supernovas, so are Law and
Law,
Kid. Like,
Kid,
this
yeah.
guy's
It's crazy.
crack.
Yo,
Yo, you-
Capone supernova, yo. I'll
Yo.
put
Yeah, he's
supernova.
shit too. And Hawkins
Hawkins
is
is
dead.
Hawkins is supernova.
Yeah, but X-Drake
Hawkins
is
is
dead.
dead.
It
Bro,
was mid
they-
too,
Hawkins
but-
That's true.
Drake
That's true. It
is
can't be on the
supernova
list.
too,
Yeah,
man.
but
Listen,
there's a
listen.
there's a tier of them that are better, and I feel like Oda didn't keep the last one to be in the shitty tier. Like,
You
come
know what's crazy about this, Dyer?
Unless he's a fodder for Blackbeard.
That
What?
your Rouge beat Snack, but Kid couldn't.
Yeah.
But we saying that Kid, how many levels above him just because he has some showing?
Wait, do we know that Kid fought Snap?
Yeah,
I don't think we
we
know
don't
what
know
Admiral it was. I don't
Yeah,
think,
that-
or what
that's what
commander.
got-
We don't know
that's
what
what got
commander he
Rojo
fought.
from-
But
But
What,
no,
what
but
commander you
to be
think
fair,
he
though,
fought?
They just didn't say.
Larry's.
Hold up, wait.
And they
but
never
that-
said he
I'm
lost.
not sure I can even take
It's probably
this argument as
Smoothie.
true.
Hold
Smoothie
on,
probably
they never-
likes
they
Kid.
never-
She's probably got
But
the
they
hots
never,
for Kid.
again, they never said Kid lost that fight.
And
Yeah,
you
he
can't
just
do
took
that.
it
'cause
That's true.
if
That's
you think
true.
About, like, Kid just fought Big Mom and Kaido, so he definitely got a huge boost.
Like, whatever happened back then, he fought Kaido. She fought Kaido and Big Mom recently. So
like
Yo,
Kid,
but
Kid is
they-
way
That's what I'm
stronger
going
now
with.
than from when that happened.
Yeah.
Yo, but is
Yeah, and
he,
Kid
is
beat
he
that
above,
commander anyway.
Is he above first commanders and Green Ball strong?
yeah,
Like,
I think
Wait,
he's
hold
got
on. Wait,
sauce.
do you say is Kid stronger
Green
than first
Bull is
commanders?
ass.
yes.
Why would Kid not be stronger than like?
You said yourself
Katakuri,
Green Bull
King?
should not even be on the list.
Yo, but-
Kid should at least be
Yo,
on the
Kid
list.
shouldn't even
so
be on
that's
the
a-
list. Kid ain't top
Oh, come
30.
on.
Nah, that's
Whoa,
crazy.
that's
Come
cap.
on,
That's
bro.
cap.
Hey,
That's
Kid
cap.
is top,
crazy.
bro. What
Taking
you
a
do?
beating
Nah.
from Big
I
Mom,
want
and
y'all
you-
to know Larry's list would be worse than every one of our lists. I
Absolutely
need y'all to
not.
understand that.
Absolutely not.
I need y'all to
Absolutely not.
understand that.
But what-
I'd be
Trash.
intrigued. I would be intrigued.
Bro,
What
you
first
got
commander could
Sanji
just
above
sit there-
Katakuri and Marco. What we talking about, bro?
I don't. I don't have Sanji above Katakuri.
All right, I'm not gonna mess with y'all list. Just know that it's looking a little
Hey, no,
wild.
hold on, hold
but
on. Who has
come
the
on.
best one though?
I like
The
that.
best one so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Green Bull's not on my list, Larry. If that helps you.
Bro, Dak, you got
On
lucky
accident.
Rule.
You have Green Bull on your list.
Listen, Dak, you're already ruled out. You got Lucky Rule on the list. I don't care what
Oh,
you say.
the fastest person in One Piece.
Sure, bro.
That's what Oda said.
Preach. I like the Yamato and the Zoro next to each other. That's
That's
real
the one.
nice.
I think
That's
we
real
all did
nice.
that. I
The
think we all
Yaruj
did
over
that.
Sengoku is just terrible. But I'm not gonna cap. I like that you have Magellan on there. I'm okay, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. Yo, Magellan is much stronger than people like to believe.
Yeah.
Facts.
Big Mom definitely not 11, bro. But Sebastian's, I don't even count Sebastian. Sebastian doesn't even know what One Piece is.
Oh my god.
We'll just go to Kev's.
You can skip my list. You can completely
Yeah,
skip my
yeah.
list.
Bro,
That's-
I'm on the
that's love.
podcast with you. I know you're the best. You
That's just
don't
love.
make sense, bro.
Dude,
Rank
rank my list, bro.
Bro, you have Sanji over Katakuri and Marco. You're immediately out, bro. He passed out doing an attack against Queen.
No, Sanji over Marco is fine, I think.
Yeah? How does he hurt him, bro?
But that's not what power scaling is. You can't just
Yeah,
say who
bro,
wins
it's
on
not-
one on one.
Yeah, it's not 1v1. If that's the case, Bo is top 2, bro. What are we talking about?
Probably, yeah.
That's facts.
Yeah, you can't do that.
So how we power scaling? him?
Well,
How they
bro,
scale in the
bro,
world.
what attack? What offensive attack does
You're the
does
power
Marco
scaler,
have
man.
that matches up to what Sanji did to Queen?
I
Because he
mean,
launched him out of Onigashima.
He did.
okay, and then he passed out right after from that same attack.
But I'm saying like Marco can't do that. Marco doesn't
What are
have
you
the
talking
offensive
about? Marco
ability, but
took
Sanji
both
still
of
has
them
the
on for a
defensive
period
ability.
of time.
So did
Who
Sanji.
took on Zoro and Drake at the same
Oh,
time?
hold on. So did Sanji.
Well, and Sanji fought.
He was pre-power up when he did that.
And Sanji did fight King and Queen at the same time for a while too, like
Thank
Marco
you.
did. Although Sanji
Damn,
doesn't
yo.
seem to have done it for quite as long, and he like
when I
was
mentioned
pretty
that
beat pretty quick,
Marco only fought them and then he lost to King, and it's always, well, he was healing the entire floor.
He was.
That's true.
All right, he's no longer healing the entire floor.
And Sanji got a power up after he fought King and Queen.
So it comes down to stamina.
What you?
No,
Oh,
it comes down to offensive ability because that's the most important thing.
So does Sanji have a great enough hockey in order to hurt Marco at all?
Yes, I would assume.
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
Say
and
so.
he got the blue fire too. So yeah, I'm
Damn,
taking
that's
Sanji.
crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say because like King sliced Marco like his wing and it didn't hurt him, right? Like Marco was just able to like take the flame and use it as an attack. But I think it's fair to say that's going to make Marco tired over time, right? Like,
Listen,
so I guess it
gotta
kind of
understand.
depends.
Larry got
That's crazy.
King over Blackbeard, so like nothing he says matters.
Larry has
You get
King
what I'm
over
saying?
Blackbeard. You
King
said?
over Black
does.
King?
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Yonko
Oh.
Commander.
Oh.
Now I want you. I know
like
I
I
want
said,
to your list.
Commander.
So does
You
Nothing
can be
he
spitting all
says
this.
matters.
and
okay,
doing
so does
shit
Blackbeard
like that.
have Future Sight?
Who cares?
Okay, does Blackbeard have Conqueror's Coding?
Who
Does
cares?
King have either of those
Okay,
things?
He has the fruit
Blackbeard
to
have Rio?
compensate for that.
Does Blackbeard have Rio?
Does King have plot?
Hold on. I'm asking questions. Does he have Rio?
No, he doesn't.
No.
Okay, does he have Awakenings?
He has the two best fruits in the world
Okay,
in
so,
accordance.
So basically, a show
Look, bro,
built
I'm
on
gonna assume.
willpower,
No, hold up.
the
Wait, hold
premise
up.
of the show, he doesn't fit any of those categories.
Wait, you think Rob Lucci has the Awakening but not Blackbeard, the guy who's mastering devil fruits?
Yo, that was bullshit by Oda, and we all know that.
No,
that's
hold
not
on, hold on.
behind
my
it.
But you really think
God.
Blackbeard? You think
Was it not?
Blackbeard, the guy
Yo,
who,
was
who
it
loves
not?
devil
Like
fruits,
Blackbeard
you
is
think he's not gonna have
overrated,
an
but
awakening,
not
though?
that much. Come on.
Blackbeard's not
Come on, bro.
overrated.
Blackbeard, he wanted that devil fruit for a reason. Like, if anything, he's going to awaken it.
Yeah, Blackbeard also has like mad
Yeah.
plot
Double
armor.
fruit.
Like,
He
Blackbeard's
is
gonna awaken it.
darkness.
Yeah,
My
bro,
man's
come on,
the
like-
best cook, not the strongest beef
Okay,
around.
so
but
name-
I know we
he-
haven't seen it yet, but I'm just saying,
Team.
like,
So when he fight a non-devil fruit user and went that hard, bro? Because when I saw him fight a non-devil fruit user, like
I
a
don't-
S-Hawk,
I don't
what did he
disagree.
do? He panicked.
He's not
Couldn't
impressive.
compete
He's
and
not
started using the
impressive,
darkness fruit immediately.
but he has the right fruits.
Yo, who cares, bro? The fruit game isn't top
think-
tier level.
I'd say Whitebeard gave
it's
a
hockey.
shit.
it is when you have the two best ones.
The
Like, those are two
Awakening,
of the
though.
best fruits.
Okay, now we just considering that Blackbeard has awakened his fruits.
I think he's
I
definitely.
think it's fair to say that it would happen
yeah.
next time we see him in a big
That's not
fight,
even
right?
relevant to the
What proof?
conversation.
Who he beat, bro?
It's about the will of the fruit, bro.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yep,
I mean,
yep.
Sounds like the
beat
will
Marco,
of
bro. He beat
speculation.
Marco.
Okay, let me ask
The
you a
will of
question.
speculation.
Let me ask
bro.
you a question, Larry. Who's writing him?
Don't matter who's right.
No.
It's-
Oda be
Oda.
lying all the time, bro.
Besides
Come on,
Emu,
bro.
who
Like,
else
let's
is
be
the
real.
main
Let's be real.
villain?
Blackbeard is one of the final antagonists.
Yeah.
He will be.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
at this point, people are still undecided if it's actually a Kaido or Emu. So if we going by
No, bro,
antagonists
it's not a
for
Kaido.
real, come on,
It's
bro.
Blackbeard or Emu. It's not.
Yes,
a
but there's
kind of-
no way
so-
it's a Kainu.
So
Or
like,
Shang,
that,
yeah.
that proves my point. You don't know if he's actually the antagonist, but yet we give him this pedestal that he sits on with no information.
Because
We
it-
just
because,
know he's
bro,
gonna be
it's-
there.
Nah, because if whoever is being compared to Luffy, you have to.
Yeah.
Right. He's literally compared to Luffy the whole.
Yo,
se-
Kobe
the whole
up there,
story.
bro.
Dark
Yo,
Luffy,
Kobe
straight
top
up.
tier, bro. That's it, yo.
Hey,
That's-
real
that's
quick.
Luffy's rival, yo.
Hey, wait, wait.
Yo, greatest
Hey,
marine, bro.
He's not.
You need
he's
to
not
show a
compared to
list before
Luffy.
he keeps talking
What do
shit
you mean
like
he's not
this.
compared to Luffy?
Hey, real
If
quick.
anybody's
real-
compared to Luffy, it's Kobe.
Hey,
No,
real
he's
quick,
not,
guys.
bro.
What?
Just carrying off of the Kobe point. I just want to keep things moving.
Okay.
Real
Oh,
quick.
there you
I got a couple super chats I want to get through, and the first one's about Kobe, so it's a perfect time to just tie it in. So thank you, narrator, for the $2 super chat, saying I'm waiting for everyone's Kobe placement. He was one of my first ones, or maybe the first one on my honorable mention list. So I got mad love for Kobe. Next time we see him, if we see this kidnapping stuff go down and all that, then maybe
Kobe
Maybe-
doesn't
maybe
get
he'll
past
show-
Virgo.
He's high tier for sure.
Kobe doesn't get past Virgo.
I don't know. I
Ooh,
mean,
that's
he's
tough.
young.
I
It's
don't-
it's
I
impressive
don't
because
get-
he's young.
As of right now, I don't disagree with Larry. Right?
yeah. I mean
I don't think
he's
Kobe's strong.
I mean, well, we saw the torpedo thing, right? I mean, he's growing real quick. So you
Cool,
just
bro.
get ready.
I had
Just get
full
ready.
body hockey.
Just get ready.
Slamming the ground
Well,
with
that
bamboo sticks,
that hasn't
creating
hasn't
spears.
seemed to be much because both people who
He
did
got
full body,
full body and
hockey
got
got
body.
absolutely cooked. So
Yo, but
it's almost like a
the only
waste at
time-
this point.
The
If
only
we-
time
when we
Law
do
hasn't
this
been able
and-
to use his abilities was on top tier Yonkos such as Big Mom and Kaido.
Yo, if we do this end of series, Kobe,
We
will probably
knocking
be
Virgo
top
because
10.
of top tier
Yeah.
hockey of Yonkos.
Definitely.
Real quick, next super chat from my boy Blumph God. Hey, Sean P. I appreciate you stopping in, man. I'm disappointed in Preach and Kev not having Kizaru in the top 10, and I agree. Dyer gets a slide because I'm not familiar with him. Also, what is Preach smoking with Big Mom? Hey, I feel that, man. Big Mom outside the top 10, Preach.
I mean,
You got anything to say?
I'm one down the top 10 too. I'm not that bad.
Disrespectful.
Hey, Big Mom. I mean, she's
Getting a
definitely in the
little
gutter
older.
a little bit, but
She's getting old.
she
cooking.
also gets clowned on. That's my biggest problem. Is Oda's like, hey, look, here's an iron balloon that can't get hurt. Let me show you how much of an iron balloon she is by throwing her in the ocean, having her get hit with a giant motorcycle and rolling out of the building, like all this stupid stuff.
Yo,
Anyways.
Big Mom, the thing I know about Oda is that he don't like women to shine in his manga, bro.
Unless
Straight
it's Nami
Unless
or
it's
Robin
Nami.
or Robin.
But I think, bro, but Big Mom is. I feel like she. I know people disrespect Big Mom, but I think she got her shine.
We're gonna get shit from someone in your server for not putting Nami in the top 30, Larry.
You don't want to deal with her, bro. Her hockey
Hey.
is so hard, freaking good, bro.
And
Listen,
then
Big Mom didn't even get beat, bro. She literally got ringed out.
hey, Ozd Phenom's on your side, Larry. Super chatted $2 and said, "Y'all had your chance. Let Larry cook." I don't know if he's been cooking up anything good, but
He's been peeling bananas. That's for sure.
yep. I do agree with some of his criticisms, though. That's for sure. But anyways, narrator, thank you for the $5 super chat. If Sugar isn't in your top 5, your list just isn't valid. Honestly, everyone that can't use their hockey to negate devil fruit powers is
kind of
susceptible to
accurate.
sugar. So
Yeah.
that's honestly a good point. And like, there's probably only
But I think
5, 10
everyone on
people
our
can do
list
it.
has hockey so far.
Yeah, well, they need strong enough hockey to like cancel it. But I feel like if Law could now and like the Yonko could, it gives us like a decent, range. Probably like the top 15, 20, probably somewhere around there might be able to. I don't know. But all right. So we have about an hour left. So we're gonna go ahead and move into the top 10 for everybody. We're gonna go 5 at a time, just like we did the rest of the way. I'm gonna start us off, and at 10, I got Kizaru.
Fair.
And then right above that, I have Luffy. Might be a little low, but we'll talk about it.
Very low.
And then it could be higher, but just wait. And then I got Aokiji. He's been awakened way longer than Luffy. You know what I'm saying?
I think Luffy makes Aokiji's eyes some mushy, weird stuff in his ass.
I guess we'll see. Or what if he can freeze him before, you know what I'm saying? He can even like move or think, right? Like I don't know.
That's a fair argument. Both should be higher.
Yeah, I think from this point on, I think there's a lot of, we'll see. Next, I got Mihawk, and then I got Big Mom.
I think Big Mom's a bit low.
You think?
Nah, she's
We'll see.
good there.
We'll see.
She's
We'll
good
see.
there.
She,
I felt like
around
this is
the
a
same
healthy.
range.
I felt like this
She's
is
a
a
little
healthy.
Not
Little
very
high?
low, but
she a little high for me.
not that low, but a bit low.
Little high for Preach, that's for sure.
A little high for me.
All right,
Big Mom's a fucking menace.
that's what I'm saying. Preach, you're 10 through 6.
This one's about to be crazy, man. All right. So
I'm
we
ready.
got number 10, Kuzan.
All
We
right.
got,
Who's
number
on?
9,
Okay, yeah,
Luffy.
Aokiji. Okay.
Yeah. Who's
Luffy
number
at
9? Luffy. Hey, I like it, man. I like it.
All right, we got number 8,
Guys are nuts.
Mihawk.
Oh wow.
All
And
right.
This is about to be insane, bro. All right, number 7, we have Zunisha.
I
like that.
Yo.
I like that.
Okay, and
I like
then
that.
number 6, we got Shirahoshi.
Oh my
Shit,
god.
No way. No way.
Got
She
Shirahoshi.
cannot do shit.
Oh man.
Wimpy Hoshi? Wimpy Hoshi.
Larry.
Yeah.
No.
Is Larry looking? Larry, what do you think
You
about
you
this?
just killed all the good grief that we gave you for that Zunisha pick with Shirahoshi right after.
Bro, it's an ancient weapon, bro. I don't know
Yeah,
what to
she doesn't even know how to activate it, bro.
well and
No,
and the
nah,
Sea
bro,
Kings
bro.
can't get out of the water. Right? That's my
Nah,
problem
bro.
is
Uh,
what's,
The
No,
ancient
but-
weapons, we already know they're broken. Like,
Yeah, but at end of series, I don't disagree that maybe she'll be there. But right now, she ain't doing shit.
even right now.
Shirahoshi.
Shirahoshi.
The battle is right now.
Shirahoshi over Big Mom.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Shirahoshi on this list at all is crazy to me. I'm sorry.
I debated it.
Preach need to check his heartbeat.
I mean,
You okay?
I mean, it's like
Bro,
if you take
if
into
you're
account that
gonna hype
nobody
up the
can
intro
get to
for
her.
how long?
That's true.
Like those two picks are yin and yang right there.
Buddy could
Yeah.
have took out Shirahoshi if she
They're the
wanted.
same. But I just like, I think,
a
honestly,
Vanderdecken.
actually,
Fair,
hold on.
that's
Vanderdecken
fair.
could have took
Well,
out
actually,
Vanderdecken.
no,
Shirahoshi.
you're right. You're right. You could put Zunisha higher than Shirahoshi, but I'm gonna just say, bro, like, that's Joy Boy's Nakama, bro. For 900 years, no one could take him down.
She's not yet. This is like saying that
Yeah.
like
That's not
gear
true.
2. That's like saying
He
gear
just
2
couldn't be
Luffy is
found.
gear 5 Luffy. That's not the case.
So preach. My problem with your list, right, is that anybody on our list could beat Shirahoshi in a fight.
Yeah.
I don't
Every
think so, bro.
Even
single
killer.
person,
Even killer.
No,
like
Yeah,
every
you can kill her.
Even
single
killer.
person.
And he's just getting respect placement.
she
at
has
this-
the strongest, bro. She has the strongest ability in the series.
She can't control it though. Like
Yeah,
she
matter.
doesn't
If
use
She
it.
can
though.
control it now, I
Control it?
think, right?
No.
Like,
It doesn't matter.
You
Well,
have
now
the
she's
best guns
aware
in the
of it.
world, but you get no bullets.
You don't need to control
What do
it.
you do?
yeah, like
Bro, she was using when she was like 5 years old. You think she can't control it?
No, she can't.
No, she can't.
We saw that she can't. Everything
can't
we
control
know
it.
shows that she can't.
Bro, even if she can't control it, if she uses it, it's over.
Okay, so you're playing like on a 2% roll that like okay, she'll pull it off.
which like if we're using plot armor, you know,
Yeah.
she would,
Fair.
you
Oh,
know,
it's
but,
it's the final saga. The
Okay.
ancient weapons are here.
I mean,
so like,
also preach by that
Well,
logic.
we're
How
not
come you
here
didn't
to
pick
change you,
Momo?
We're just here to
Unless
argue.
Momo's higher up.
what
Because
about
he
Momo?
he can straight up control Zunisha, and he has a dragon
That's
down for. Like,
Well,
why isn't he
fun fact,
higher on your list?
Alright,
Unless he's
it's
higher.
the
He's
same
built
thing.
like-
It's the
he's
same
built like
thing.
Odin.
Zunisha, Momo, it's the same.
hey, is
Oh,
Pluton
is
is
Momo-
Pluton
is
on your
Momo
list?
5?
Well, it's the same thing. You just put him right there with it's Momo parentheses Zunisha. Either way.
What? We're saying Momo beats Big Mom? Are you saying what?
With
If
Zunisha.
Zunisha's there, yeah.
Oh,
I don't.
okay.
Zunisha almost fell to Jack. Like some
No,
some
it- bro,
cannon.
But she couldn't do
One
anything.
shot, Jack.
But she couldn't do anything, right?
Well,
Like
like,
when she was
one-shot
allowed
Jack.
to do something.
What I'm
she
saying
couldn't.
is Jack shot cannon fire at Zunisha, and she was like, "Yo, I'm about to fall into the ocean. Please allow me to hit this person." You know what I mean? Like the cannon fire
but
wouldn't even work on
but it's-
anyone on my list.
But it's an instant kill though. Jack got one
Yeah.
shot, bro. Like there's no there's no way around it. Like
That is
Shirahoshi,
true.
when they bring out the Sea Kings, it's over for any of these characters. That's what, the only ones. Maybe Blackbeard could be
if-
either.
Well, I
If
will
the
say,
water's around-
well, one thing I was about to say. One thing is he did get hit into the water, which he definitely got hurt a lot. But we did see him like wake up. Like I don't know how much longer it was in the water after that. So it's like if that was a normal fight and he landed on the ground, would
Yeah,
he have not been
yeah.
passed out? Like would he have gotten back up? I genuinely don't
fully
No,
know.
I'm,
believe-
bro,
hold
I'm
on,
just
I
trolling
fully
Joe,
believe-
but like,
I fully believe that Jack was knocked, but we technically didn't even see him get knocked out. He just was in the water, fully
They were
conscious.
just floating.
You know what I mean?
oh,
Like,
okay, yeah, nah, I see what you're saying.
Hey, real quick, I just want to give a shout out to a couple super chats because they're kind of funny, honestly. First one, Matt Cipher, thank you for the 10 bits, man. I appreciate it. I have a controversial opinion. Sanji could beat Katakuri. I think his speed could get past Future Sight, like how Kaido trumped Luffy's Future Sight. Plus, I think Sanji's more durable and any male food user, and Sanji would literally cook them. Okay, yeah, so yeah, that's true. Like
100%.
food, and speed. I like that. That's a good point.
100%.
That's a good
agreed.
point.
And flame too. Like you
It
can
would
burn.
not. It would not matter.
Okay.
I think his speed would help, but
Speed
I
is
don't
the
know how-
hard counter to Future Sight. Luffy said it. Kaido said it. Luffy straight
Yeah.
up did it. And Sanji's faster than Katakuri is. He
that
also
would be really interesting.
finessed his Future Sight on Whole Cake Island before his speed buffs. Anyway. But
Anywho,
But yeah, now you see why my list was like a little weird because Big Mom should be in the top 10, but those two kind of ruined it.
Yeah, Big Mom, like based off her lore and stuff, like she can't even get hurt other than like unless she's freaking out or you use, you know, the Opie no Mi awakening or whatever. So it's like it's kind of hard to scale her because she also gets memed all the time.
Yeah.
But anyway, narrator, thank you for the $5 super chat, man. I appreciate you. I swear to God, if you put Kaido above Luffy, you know you're wrong. I don't know I'm wrong, but I am putting him above Luffy. But I think that there's a
we
good
all are.
reason. Yeah, I think there's a good reason though, because he had so much help during the fight, right?
dude,
Like,
there's like 10 hours of bashing on Kaido before Luffy beats by
And-
like 20 different people. Let's not.
And we
deny
also don't even know if Kaido is actually beaten. Like, if he
Dead,
actually
dead,
is knocked
yeah.
out or dead or whatever. Like, he could just be
Yeah, that's
awake
it.
but stuck, like, for all we know, right? But thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate you. And then Blumph God super chatted $2. Now I'm convinced Preach has the best drugs. Preach got to send some of those my way, man. Oh, man, that's funny.
Sorry, Preach. I
Thank
get
you,
hate
Sean
too,
P.
bro.
Appreciate you. It's all right, Preach. The top 5 will make up for it.
Hopefully.
And then narrator, another $5 super chat. I appreciate you, man. Sea Kings might be able to leave the water. The animals the new fishermen pirates rode were like smaller Sea Kings and were amphibious. That's actually
Bro,
an
you
interesting
gotta
point.
realize how big the Sea Kings was. Like, it was bigger than Fishman Island.
Yo, bro, don't they gotta swim in order to like protect her? Like get there? Like what if they're like not even nearby?
Why
Yeah,
would they
but
not
she
be
was on-
nearby?
Yeah, but
she was
old
on the red
Riley
line,
can,
remember?
old
How are
Riley
they gonna
can
get to the
push
red
them
line?
away just by swimming, guys.
You know what I'm saying? Like Vanderdecken literally put her in a castle for like ever. Because he was just chucking stuff at her. Like she could have easily just bit that bullet. You think that she would have just summoned on accident a Sea King to protect her?
I don't know how the power works. All I'm saying is it's an ankle weapon, bro.
Or why is she top
That's all I'm
6, bro?
Of clout alone.
All clout.
She's an ancient
That's it.
weapon,
That's it,
alone,
that's it.
clout.
Hey, hold up. We
Wow.
didn't see Mihawk do anything. We didn't see
Oh, we
Akainu,
saw
like-
Mihawk do a lot. He shouldn't even be top 10.
Oh, I'm gonna get some heat if this is how much heat is getting. Given
Oh,
this
so
one.
much heat
Yeah.
is coming, man.
Larry, don't worry, Dyer. You know Larry's a hater.
I'm not.
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
worry,
no,
Preach.
okay.
I saw.
I'm not scared of Larry's heat.
Mihawk try
I'm
to attack
scared of your
Luffy
collective heat.
12 times and only landed once at Marine Ford. After he said, "Yo, let fate handle his decision to die or not."
Where's
Saw him
Mihawk
get
for
blocked by Jozu. Sword slash meant for Ianko. What happened to that?
you? But hold up. Where would Mihawk be for you then?
Mihawk right now?
Like, or just like
He'd be
a
under the
rough
OG
estimate,
admirals.
like
He'd
top
be under
10,
the
top
OG admirals.
15.
Wherever I think the OG admirals, if we're talking about people that are alive, the OG admirals should take the place of like 13, 12, 11, or 10. And then we have whoever else up top.
Okay.
Interesting. I feel like it's tough. Because, like, I don't know.
I feel that 13, 12, 11, or 10 is low for a lot of the OGM.
I don't think so because like, you gotta realize like Mihawk.
For like
bro,
2 of the 3.
once Mihawk turns against the world government, he gets like a crazy clout from the government.
Damn.
And
but
to
instead of-
become
but
world's
in-
strongest swordsman, you
yeah,
have
it's crazy.
to
The
be
world's
doing
strongest
something.
swantsman is under a clown though.
Okay, but he's
He didn't wanna
obviously
go
opting
that
into it.
himself.
But he's
That's
obviously
why
opting it.
Yanko himself, huh?
I mean,
choice.
I'm just saying the strongest creature in the world pretty much lived up to it. The strongest man in the world pretty much lived up to it. I think the world's strongest swordsman is also
Yeah.
gonna do that, right?
No, I'm saying like they fear Mihawk. There's no reason to
Right.
put that bounty so high when it's just one
Yeah.
man.
And he's also the
Dude,
marine hunter.
He's a lone man on an island. They would have knocked him out and wiped him from existence if they could that easily.
So who they send after Mihawk to go capture him, yo?
I don't
Who?
know.
What big name do we know of?
We don't even know because we just saw like the ships arrive and he bolted, right?
But
That's
that's
my
it.
point.
Exactly. Why didn't Kizaru just go
Buggy.
kill him?
Shanks
Hey.
wouldn't be under Buggy. That's all I know. Kaido wouldn't. Big Mom
but
wouldn't.
Mihawk does not have Conqueror's Hug. He does not have
No,
like,
I'm not gonna
leadership
say that.
ambition.
No, I'm not gonna
I
say
just-
that.
I
but
just
that's
don't know
what
why we
no,
would-
but
It
he
was
doesn't
about wasn't Mihawk about to kill Buggy though? Once he
But he's
saw
not.
it?
He's not a leader. He
Yo,
just
that's-
doesn't care. He's
Like,
just
he's
a
saying like
cozy,
he's saying like he
lazy
just
ass.
let him do it if he was about to kill him.
Yo, Preach,
I
you
just-
remember at Marine Ford when he tried to cut Luffy and Buggy was right behind him and couldn't cut Buggy either?
Are you
Crazy,
really going with
Why would he
Hockey
kill
Marine
Luffy, though?
Ford as your?
What do you
So
mean? Why
we-
we
are
kill
we-
Luffy?
are we-
He was
are
trying
we
to kill
not-
Marine Ford.
Are we not
all the
accounting for
warlords were
like?
not trying to kill Luffy.
Are we not accounting for the fact that Zoro?
What?
Like, this is his dream. Like, why are we
Yeah.
discounting Zoro's dream
Right.
And
Thank you,
Gold
Seb.
at
Thank you,
the
Seb.
end of the
Talk to your
series?
man. Talk to your man.
Wherever
What are we
Zoro
talking
is-
about, bro?
wherever
Because
Zoro is-
Zoro's gonna be top 3 at the end, so we have to put Mihawk high.
Yeah.
Wherever,
I like
wherever
that.
Zoro
Mihawk is high as fuck.
you-
Yeah.
we don't know that. All his showings have been terrible.
Dude, he's
Mihawk?
Shanks' rival. Shanks made a
Yo,
Yeah.
so was Gecko Moria to Kaido at one point. Even
Yeah,
Kid
no,
right
They,
now
well, they
is
weren't rivals
considered a
though.
rival.
They were rivals because Kaido mopped the floor with
Even
them.
Kid right now is
Yeah.
considered a rival to Luffy.
No.
Is
We've
Kid
seen,
even touching Luffy?
dude. We've
Nah,
seen
bro.
we've seen in story Mihawk walk onto an island with Shanks' crew, and everyone's like, "Oh shit, this guy's here, shit," and he gets to Shanks, and he's like,
was
"What's
that
up?"
Shanks?
And Mihawk's like, I'm not even gonna
What do you
bother
mean, was
fighting
that
you because you
Shanks?
only
It
have
was
one
Shanks.
arm.
You're making a false comparison, bro. Like, because if you
Right.
think about how Whitebeard was hyping up the Shanks and Mihawk rivalry, they weren't hyping up Moria and Kaido.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But
there you
that
go.
That was like
Also,
12 plus
Ka-
years ago.
Kaido
No, but they
murked
had their
Moria.
fight.
By the way, Kaido killed his entire crew, and Moria escaped
Right.
with just the body and the sword or whatever.
But my point is not that tier of low rivalry. It's rivalry in general. The word
But-
rivalry itself. It doesn't necessarily mean that whoever's your rival is going to be just as strong.
But
as
the
you. And you
fact
guys are
that
making
Shanks-
that point very
Yeah,
obvious.
yeah, Larry, but you're
But-
Shanks is a
ignoring
swordsman
the-
himself,
There's a
and
different kind of
still
rivalry,
Mihawk
bro,
is the
'cause,
better
like-
swordsman.
Hold on, I agree on the rivalry point, but you're ignoring the portrayal of Mihawk and Shanks throughout the entirety of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, yo, f all that, and compare it to these other rivalries,
All right.
more one-sided.
All right. So when
right
I
now,
okay,
they
so when
just
I
said-
give you actual evidence of what Mihawk has done during his time of showings, you guys just ignore it anyway.
Well, you're just so
Well,
you're only
hold
you're
on,
going
but
you're only
Larry-
going
but he
you're only
also-
going with
the
also
reason
fucking-
why we do that is because you act as if Mihawk went, I'm going all out in this moment for every single one of those iterations, and it's very obvious he was not doing that.
Okay,
yeah, that's
so
it.
then
There's
it's either
explicit
Yep.
information, implicit information. You're
Okay,
just
so
basing yourself
yes.
on the explicit.
Right.
so it's either he's going all out or he necessarily doesn't follow what he says. And what I mean by that is
That's
he
very
said,
possible.
"Yo, I want to test my strength against the world's strongest man," and then got his sword slash thrown away by a maybe third commander on their ship strength-wise.
Yeah, he also told Zoro he didn't give a shit about him, but still spent 2 years training him.
Okay, so
And-
then again,
and
it's either
and
Mihawk
any
doesn't follow his
shonen
word,
and-
or we
and-
can't believe anything he shows.
in any anime though, when someone like the very first attack they make, they're like, I'm gonna go all out or anything. Do they ever actually go all out? Like never ever
They
is that
don't.
their strongest attack.
Oh,
Like not
he
even
never
close, I would argue.
He never even
And you
implied
know-
that the attack was his strongest attack. He just swung the blade and threw
Right.
it at Whitebeard. It never
Dude.
said anything about I'm putting everything into this. He
Yeah,
could have
I
don't
used
even
his
think he named
mid-level
the attack.
attack. Yeah,
I
he
think
just
he
was
named
it at
fine.
all.
So hold on, everybody. What's his moniker that got recently announced? What's his name? Like his name?
Marine
Marine
Hunter.
Hunter.
And what else is he known for though? That the clairvoyance? That was his other name or something like that?
No, it was
Hawkeye?
Hawkeye
Bro,
Mihawk.
Boogie became a
Hawkeye.
Yonko, but they would have never had a Yonko crew
Okay.
without Mihawk.
So
Right.
it's
Yeah.
so
Like, he's
basically
like
you're
the Yonko.
so you're saying that he doesn't go all out with his attacks, but instead he wanted to test how strong Whitebeard was.
Did
so
you forget
is
the
his observation lacking?
Did you forget the first interaction with Mihawk? Like
Is-
he beat Zoro with a butter knife for fuck's sakes. Like
Okay, that's Zoro like the beginning of the series. I'm talking
who
about
is still higher than a lot of people.
that doesn't even matter. So when he goes, yo, I want to test my strength against Whitebeard, where's his observation to actually gauge where Whitebeard's strength is? Because I saw Rayleigh go on an island and literally tell me everything about how
Doesn't
strong
give
each
a shit
other
about
animal was.
Whitebeard. He's not a swordsman.
Okay, so he can only figure out people's
That's
strength
his
level
only
through
goal.
if they know swords.
Dude, if anything, Mihawk has shown to be that he doesn't give a shit about much except his own convictions, and his own convictions
Mhm.
is being the best swordsman.
Yep.
Aside that, he just
He-
sipping wine and chilling with
He-
Corona.
He said he wouldn't even fight Shanks anymore because Shanks only has one arm, right? That shows like he's like there's like an honor, like a swordsman, you know, like I don't even know what to really call it. It's like the
Like a level of, like,
the
respect,
honor.
I guess.
Yeah, it's like
Or he's like, yo, I don't want to lose to a person that
Okay.
only has one
Okay,
arm.
maybe.
That's just
But
an
he was,
assumption.
no, wait, but
Like-
he wasn't
like-
afraid. Like he was.
I
he was
don't
super
disagree
calm in
that Shanks is stronger than him, though.
All right,
In
yo,
that moment,
preach.
he was calm.
Yo, preach. Did he turn his sword black?
What was that?
Did he turn his sword
Yeah,
black? Did he turn
yeah,
Yoro black?
It's black, yeah.
isn't it
No, did he
always
turn
black?
it black?
The Black
Probably.
Blade, you mean?
I would
Yeah,
expect
did he
that
turn it
did.
black?
But
I don't
Larry,
know, bro. I
just
don't know.
because if we
Oh,
don't
you
know,
don't
that
know.
he did
Okay,
doesn't
okay.
prove that
So-
he didn't, though.
Okay, so
Wait, hold
okay,
up,
so
I don't think that
Yeah,
matters. though,
your
'cause,
proof that he did it is
because
as good
Yordo-
as proof he did.
Because the way
Like,
that
it doesn't
Yordo
matter.
is, that's the strongest. That's probably going to be the strongest sword, right?
And he's
Yeah.
wielding it.
So, but my point is like, if it's the strongest sword, that's basically like having like a hag devil fruit.
Mhm. Yeah,
Mm.
that's
So-
fair. Yeah.
So this world title too, right? Since we know that we don't know if he turned his sword black or not. This world title too, who he take it from, bro?
Oh, why does that matter if he turned the sword black?
Because yo, you can just be the strongest swordsman if the person previous wasn't that strong. you could just earn that title.
Sure.
But
Yeah,
he
but
had
he's
to have
gotta
at least
defend the
beat
title.
Shanks,
Hold on,
right?
hold on,
Like
hold on.
Shanks
This
didn't
is
get
the
named
law.
it, so he did.
the
He's
Right?
had to be strong
Dude.
enough to hold the title for the past 20 whatever
this
years.
is-
Silver's
nah,
Rayleigh and freaking Roger existed
This,
in the
this
previous
is how I see
generation.
the title. What the title, the way I see it is that Mihawk beat Shanks, but now Shanks is stronger. But they never fought again, so he
Okay.
never fought someone else to take the title from him.
That's not true because he never beat Shanks.
Well,
It was
I-
never
I-
said he beat Shanks.
No, I know,
Also,
that's
it-
but I'm saying that's my
Put a
head
cap
canon.
on
If,
that.
Oh,
if,
okay.
if Shanks does like the Conquerors, the Wi-Fi hockey blast that we've seen recently, like is that really like a sword fight? You know what I'm saying? So I think whenever Shanks and Mihawk fought, if Shanks had that ability, I doubt he's just trying to do that the entire time, because that would like not be a sword fight, right? So I think it raises an interesting question of like how that fight really went down, because like I think Shanks, if he goes all out, would win, but maybe back then what they did was Shanks is like, all right, I'm not gonna like, you know, make you kneel in front of me with my hockey. We're actually gonna fight with swords, you know, and then that would make more sense, right? So that's but I don't know if that's the answer. That's just, I don't really know. Like it's kind of weird because Shanks
Listen,
should
bro.
be able to just stop him, you know.
You could have whatever title you want, bro. But I know for a fact, if Shanks put that sword down and Mihawk put his sword down, Shanks gonna punch him in his ish, bro. And he not surviving,
Yeah.
dog. That's it.
But that's like saying like take away someone's devil fruit abilities.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
You
with
can't,
that.
like
Yeah.
you can't just take someone's
Part of-
hockey
part
away
of
or the
his
devil
wheel-
fruit ability.
Yeah.
Yo,
That's how they fight.
this is where it is. Shanks is an MMA fighter. Mihawk is a boxer, bro. If they
Well,
fought on the
I'm-
street, he's getting washed, bro.
I'm pretty sure
Yes.
we all have Shanks.
That's a fair comparison.
Wins
Yeah.
against Mihawk, that's not the question here.
Because I think we all agree with you that Shanks is stronger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
We all
I hope-
do.
yo, by these
But it's
looks,
at
I
boxing,
hope
to your
bro.
comparison.
I see
Just
Hoshi up here.
I
Okay.
think we all think Shanks is stronger than Mihawk. I think we all think that you ranking Mihawk too low based off
Yeah.
of your bias of
There you
him
go.
as a character.
And also,
which
this
fine,
this
but-
is becoming law in Zoro from earlier. Like,
Yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah,
that's
and-
true.
and
That's
Oda's
true.
saving him
We
for
should
the
just
end
move
game,
on.
bro. It's
We
like
should just move on.
Okay, real quick, I just want to give a shout out to Matt Cypher. Sorry I'm a little late on this, man. Thank you for the 10 bits. I agree with Larry. Captain Useless Mid shouldn't even be on the list. Law dealt most of the damage and kid supported.
yeah.
Oh, look.
Those are
Thank
fighting
Oh,
words.
man. I was about to say, like, that's a whole conversation that I don't know if we have
Them
time
some
for, but
fighting words.
man.
Listen, if Kid don't got no garbage around him, bro, how he holding up, man?
Garbage on
Good
his
question.
arm already.
Pulling the iron particles out of the person's blood in front of
Yeah.
Oh
him.
yeah,
that's the
we
thing.
seen that. We
That-
seen that.
that's what
He's
I'm
awakened.
waiting on, man. That's what I'm waiting on.
Like some Avatar: The Last Airbender.
That's
Yo,
all-
if
that's
Kid
all
could
I'm
do that,
saying.
he top 10, bro.
That's
There's
true.
enough blood in a human being to make a beat about this side.
There
this
you go.
size. You can wreck them from the inside
Yep.
from there.
Yep.
Crazy.
But all right, let's get into some more rankings real quick.
Magneto has done it a bunch of times.
Yeah, I think it could actually happen. But Seb, let's go ahead and get your 10 through 6 on behalf of the TOPT official, Larry included, official top 30 rankings.
All right. Larry's going to disagree with at least one of these. But number 10, Kizaru.
Love it.
That's good. That's acceptable, yeah.
Number 9, Aokiji.
Okay.
Respect it.
Number 8, Big Mom.
All right.
Number 7, Mihawk.
I like
That's
it.
fair.
And number 6, Luffy.
Okay.
That's
Alright.
low in my Luffy book, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's,
Okay. Again, at
Hey.
this point, I feel like
boy.
1 to 10 are not that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
they're interchangeable. Like,
It's
if you
a
tell
big
me Big Mom's
series.
beating Mihawk,
Yeah.
Here's
Yeah,
my
yeah,
biggest
yeah,
thing
for
is
sure.
I have a hard time still separating Big Mom and Kaido that far, because we literally saw them clash and just like their
They're
whole setup
strong.
from the very beginning. Like obviously Kaido's absurd and has like absurd Conqueror's hockey and all that, but Big Mom has it too. We saw her use Conquerors like against Page 1, right? Whenever like you saw like the fist not make contact and all that stuff. So it's just like I have a hard time separating them, because also the only time she's ever been hurt was like during a hunger attack and whenever she, like awakening from Law, which is like kind of hacks.
Oh, you need a plan to kill her.
So I feel
Yeah.
you, Dak. To me, Oda has portrayed Kaido as stronger.
Yeah.
Throughout the series, and to me, Kaido's interactions with Big Mom, I know they fought evenly for a time. I don't think either of them went. So I don't rank that interaction too highly in regards to scaling them. I just know the things that was able to defeat and Big Mom or hurt and damage Big Mom. weren't taking Kaido out. So to me, everything that she went through on Onigashima that looked poor or looked bad or whatever, I just don't see any of that stuff happening to Kaido or knocking him out, or again, granted she wasn't knocked out, or even ringing him. It's not happening.
Well,
like if Kid pulls up a railgun on Kaido and pushes him, he's gonna get out of that to me. You know what I mean? She was incapable of doing so.
I would say
if
that
Law does Kroom to Kaido, he's gonna get out of it. And if he hits Law in the pocket the way she did, more damage is gonna be taken.
I mean, Kaido got hit by which one was it? One of the like electro whatever, like a couple different attacks I think during the original like starting part of the fight. Like, you know, not his awakening attacks, but he hit Kaido with like I don't know if he hit him with Gamma Knife. I can't remember, but a couple of physical attacks where he has to get like right up on him.
Shot, Gamma Knife.
Yeah, I can't remember. But he did get hurt, and so just going off your point where you said like Kaido wouldn't get hit by that or whatever, I'm like, well, he does get hit by everything.
I'm saying he'll
would
get
hurt
hit.
him.
I'm saying it's not like I saw Big Mom's arm start not working. Like that's not happening to Kaido.
Oh, I think if
You know what I mean?
if Kaido gets hit with anesthesia awakening, I think he's definitely feeling it. Like he's definitely getting hurt.
I just
He's
think
gonna be
Big
hurt. He good.
Big Mom is just too like she has too many times where she's makes stupid decisions or like.
That's her
Kaido
biggest
doesn't do
problem.
that. Yeah, 'cause
It's
Kaido
like
doesn't-
strength wise, she's like almost
yeah,
equal,
strength-wise,
but it's like
she's almost
mental.
there, yeah.
Yeah.
I do have to get on the Big Mom point. I feel like Big Mom is by far the most similar Yonko in like depiction to like Luffy, because Luffy also always gets bodied all the time, and Big Mom and Luffy are super childlike. I feel like this is very, very intentional, especially because
I like
the last Yonko was Whitebeard, who was like this super mature, like I am that guy type of character. I think Big Mom always being like a punching bag type of thing shouldn't necessarily dismiss her, because Luffy is in that exact same position right now. I feel like there's got to be some level of like equality, I guess, in that regard.
No, I like that. That does make a lot of sense. I think, yeah. I mean, and part of that though is like she acts that way because she's so invincible, right? So it's like she gets like it does kind of like not benefit her, but it doesn't really ever hurt her that much because she is like invincible, right? Like even when she falls in the ocean, she goes in a whirlpool and just shows up on a beach, right? So. Yeah, like she kind of has like plot armor, and so she just does dumb stuff all the time, I feel like. And it's just...
Bro, also she can just take years of her life and just keep powering herself up.
That's
true.
true. Yeah.
Luffy does that exact same thing.
That's actually true. That's actually true.
Yeah,
it's like a different mechanism,
but
yeah.
But she can fight for days and Luffy can't.
Well, we don't know that yet.
He has meat.
What do you mean? She just fought Kaido for an entire day.
Luffy hasn't
hasn't been able to even last 10 minutes most times.
That's true. Luffy hasn't had a multi-day fight yet.
He hasn't needed to, technically.
Exactly.
Oh, because he's been thrown off Onigashima twice already.
Yeah. Luffy
No,
only fight, and
Katakuri.
even in Katakuri, that was like a 10 or 12-hour fight. But he even had like the break where he like was jumping through the mirror worlds, right? Like
that's true.
Exactly.
That's true.
So, and he was like thinking, like he was sitting in the one with Brule, like how am I gonna beat this guy? Like he got to like sit there and think about
that
it.
Luffy has fought, he hasn't truly won, bro. Like at the post time skip. You know what I'm saying? Like he's had to run away multiple times.
Or he's had help, right? Like even Doflamingo, massive help.
Wait, but he didn't run away against Kaido, but it was just like he fell.
Yeah.
He got thrown off.
Yeah.
And then he went to go take a snack break, bro, and then came back.
Yep.
Well, Kev, you want to give us your next 5?
All right. So personally, I felt like this guy was very underplayed. Sabo is number 10. I feel like Sabo has definitely got the sauce right now, and he's gonna show up for sure.
All right.
I don't.
Then right above him, we got Kuzan. I think
Alright.
Kuzan is absolutely one of the top 10.
Love it.
Now this is a bit contentious. I know this is gonna be, but this is just because of a lack of screen time, showings, everything. Dragon. I think Dragon's number 8. I definitely think he could be higher.
Oh
but
damn! Our
I don't
10
know.
to 5, our 10 to 6 is gonna be similar.
I just think I don't know, Dragon, like I need more. I need more from Dragon, you know what I'm saying?
I can feel that.
And then number 7, we got Mihawk. I think Mihawk absolutely,
Love it.
he's got super high tier stuff, but I need more, you know?
3
And
out
then
of 4
number
people
6.
ranked him at 7. Sorry. Anyways.
And then number 6, this is solely for plot, we got Akainu at number 6.
Akainu?
Because I think him and Kuzan are like pretty equal, but just because he's the fleet admiral and the ace emotional stuff, he's got to be higher, in my opinion.
I totally feel that. Yeah, look at Mihawk. Like 3 out of 4 people put him at 7, and Preach put him at 8. So it's like very similar.
I saw Fuji mop Sabo Dressrosa, bro. But like, Fuji, how many places lower than Sabo for Kev?
I think 7.
Sabo's
Like 5?
way above.
No, not 7. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but
Come on, bro.
4.
Come on, bro.
He's the Flame Emperor.
I agree, it's a little high, but
Come on,
it's a
bro.
little high.
He's the dude. He no diff guys. A guy like Burgess. No
You said a
diff.
Kainu off plot? Yo, Dragon is
I mean,
off plot.
Yeah, he is.
No,
and that's
yeah,
why I
but
didn't put him
Dragon,
higher.
Yeah.
Dragon though I'll defend. There's a good reason off plot.
To be fair,
Dragon
though,
is
like,
he's the most dangerous person on the planet according to the world government.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah,
don't
for his
wipe him.
intentions, not his
'Cause-
strength.
Yeah, but they don't.
That is
just go-
true. We don't know
just-
that, though.
If
Yeah,
he's
you can
if
intend to
Sabo-
do whatever you want to do. If you ain't strong,
Sure,
they're not
sure,
gonna
but
go for it.
if he's that big of a threat that he is, just send Kizaru to wipe him.
Damn.
That's
yo.
what I've been thinking this whole time. Like, why can't they just take out Dragon like that? There's got to be
Or
something.
send a
Because
kind
they
on
don't
a
know where he
personal
is.
vacation.
The
Oh,
dude
they
is
can-
always hiding.
Bro, they knew where Sabo was on Lucia if he's actually there or whatever.
true.
Like they can know this
Yeah.
shit. Come on.
Yo,
Yeah.
but
They can
Dragon's
tap in Den Mushi. We've seen
in,
it happen.
in defense of Sabo, he's also increasing at a crazy rate. Like Fujitora, they
Yeah.
fought, but
Yeah.
Sabo is every day he's getting stronger.
To me, it's because
Yeah.
Sabo's merge with
Yo,
the
why can't I use that
Marinomi
argument
was
for
so
Fuji,
good
bro?
because of Ace,
Fuji's old.
and it's just natural.
is
Like,
old.
Is Fuji old? Is Fuji old?
He's like 50.
Is
yeah,
it?
Fuji
I think
old.
so.
Sabo's
Is
like
it
Sabo
20.
and Luffy,
Hold on,
Sabo
is
and Luffy
50
and the exponential growth type stuff.
Hold
you
on,
know
is
what I mean?
50
Yeah,
not
I
like
agree.
prime in One Piece?
Yeah, that's prime.
I
but
think
I'm
it
saying,
depends on the
Sabo's,
person.
Sabo's getting stronger
Yeah.
right now.
'Cause,
Sabo's
like-
not even in his
Old,
prime yet.
Like,
but
well,
he's in his prime.
Well, like, Luffy didn't start his journey till he was like 17, right? And like you could say he's in his
Yeah.
prime now, I guess, just by default, but he's 19. But then Roger didn't start his journey till he was like 25, so it's like it's kind of hard to pick the
It's subjective.
yeah.
no, I'm just saying, in comparison to Sabo, it's old.
Yeah.
I seen Dragon run away from Blackbeard, bro. But okay.
I haven't seen Blackbeard do any. I mean, not Blackbeard. I haven't seen Dragon do anything. That's why he's not, not higher.
Exactly.
Dude, he stopped
I didn't even be on the
smoker.
list.
He had hockey
Yeah,
before hockey.
he stopped. He stopped captain rank smoker. That's
Hey, impressive.
You know, he didn't even grab Smoker's body. He just grabbed his Jute.
Yeah.
He didn't
So-
Yeah, I would assume though that Smoker, would know like, oh, it's no use fighting this guy. Generally, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Listen,
But-
Dragon
yeah,
deserves
Smoker
to
didn't
be
want to
top
smoke, bro.
5 at the end of the series. But we don't have anything, bro. Like, literally, we don't even know if he breathes air, bro.
I don't know, man.
I think we
I
can
feel
assume
like,
he breathes air.
all you need to know, I think, is that he's the son of Garp and that Luffy's dead. I think that's all
He's
you
got
really
to
need to
have
know.
something.
Maybe.
Like,
Damn,
maybe-
yo.
Yeah.
could be the
That's
And he's the
already
most
called.
wanted man in the world for a reason, which you could say one that doesn't tie directly to strength, and I agree with that, generally speaking, but it definitely has something to do with it. Like, you're not going to be the most wanted man if you're not stupidly
So
strong,
so-
right?
my next 5 are really similar to Kev, so I can just
Okay.
give them and we'll
Go
be
for it.
in the same conversation.
Okay,
like,
perfect.
literally.
Go for it.
So I got at number 10, I have Sabo 2.
All right.
Yeah.
At
It's
number
high, bro.
9, I have Dragon.
Okay.
Number 8, I have Mihawk.
Okay.
Number 7, I have Aokiji.
And number
And
6.
our number 6 probably is where we're talking. Blackbeard.
6.
Down at 6.
That's kind of wild.
So you got Luffy, Big Mom, Kaido,
I think
Blackbeard
if
should be
Luffy,
lower.
Akainu.
if Luffy and
Shanks
Blackbeard are,
probably.
if Luffy and Blackbeard are dropped in a room right now, with no one else around them, Luffy's win. But the reality is, Blackbeard has 10 Titanic leaders that are very well thought about.
Like, so you don't
so-
think,
so
like, what about the
you have
Black
Luffy over him,
Vortex?
yeah?
Sorry?
You have Luffy over Blackbeard?
Yes.
That's fair. No, I think they're like pretty much tied at this point.
How?
I think Luffy's way ahead. I think
How,
Luffy's
bro?
I
way
don't
ahead.
think I don't think he's way ahead.
Oh yeah, but Luffy does not have a as well thought out team. Luffy has a team of people he trusts that are good and strong. Blackbeard, just like every guy in his team, is his toolbox.
It's like an operation.
Yeah,
versus,
like he's a Gundam. he's a freaking Power Rangers morphing into the droid at the end. Like everything makes him better in his crew. That's what he has going on for him. But if we're talking one-on-one, Luffy washes him
completely.
I don't know about that.
I
think
mean,
it's an even fight,
I think
so.
Blackbeard's just. I mean, I know it's like easier said than done because he has all sorts of hockey. But
Yeah.
if Blackbeard can cancel that fruit, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think there's anyone that can wash Blackbeard anymore.
Well, as soon as Blackbeard gets him in the vortex, he can't like Luffy won't be rubber or gear 5th or anything, right?
Luffy doesn't even have to touch Blackbeard at this point, bro.
Yeah.
He can just use Conqueror's Coding and just punch him in his face in the regular form that he has, that he was doing against Hybrid Kaido, who's guaranteed faster than Blackbeard because everybody that Blackbeard has ever faced in the entire series has always speed blitzed him.
Who scarred Shanks?
12 years ago, he used a knife. Okay.
We don't even know.
We don't know how
Shanks said he was
strong
taking it
Shanks
serious.
was
Shanks said he was
back then.
taking it serious.
Yo, you know who else Shanks fought back then?
And he's gotten 2 fruits since then.
That apparently had status, but he wasn't named the world's strongest swordsman yet. Yeah, Mihawk. So we know that they got stronger after.
Yo, Larry,
right?
just because you downplay Blackbeard and Mihawk doesn't mean we have to.
I'm not downplaying. I'm literally giving you proof as to why Blackbeard would get washed by him. He would get treated like Lucci.
Yeah,
I think
Luffy and Blackbeard are in a room without Blackbeard having his whole crew with him, he's dead. He's done.
I think Blackbeard has shown that he has something special that we don't even know of yet. Like we know it exists because of Shanks. We know it exists.
Oda's not even
so.
I'm putting him at 6 right now. I'm not disrespecting him, but he's not better than Luffy right now.
No, but bro, you say he could wash him.
Dude, he's looking at the top 5 of the freaking verse. He's great.
No, I agree, but I'm saying like you said, Luffy could wash Blackbeard.
Yes, right now in a room alone with no other context, Luffy's winning hard.
Yo, Preach, is he struggling against Law or not?
He's not struggling against Law.
Oh, damn. So he stopped clashing with Law in order to use his Devil Fruit because he couldn't overpower him.
Yeah, Law got a good hit in on him, but like if you think about it, Blackbeard didn't.
Law got a good hit on him. No, I'm talking not talking about the hit. I'm talking about the clash. The specific clash. Was he able to keep clashing with Law, or did he go, yo, I can't clash? And
Whoa. Just because he decided to use the darkness fruit wasn't like oh man, I can't use this fruit, it's not effective on Law. You know what I mean? I'm just fighting. This is how I fight. I have this in my bag. Why would I not?
Thank you for saying that, because what do we know about all Devil Fruit reliant users? They aren't well efficient in hockey. And what usually happens to them against a hockey user? They get bodied. What happened with Ace? Because he was too Devil Fruit reliant. He got bodied. So if we're going to sit here and be like, yo, just because he wasn't struggling, which he was against Law, that just makes no sense.
I
Why would he
disagree,
even
bro.
be top
I
tier?
just disagree. I think your interpretation of that situation is just off.
No. Because with hockey, I see what you're saying, but I think once Kaido said that about hockey, I think now like people are downplaying Devil Fruits. And it's not just that he has Devil Fruits; he has arguably the 2 strongest.
And he has something else up his sleeve. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be another Devil Fruit that we don't know.
The reason I say he's not struggling against Law is because
we don't know that he has that Devil Fruit yet. We don't even know what it is.
But he has something because of the scar on Shanks. Is all I'm saying. We know he has something. We have something that gives a.
He got those claws.
We have not.
But I'm sure
all out with the darkness fruit.
That we can't use that as an argument.
No, but I'm saying that's why I said like he's not struggling because he's not even going all out.
Oh, yo, at end of series, Blackbeard's probably top 3.
Listen, bro, I saw Luffy catch lightning in his hand. Yet Blackbeard gets speed blitzed by everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But being speed blitzed when you're slow doesn't matter because he's already a tank and he's already slow. So being speed blitzed is not it's not going to do much.
If you can physically take the attack that's gonna land on you, then it's not as big a deal.
It's not impressive to speed blitz Blackbeard.
Okay, Preach. So if Akainu punches a Blackbeard in his chest, is he putting a hole in him or not? And is he gonna take it?
He is. The chest is leaving to out till next week. It's coming back next Monday.
Yeah, I mean even Law he pierced through Blackbeard, so it didn't do anything.
So you think that Akainu wouldn't be able to do anything against Blackbeard if he speed blitzed him? He wouldn't take off half his face?
I don't think so, bro. The
darkness. I want to know if the darkness can just absorb the lava. Like, can it just
automatic? The darkness fruit negates that immediately.
Yo, alright, bro.
I mean,
that's literally the power, bro.
Yeah, I mean, low key. Like, I genuinely don't know because like, why can't the black hole just suck in all the lava? right?
You know why? Because when Ace shot his fire spears, it hit Blackbeard. When Magellan shot his Hydra, it hit through Blackbeard and the rest of his squad. When Sengoku ended up doing Buddha Palm, he couldn't suck it in with Vortex.
Well, yeah,
do you want more
the
example?
Buddha
but
palm I
that's-
think is different than like lava.
And that's a
You know what I'm
pre-time
saying?
skip,
But
dude.
but
Yeah,
Two
but, like,
years, 2
like,
years.
this
to
guy's a
grow up.
young
During Blackbeard,
Wait.
And also
he didn't
Magellan-
try to suck in the Buddha
and-
Palm. He punched it.
and also for Magellan, Blackbeard was basically just like, oh, this dude's nothing. Like he wasn't even trying to dodge it or anything. He just assumed he was a scrub.
I
and-
will say though, Sengoku did crush the Blackbeard Pirates. I'm not even like that was impressive.
Yep.
That was,
Well,
like, the only
Garp
impressive
did help
moment he
though,
had.
right? I mean, well, like Blackbeard was gonna cheat kind of, but then Garp stepped in and helped, right? Because like Burgess was gonna punch Sengoku while Blackbeard's holding him
you see
off or
how,
something.
Like how Whitebeard uses his fruit. Like he can still use it not in the same way as Congress Hockey, but to like kind of the same effectiveness. If somebody gets hit with that, that's bro. No one. I don't even care if it's Luffy or whoever. They're not gonna just tank that.
I think I agree.
Luffy's gear 5th might allow him to tank it if no hockey is attached. Low-key. Just the way
I don't know,
he's
bro.
rubbery. Like
I'll
he's
tell you
rubber.
this.
That's the
Yeah,
point.
maybe.
Like,
If Blackbeard
rubber.
uses Vortex and brings Luffy in, that is the worst thing that can happen, bro. Because Luffy is just going to chip him right as he comes next to Blackbeard. And he won't even have to touch Blackbeard. Hockey would just be like, all right, bro, here's Conqueror's coding.
And then,
That's
I mean,
ornament
but
hockey.
but I think that's why Blackbeard
use the
has
Quake fruit.
exactly. That's why Blackbeard got the Quake fruit, so he can just match anyone with like who has Conquerors
Exactly.
with the fruit
That's-
version of it,
yeah.
essentially.
It
Yeah.
it essentially can match a Congress Hockey attack. And like he still has ornament hockey. We don't know if he has
That's not true.
Conquerors.
That's not true at all. That's just speculation. That
You
guys
say
are
he
pumping
won't-
out.
The armament.
Wait, hold up.
That he
No,
has
no, no,
armament hockey?
No, I'm saying
He
that the
does have
Quake
ornament.
fruit can equate to a Conqueror's coding attack.
Oh, I think
I think
they're
it just means
similar.
the
I think
fact
they're
it's,
similar though.
like a
right?
distance
just-
attack where you don't have to physically hit them. I think that's what he's
Okay.
referring to.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, if it's, I'm just saying, if it's the strongest devil fruit, I think it is.
It's crazy
Oh.
too, because then Luffy could just use Gear 4 Snake Man and completely overpower Blackbeard because he wouldn't be able to see it because he's not fast. Like there's so many ways that
well,
Luffy just
Luffy,
bodies.
also-
Luffy in Gear
what-
5 was fast.
Well, one really important factor, which narrator super chatted, thank you very much for the $5 super chat, was that Blackbeard's not a fighter, he's a strategist. So he doesn't get into fights he's not ready for. So it's easy, I think, to sit here sometimes and say, like, oh, well, Blackbeard gets in this situation, there's nothing he can do or whatever. But he's a strategist, right? Like the Blackbeard's the type of guy where he's planning for all these situations. And so, like, yeah, like, from what we've seen, we might be able to say, oh, if he's in this exact situation, you know, he's not going to be able to do anything. But he's obviously someone who plans way ahead, so he may have something up his sleeve that we're not aware about, which, you know, obviously I can't sit here and just, you know, defend everything and hide behind that. But he is someone who plans ahead all the time, right? So he wouldn't get in these, like, bad situation fights. Like, if he's going to fight any of these people, he's going to have, like, a plan for it. You know what I mean? So
I feel like even that's overrated because he only
Yeah.
plans one step ahead. When he planned to go to Impel Down and get all his crew members, what happened? He planned ahead, then he ran into Magellan and got bodied. And the only way he got saved was because of Shiryu.
But-
and they all said that it was because of fate.
But he planned way ahead, though, because he was originally going to take Luffy to become a warlord to get access, but then instead he beat Ace and gave Ace up, and then went in there, and then sure, like you say, he's only thinking one step ahead. He just didn't know Magellan was that strong or whatever, but he knew he was going to go down there and get all the level 6 prisoners, and then he knew he was going to go and try to get the fruit from Whitebeard. So he obviously is like a deep planner, right? Like he thinks way ahead and has like, you know, like way, like he... Even like Magellan was like an unforeseen thing, and so that's for sure that's probably what's going to do him in at some point, right? I mean, that's what did in Foxy, who's one of my favorite characters. So
But then this just goes back to him being on Whitebeard's ship, right? He planned one step ahead again, where he was like, yo, I'm going to have the best chance of finding this devil fruit if I stay on this ship. He even admitted to Ace, like, yo, if I waited any longer, I would have just quit because I would have never found it. He didn't have any backup plan. He didn't say I was going to do something else in order to find this. He said, yo, I have one step, and that's usually it.
well, that was the first step he had. Without
What
that, what
was
else is he
the,
going to do, right?
What was
Like-
the attack that
Yeah.
Law you? It was Puncture Willie, right? Or what is it? Shock Willie?
Yeah, I think you
Shock
shock
Willie,
Willie
yeah.
on Blackbeard.
Like that attack was doing problems for Big Mom, and Blackbeard just fighting him with one devil fruit, and
Andy's supposed to
we
take
haven't
more
even
damage.
Seen the end of the fight. He's gonna defeat Law.
It's
Yo,
true.
but how many times did Big Mom had to get attacked with that same attack, bro? You know what I'm saying?
That's
but
fair.
that's what I'm
And she
saying,
didn't
like,
even.
but-
and she didn't get knocked out. But yeah, Preach, I'm with you.
She was annoyed by it, and then like Blackbeard's just tanking that, and then going into his next Devil Fruit like it's nothing.
And literally telling his crew like, no, we're fighting this. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
but like Blackbeard's
why...
supposed to take extra damage. So
yeah,
that's
and
the
it's extra.
problem.
It's extra pain. It's extra pain because he said
it's
like,
extra
with his
pain,
Devil
not
Fruit-
damage.
What?
Yeah,
feel like
it's
they're
not
pretty
extra
close.
damage. Yeah, it's extra pain. But still, bro, like the way he fights is just insane. Like, I don't know. I think you have to put Blackbeard really high. And that's why I say I just don't think Luffy will wash him. Maybe you can say he'll beat him. And I'm okay with that.
Okay, wash is maybe a hard one.
Yeah, like if he beats him, I'm okay with it. But
I want to see the top 5s.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I was about to say let's get into the top 5s because we have about 20 minutes left. We look like we're gonna end on time, which is exactly what I wanted to do. So.
Yeah, my bad.
Oh, you're good. No, Larry,
Not your
we are
fault.
glad to have you here, man. Now we're gonna get into the top
You get it right,
5s,
no, bro.
which this is gonna be pretty toxic, I feel like. But
For
number
sure.
5, I got Kaido, and that means that means at
Ooh.
4.
No.
That means at 4.
number
Whoever-
4, I got Dragon.
Oh,
no.
3, I got Blackbeard. 2, Akainu, and 1, Mr. Shanks.
Bro. I'm out. Oh,
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
Bro,
that's sauce right there. I was
Yo, you left for
There you go.
Dag, as much as I.
Bro, y'all
As much as I
wait,
defended
Dragon?
Blackbeard, as much as I defended
Blackbeard
Blackbeard,
at
how can
3?
you put him over
Akainu-
Kaido, bro?
And-
Oh,
Yeah,
Kaido's getting put in
End the
that.
stream, bro.
No, Kaido's getting beat for sure.
Oh my
Like, bro,
god.
dude's a fish.
It's
Yo.
the plot. Blackbeard is gonna if they
You
fought
are-
now he would win.
Wow.
That's just how the
You wanna
story
save-
goes.
you
If
wanna
they
save
fought
the
now,
Kaido
he would lose.
discussion- You want to save the Kaido discussion for after the list, or you want to do it right now?
I feel like we should all
Oh,
give our,
man.
our
Yeah,
top
yeah.
5
All the
because
lists
it's
and then
it's
just,
gonna be
like,
short.
bro.
Yeah.
Because we gotta talk about Kaido.
Hey,
bro.
well, let's say this with Kaido before we say anything else. Then you can
we're
go.
all
Is that
gonna
if
have
as
similar
long as
characters.
Kaido willingly tanks giant attacks because he thinks he's such a beast, he's never gonna be the strongest. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, we're all gonna have similar characters in the
Yeah.
top 5. Might as well go through them.
No, this is gonna be crazy. Oh,
Oh,
All right,
man.
Preach top 5.
Yeah, I got Blackbeard. Then
Yo,
I
just
got
fucking
high
Akainu.
five.
Okay.
Yeah, then Akainu at 4. Then I got Dragon at 3. Then Shanks. Then Kaido.
Mm.
So you got Kaido above Shanks even.
Yeah, I got Kaido number
kinda-
1. Yeah.
Oh man,
I
yo.
feel that's a fair argument.
Yo, Preach, you actually decided right on your list, bro. Kaido, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it, man. Like, man, I don't know how you said Blackbeard, but that's crazy, Dad.
Blackbeard
Oh,
is
man.
Blackbeard.
at 3 is
Bla-
insane.
Blackbeard could be 1. Blackbeard
Oh
again,
my God.
again, guys,
He could be one.
Blackbeard scarred Shanks. Like I don't know how that's
Bro,
like
that
so
was,
hard to
like, how long
understand.
ago?
Well,
That
It
was,
doesn't
like,
matter,
years
right?
ago,
They
bro.
both have been growing,
Nah, it
right?
doesn't
So
matter.
so nobody has so only one of them has
These are
grown ever
interesting.
since. So like back then we
Yeah.
can't anything that happened a long time. So like Garp, all these people that have
Oh my
accolades from a long time ago, we should just end it, right?
Yo,
So,
Dad.
like,
Oh.
Tell me,
anyone,
bro.
anytime
Bro,
anyone
that's-
brings up something that
I
happened
don't-
in the past, I'm just gonna say it's not a good
Yo,
argument because
I don't.
we can't say
Sky?
Blackbeard scarred Shanks is anything.
Yo, has Blackbeard ever split a sky, yo?
Has he ever
haven't
even
seen it
tried? Has he ever even tried?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's crazy. So he's never fought somebody
So,
that can split the sky with him. huh?
The fact that we haven't seen it doesn't mean it
Yeah.
can't or won't happen. You know,
Oh,
I mean,
exactly.
obviously,
So
Exactly.
we're
But-
just saying it's
but guys-
speculation, Dak.
guys.
Yo, guys, you know who would have been a fire wild card now that we're talking about Shanks? If anyone would have said Rockstar, I would have given Matt props.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Dak,
God.
yo,
Rockstar.
Yo, just pick him out, Dak.
No, no,
Pick him
no.
out.
That if
I
anything, he's
said
staying
Pick
for that.
fire out, bro.
It's the wild card
We
takes
need a
weren't
break.
the
Alright,
wild
the
card.
wild card
Larry, the
takes
wild cards
weren't-
aren't power ranking. They're just like
We
underrated
gotta,
dark horse fighters.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
had
care,
I
bro.
had
Pick him
Beppo in
out,
there,
bro.
man.
I want to see the other list.
Yeah, let's get in the rest of the list. Seb.
All right, at 5, I got Blackbeard.
All right.
And him and Luffy were basically a draw. I just went with Blackbeard over because I knew it would
Yeah.
piss Larry
Yeah.
off.
Because like being wrong.
Of course, that's what you love to do, bro.
At 4, I got Akainu. That's my boy. Dak, you didn't even rank Akainu, did you?
He's number 2.
Oh, I'm tripping. My
Hey,
fault.
Oda said if
Respect.
Akainu was chasing the One
Respect.
Piece, if he was a pirate, he'd
Respect.
find it in a year.
Oh,
Respect.
man.
A year.
Respect.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
At number 3, I got Dragon
I like
just
it.
for Larry.
Again, this is why
Spelled that
his
wrong.
list doesn't
Too high.
count, bro,
That's
because he's
way
a troll.
too high for Dragon.
Our top 5
Oh
is
my
the same
God.
so far.
Listen, this is where it
Yup.
differs.
Y'all are
I got-
crazy with Dragon.
I got
love
Kaido
it.
at 2,
Oh,
and I got
don't.
Shanks at 1.
Excellent one.
Let's go.
Let's
So
go.
okay, so we
Hey,
got
I like
2 for
Shanks at
Shanks and then
1.
1 for Kaido.
I like that. I like that.
All right.
All right, Kev.
Okay. Ready?
I like that we're
5.
agreeing that Kaido and Shanks is like top first.
All right.
Except for you,
At
Doc.
5, we got Big Mom. We got Big Mom at 5. I feel like she's
I
got
like
the
it.
sauce, and as like you were saying earlier with the Kaido equality type stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She's
Mhm.
underplayed. She's underplayed.
Yeah, well, and everyone who
Lady
says my
Clark.
Kaido pick is bad, you guys had Big
Go
Mom
ahead,
low, but Big
Kev.
Mom was going toe to toe, so it's like,
I like that.
Alright.
You
I like
know.
that.
Now we have Kaido at number 4. You know, because they were
I'm
on
with
equal
it.
level.
I'm with it.
Alright.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
Yeah, I'm taking
And
my
number-
claps back.
I know. You can do like a
Yeah.
reverse clap. All right, number 3, we got Monkey D. Luffy. We got Monkey D.
Alright.
Luffy at number 3. And then at number 2, like Dak was saying, we got Blackbeard at number 2. And then at
oh,
number
My boy,
we
my
got
boy.
Shanks. At number 1, we got Shanks.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yo, hold
Big
up,
Mom?
hold
Thank
up.
you.
Big Mom over Akanu?
Yo,
Yeah, I do have Big Mom over Kai. I do.
Yeah.
wait, did Kaido
kinda
not
tough.
make your list?
No, Kaido's
No,
6.
he's
I
in
keep,
Kaido's 6.
missing it. I keep
Akainu's
missing it. I
6.
keep missing it. All right.
I personally am in the Yonkos over Admirals thing. You know, I feel like Green Bull definitely showed us what was Shanks, but that is Shanks. To be
He's
fair.
not just an
So-
admiral though.
All right, real quick, let's get Dyer's 5, and then we can just talk openly for, the last
Yeah.
15 minutes or so.
So my number 5 is Big Mom.
Nice.
All right.
My number 4 is Luffy.
Not bad.
My number 3 is Akainu.
Okay.
And my number 2 is Kaido.
Shanks at 1.
Shanks at number 1.
Shanks. Let's go.
Hey.
Kaido.
Well, real quick, I think it seems like, I know you had Shanks at 2, but it seems like we pretty much agree that Shanks is near or at the very top of the verse, which is good.
Yeah, for sure.
And I've always been like a little wishy-washy just because like we didn't see that much from him, and we still really haven't. But man, like what he did to Green Bull and what happened in Film Red, which it's been long enough so we can talk about it. But what happened in Film Red?
Wait, does
I've
that count?
seen
Though?
it-
Is that canon?
I've seen a
It-
few Big Mom over Blackbeard in chat is wild. Blackbeard
Yo.
did not go after Big Mom. If he could, he would.
Yo,
I'm
Even
just
Roger didn't go after Big Mom,
I'm
right?
just saying.
it's
Roger pulled up
crazy,
to her
bro.
territory and left. Like
I
He
heard
was like,
Dak
I got
say,
it.
just like everybody does.
I heard Dak say someone didn't show much of anything except his conquerors and stuff like that. But like Blackbeard on the list, bro.
Right. Well, we didn't see that
You don't
much from
think
Shanks
Blackbeard
until
is
this year.
top
That's what I'm
30?
saying. This year we saw
Dragon
that.
on the
Blackbeard
list.
is top
Dragon
30.
on the
You
list,
don't
yeah.
think Blackbeard's top 30, Larry?
Well, I meant to
That's
say
crazy.
top 3 for Dak, but
He's
like,
not-
also
he's not
there's
top
Dragon,
3.
right? Like, what has
No.
Dragon shown at all
I mean,
of anything?
but Oda, like again, it goes back to the just because we haven't seen it doesn't mean like it's not
Oh,
true and
so
stuff. Like
we didn't see
have
him
we
like
seen
this.
him be weak in any
Got it.
instance? No. Like you know what I'm
We
saying? Like,
didn't
it'd
see
be
him
one
be
thing if
weak
you
in
had
any instance?
not like a lack of evidence is not counter evidence in this situation.
I
the
saw
absence
Shanks.
of evidence is not the evidence.
I legit
Yeah.
saw Shanks go, "Yo, do you want to fight? Yes or no?" And he said, "Nah, we ain't ready for you yet,"
2 years ago.
and walked away.
2 years
Soft,
ago.
bro.
You was on
Against it.
12 years ago.
It-
This
it
and
wasn't-
that.
Soft,
5
bro.
minutes ago.
hey,
Soft, bro.
hey! The only person other than a Sea King that we've seen hurt Shanks is Blackbeard. We haven't even seen it, but we know that, right?
That is
So that's all I'm saying. That's just it's.
Permanently.
He has
But
he
still-
obviously
Not
has
just- no, not
something
just
special
hurt
to
him.
him.
Yeah, but
obviously.
Doc,
Not just
Doc,
hurt him.
Doc, you're saying that.
Permanently hurt him.
Yeah, but Doc, you're saying that. But the only guy he respects as his rival, where did you put him?
Who Blackbeard?
No, his
Mihawk.
rival.
You're talking about
Mihawk.
Mihawk.
Mihawk's wait, Mihawk's rival Shanks.
Yeah,
Bro,
I'm
think-
confused.
Nah, I think Shanks surpassed Mihawk.
Yeah,
but-
because he.
Oh yes,
I-
of course. But just like if your logic is because Blackbeard scratched him once, he gets that.
Hey man, Shank's still
Right,
telling people
did-
about Blackbeard to this day.
Does Shanks
Yeah.
have any scars from Mihawk?
Nope.
That's
I'm
what
not. I'm
that's what
not saying it
bro,
makes
I-
him weak. I'm just
I-
saying
I
like
feel
there's
like
obviously
they've been
something
sparring-
special to
They've
Blackbeard.
probably been
That's the
sparring
point.
a bit more respectfully than he did with.
Yeah, it's
It's
probably
tough.
scrap.
Yeah. Oh, Blackbeard definitely is doing something underhanded. Like my whole
Yeah, yeah.
point is just that even though we don't know what it is precisely, Blackbeard has something special like up his sleeve that we have yet to see, which is evidenced by the Shanks thing. Like he said, I was paying attention. Like it's not like he just came and sliced me. So that's my whole thing. Like we don't know exactly what it is. I'm just saying there's something going on with him that's special and like threatening. Like we just haven't seen it in action. We just know that it exists. And so I'm just putting a lot of stock into that. That's my main thing. I think whatever that is special. Like it's gonna be really strong.
I saw Blackbeard literally sneak Thatch, bro, in the back.
Also, just sorry, real quick, I saw a lot of people chatting it. There's no rocks or emu. It's in, or I guess I didn't say. Well, it says no dead people. It's in the description. I have all the rules.
Rocks and emu are not
bro,
allowed.
come on, like okay, so Shanks is fine, right? Shanks is whatever. Akainu, Blackbeard, and Dragon. Dragon, I guess is fine, I guess, but Blackbeard over Kaido.
Yes,
but it's also people in chat, so you know it's also like current day people.
Well,
Preach.
Going back to your point about Blackbeard getting hit with the awakening attack from Law, and it didn't really matter that much to him. And then also my point earlier about how Kaido was Thunder Bogwing people, but they were still conscious like a second later, like it wasn't that much. If we actually had a One Piece fight between these two, I don't think it's going to be as simple as like Kaido's just, you know, hitting him with Thunder Bagwas and like knocking him out immediately. Like it's obviously just with the way One Piece fights work, and especially Kaido, like as we saw, it's gonna be some, you know, weird shit. Like Blackbeard's gonna suck him in with the vortex, hit him with the, you know, the whatever attack, and like how Shanks got scarred and Shanks stopped Kaido on the way to Marineford. Maybe he also busts out whatever that special thing is that he used against Shanks, right? Like it's just with the way that we saw Kaido on the roof, he wasn't mopping people like or just, you know, destroying them like we thought he would. Like he should have been one-shotting a lot of these people, and an injured Zoro that just blocked an attack from both of them and used Asura and like fell over, got hit with a Thunder Bagua, and he was up like unconscious like minutes later. So I like Kaido should be stronger, but just with the way the story is, I just don't think Kaido would mop the floor like he should. Like his hockey and all that should be more than enough to just destroy, like hit Blackbeard once and he flies off the island. But that's not what happened in the fight that we saw, even though it should have happened several times to people. So that's my thought, is just like if they actually fought with the way One Piece fights work, I don't think Kaido would win.
Yo, Dak, let me ask you a question. Who do you think is more durable, Law or Gear 4 Luffy?
Law. I mean, there's a time limit on Gear 4 Luffy, so I have to automatically pick Law.
Who's more durable to take an attack? Is it Law or Gear 4 Luffy?
I mean, it's
the attack type.
Exactly. Like a blunt attack isn't gonna hurt Luffy at all, right? Like
I'm just asking who's more durable.
It's Luffy.
I mean, the story might even show that it's Law, to be honest.
It might be Law.
I would say if contact happens, it's Luffy by fucking far.
Yeah, because Law did take a Thunder Bog.
But can contact even happen that well with Law?
Well, I mean, Big Mom punched Law in the face like several times. Like he was laying down, and his whole crew was like, "Captain, you're gonna die, Captain!" And that was after he got Thunder Bogwood, right?
So you think that Law is more durable than Gear 4 Luffy?
I don't think it should be the case, but I think the story has shown that's probably the case.
And I'm so glad that you said the story has shown what it is, and this is why Wano is so terribly written. Because of the fact that everybody got power scaled up to a point where you had to accept the atrocities that was built into the story to make it more hype.
Overperformed so much.
I agree so much with all that.
Because, for example, Gear 4 Luffy got one-tapped by Kaido in base form, and he was only using one hand with his Kanabo. But yet, Law took a two-handed attack from a hybrid Kaido.
Yo, Killer heard him in hybrid form.
I'm just saying, bro.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Larry.
29 on my list.
And this is where
Larry,
the big mom chatter even comes into play, right? Because she was using, you know, Conqueror's coded attacks against Page 1, but she didn't use it against Kid or Law, right?
Yeah,
that's for the reader to interpret.
So like,
I feel you, and I understand why you would say that, but there's absolutely no way, Dak, in hell, that if we're just going off story, that you can say confidently that Blackbeard and Dragon are over Kaido. Like, there's no way. If you put Kaido, like, if he tried to quake Kaido, or it wouldn't work because we saw him get Gamma Knifed. If he would try to suck in Kaido and cancel his abilities, he's too damn strong hockey-wise. There's nothing you can really do.
I want to see. I was just saying, I want to see that happen first. That's all.
Kaido has no weaknesses whatsoever. Like, if you think about it from a combative perspective, like
He allows himself to get hit too much. I'll say that's.
It's exactly
I
it. Like
guess, bro, I guess.
Kaido literally
That's
sits
my
there and take like Blackbeard's gonna have a vortex and Kaido's gonna be like, "Do it, man. Let's see it." And then he's gonna be like, "Oh, dang, all right, I don't have my dragon powers anymore." And then you know what I'm saying? Like that's just Kaido's MO. And like like I said, it's the reverse for Blackbeard. Like Blackbeard's only gonna do what makes sense and like the smart play. So that's my argument. Is just like Kaido. This like goes back to what I said. Like the story, like the way that One Piece fights work and all that. I just don't think if they actually fought that it would work the way that we're thinking, where Kaido's so strong that he does this, or like the vortex doesn't work. Like that's, you know what I'm saying? Like Blackbeard just, it never really works like that with him, I feel like.
So Dak, how we voting?
No, bro.
Because I want to know who won.
Oh, that's true. I'm
know.
glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that. I
One more
gotta
point
make
I
the
wanted
poll.
to make though: who's more adorable, right? Akainu or Kaido?
Who's more adorable?
Yeah,
Kaido.
Kaido,
Kaido,
right?
sure.
Kaido's way hotter.
Okay.
Come on, he has a vulnerable drunk phase. He's of
I
course more
don't
lovable.
I don't ever disrespect Whitebeard, and this is not disrespecting Whitebeard. But Whitebeard quaked Akainu off rip. You know what I'm saying? And Akainu got back up and started to fight the Whitebeard commanders. So even if he quaked Kaido, we know that he's just going to tank it, right? Like that's going to be a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I think
And
I've said
there's and I
rest
but
your
again,
case.
but it just goes back to like if they actually fought, like Kaido's Thunder Bagua should be knocking people out. Like going back to your question about is Gear 4 more durable? Gear 4 got hit by base form Thunder Bagua and got knocked out immediately first hit. Law got hit with Thunder Bagua in hybrid form and didn't get knocked out. You know, like it's just the way that Kaido is written. He should have no problem beating everyone, but that's just not realistically how it would happen.
Yeah, but to be fair, it still was Luffy and like everybody else. And Kaido, the way I see it is that he has, just from a straight hands perspective, like, bro, when they say don't bet against Kaido, it's because he's the best actual fighter. Like he has the actual best fighting ability. Next thing, he has the best at least one of the top 5 Devil Fruits. So then, hockey wise, top 3. So that's why I'm saying, like, I don't see how Blackbeard could beat him, because it's like, even if like Blackbeard, the way he's overpowered, right? But Kaido in an actual fight, I just don't see how he could lose to anyone.
Anyone. He would have to only be able to
Like,
challenge
bro,
Yeah, for me,
Rocks,
Shanks is the only guy. Like
Prime
Shanks,
Shanks.
Shanks,
you know,
what he did at
Prime
a
Garp.
distance for me is enough.
You gotta
to
think.
think.
Too,
I
like,
think
the amount of, think about the amount of focus that it takes. Like, bro, he was levitating Onigashima and navigating it towards a specific area and still fighting everybody, still dodging attacks, using future sight. Like how is that even possible, bro? Like,
How much of that
think
is
about how
actual
much focus-
involvement, though? We don't know.
What was that?
Well, and also just I think there's even an argument you could make, and I know it's going to sound crazy, that Big Mom should be above Kaido, because Roger wouldn't
that's
even
wrong.
go
That's
mess with
crazy.
Big Mom. You know what I'm saying?
He
That
wouldn't
was
mess with
like-
Kaido
like-
either.
like-
Absolutely
now,
not.
though, we're talking about.
No.
Absolutely not.
If Shanks can stop Kaido now, like again, we don't know the logistics of everything. He could have just given him sake and made him turn around for all we know. But
Fair.
if he was able to stop Kaido somehow, I'm just like, and Big Mom like wouldn't even get touched by Roger. It's just like
Dak, Dak.
That's like
Is
Big Mom.
Kaido
in the prime.
losing to Kid-in-Law?
yes.
No.
And Luffy would beat Big Mom if they reversed for sure.
Luffy
that's
would
just
beat Big Mom.
that's just the
Luffy
story
would
though.
beat
Like
Big
that, it's like a
Luffy
no-brainer
would
to
beat
me.
Big Mom,
It's a no-brainer
Kaido's
to me.
beating Law and Kid. Luffy beats the biggest bad.
Big
of
Mom
the
and
arc.
Kaido prove
Kaido
that
was
they
a
are
bigger
roughly
bad.
equal.
It's a Luffy, Zoro, Kid, Law, Yamato, like they were all fighting Kaido.
And the Scabbards.
Yeah.
Like Big
Yeah.
Mom didn't have
Big
to
Mom-
deal with
Big Mom did this.
90%
Big Mom
of what Kaido dealt with, and still lost to a lesser.
And it took the most
And
ridiculous.
she
attack,
fought two
bro.
people instead of one in the
Well,
end. You're
they're
saying that
both-
Kaido took all this, and then whenever it was at the end, he was fighting two people at the very end, two different awakened fruit users, and Kaido was facing one.
Dak, what I'm saying is, if Big Mom had to face the onslaught of stuff that Kaido faced, she would have fell earlier. That's what I'm saying.
Bro, Blackbeard's
I
not
definitely
ready yet.
disagree.
He's not ready. He's not ready yet.
Listen.
I definitely
If
got
they
disagree.
fought right now, he would lose. If they fight like at the end of the arc or at the end of the series, maybe Blackbeard wins.
Just
He probably
if,
will win. but-
if
Kaido over Blackbeard
Oda
right now.
if Oda had Kaido show up on Blackbeard's island and they fought, Blackbeard would absolutely win just because that's how Oda's
That's
gonna write it.
narrative, though. He
No,
would find.
But
it.
that's what
He
I
would-
well that's
Hold on, but Dak,
what does
he
that
wouldn't
matter?
win. No, he wouldn't win. He would leave. There's a difference. Somebody on his crew would be dead, and he would leave.
Yeah,
he would
he
flee.
would
the
not
situation.
win. No,
No,
He's not winning the
we
fight.
just saw Blackbeard get hit with an awakened attack from Law, and
I
immediately.
just saw Blackbeard leave an island because Rayleigh Kaido shows up. And he's like, oh yeah, let's fight
there was
this guy.
but there was also a bunch of other people there.
Come
Like
on.
it's not like it was just Rayleigh and him. It wasn't a
Fact.
1v1.
Fact.
His
I
crew,
love
his
Blackbeard.
crew, his crew was
I love
turned to
Blackbeard too.
stone. His
I
crew,
love Blackbeard
he
too.
Blackbeard is
You
automatically Blackbeard's sacrificing his crew if he fights Rayleigh there. That's a fact.
Can't
That's
tell
just the
me,
plan.
you
That's the
cannot
plan.
tell me.
And he
right
probably
now
doesn't
that
get the fruit.
Blackbeard is gonna go, yeah, let's
The only
fight
thing-
Kaido.
The only thing
That's
I'll
not
say is-
him.
If I
we don't know
literally
the
like you
Dark
got
fruit.
one of you said it yourself. It's narrative or whatever. Sure, if Blackbeard fought Kaido right now, Blackbeard would defeat him. Blackbeard would not
No,
lose.
Absolutely not.
No,
bro.
absolutely.
Oda would never Oda would
if
never
Shanks-
have
if Luffy fought
Blackbeard
Shanks
lose.
right now, he would still lose. Same thing with
But
Blackbeard.
Kaido,
I don't
but
I don't
Dak,
think I don't
But Dak, that doesn't mean that he would win in a 1v1. He could jump the shit out of Kaido. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just means
and
he
that's
would not.
and that's what we take
lose.
into account, right? Like what's
no, We're not
Blackbeard?
taking
No,
what.
no.
we're
So
not
we don't-
taking
we don't-
jumping into account on our scales.
No,
right
we take their personality into account. What's Blackbeard's
But Dak,
personality? He only
in
gets
a-
into
in-
fights that he's prepared for.
But Dak,
Exactly,
in this ranking,
Thank you, Kev.
where we're ranking them based
We're
on
not talking
how
about-
they are.
Yeah, we're not talking about a prepared
themselves.
fight. We're talking about just a.
We're
I
talking.
thought that
No,
was
hey,
the whole
Luffy.
point.
Luffy said it himself that personality matters when you're fighting somebody. I don't like
Yeah,
it's
but
it's
bro,
it's just
Kaido has the best personality.
That's why we all
No, he
put
takes attacks on
Akainu
purpose.
We all put Akainu over
my
Kuzan because of the emotional connection and the
He
narrative
also,
and
he also
everything that's
beat
been
him
pushed with
in a
Akainu.
fight. He also beat him in a fight.
Bro.
Straight up.
Yeah.
They fought.
Yo, Dak, you need some water.
I'm
bro.
sorry, bro. Bro, Blackbeard does not have hands like that. Not like Kaido,
But
bro.
No,
If-
but guys,
like I said, if they fought,
yeah.
I just guarantee it. Like if they, it's
Dak,
just that's how
you're
Oda would do
taking-
it.
Nah, bro.
You're
Nah.
taking
Yeah.
outside
Not right
parameters.
now.
If it's straight up Blackbeard and Kaido, straight up 1v fight.
Yeah,
to the death,
Okay, hey, how about this?
Blackbeard would choose to leave before he fights him.
If we fight in the water, Jinbei is top 1 or 2. You know, like we
Yeah,
can
that's
say all
fair.
these situations,
Guys,
but if we're
hold on,
talking
hold
about
on.
the
You're
story,
saying-
if we're talking about the story,
talking about
Blackbeard's
the story.
personality, he only gets into fights that he's prepared for, that he's ready
So he's
for. That's
more-
just
he's more likely
that's
to
just the
jump the
story.
fight
If
than
we're
he is to
ranking the
win it.
top people,
Wait, hold
like
on. Okay,
Blackbeard's
first,
gonna be the
that Jinbei
third
take was
most dangerous
crazy, by
person
the
to
way.
fight because
Dak,
this
Dak,
is
hold up, Dak. Wait, just because if Blackbeard, let's say even if he won, right? Even if he did win, but that still doesn't mean that he was stronger than Kaido. That's why I said you can't do a based off of.
Well
1v1.
then we're doing different
No.
rankings. If somebody beats
No.
somebody, I'm gonna put them ahead. You know what I'm saying?
But
You get- no,
in
because-
general, also
because
1
you
to
still have
10 are
Kaido
very.
over
Well,
Luffy.
Wait, yeah, you put Kaido over Luffy.
And
though.
that's what I'm
Just
saying.
now.
That just because someone wins a fight, they can still be stronger though.
Right, because Luffy had a shit ton of help, a ridiculous amount of
Okay.
help. Like that's like
And you're not even
you're saying-
accounting for that. Like you're saying Blackbeard's
Luffy's
gonna
below
make up for
Kaido.
that.
I'm making a. It's
No,
right
it's
there.
about Blackbeard.
Hold on. You're saying Blackbeard.
They
is gonna
fought?
all of this preparation, right? And that's the same thing.
Right, yeah, That's the. If we taking personality into account, Blackbeard's only gonna have fights that he wants to take and that he's ready for. Like,
Yeah, but in these rankings, we're not accounting
Well-
for that. We're
You're
just
not
saying.
talking
well,
based off
I'm
raw
trying to.
stats.
Hey, with all
'Cause
due
if you do
respect, I'm
matches-
trying to set up the straw poll, and Kev has Blackbeard ranked even higher than I do. So
I do.
I know he was next.
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
get on
bro,
Kev's ass in a
that's-
minute.
oh,
man.
man.
Listen, there's a couple things wrong with Kev's list. I'm still
Yeah,
on the
I'll
Lucci
say-
thing.
I know the
I'm
Lucci,
still-
the Lucci
I'm
thing.
still on the Lucci thing.
Alright,
man.
if I'm being honest, I'm thinking of putting Lucci around where Green Bull is. If I'm being honest, I'm thinking about it.
Yo, Kev, straight up.
The fact that you think Fujitora would lose to Rob Lucci is crazy. Also,
No,
Dak,
I said
hold
they're
up,
like
wait.
equal level. I said they're like equal level.
Yo, Dak. So Fishman being top 2? I've never seen a Fishman actually win underwater, bro, in the series. That's just me.
They would be strong, but
I mean, Shirahoshi won. Other fishmen too. If we're talking in the water.
now Jinbei would be strong in the water. Come
Shanks would take Shirahoshi and
Oh,
Jinbei
yeah.
out simultaneously underwater, low key.
Probably wouldn't even use his sword either.
on. All right,
Oh my
because
God.
like I think with Kaido it's like kind of crazy because with Dragon we don't know much. Like we can't really say too much about it. But with Kaido we just saw it, bro, and that's why I'm saying like we just saw it. We know what he's
Yeah.
capable of.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
man.
disrespectful, bro. It's
He's
And
one
he
of
just
those-
he
he's
just
one of those
tanks hits on purpose because he's so overconfident.
yes, He
Just like
decided,
Luffy. Yep.
yo, bro, he decided not to use Future Sight
Hey,
the whole time,
Goat.
even though he could.
They thank you, Goat, for saying Luffy died by cheap shot and still won. That's what I'm saying. Kaido has anti-plot armor.
Oh, damn, that's crazy.
Anti-plot
Dak's
armor.
entire
That's Kaido's
list is
fault.
just narrative.
Yeah,
Which-
you can't-
It's if these people actually
It's
fought
not
right now in
good.
One Piece, what would happen? Like the narrative
But-
would paint
but
this to happen.
it's
So Luffy just
strange,
never
though.
loses to anybody then, I guess, huh? So why not him?
No,
just
he
be
lost
number one
several
and
times.
not?
He lost several
Yo, but-
times.
But he
needs
always
all
going
that
to
help.
win anyway.
But he
No,
needs
but the
help.
thing is,
But he
Luffy-
needs help.
no,
But he
no,
needs
no,
help.
no,
But he needs help.
Luffy isn't that level yet. He's not that level yet. He could, and
Exactly.
he will be top one, but he's
No,
not
bro.
yet.
And he
'Cause
needs
Shanks
help.
is around
He's
and
needed help to
Blackbeard's
beat all the other people. That's the thing. Like,
There-
I'm not going to rank him above Kaido when
No, I
we
agree
know
with
that
Larry,
he
bro.
needs the other help. You know what I'm saying?
Because we knew even when Luffy loses, like even when he lost to Kaido, we knew for a damn fact that he was gonna win. At the end of the arc, we knew. I agree with his point because it's like you can't do it off of that because
But-
even if
But now that we've seen the fight, we could sit here and say, okay, like Luffy did win, or won in quotes, because we really don't even know where Kaido is. But in order to get to that point, he had a ton of help. So like,
But-
yeah, like
but my point
I
is that-
agree. I could easily just put Luffy at 1 for sure. Like that you could say that because eventually he's gonna win. But that's what I'm saying is up to this point, he's needed
Yeah,
help. So
none
like
of-
his
yeah, none of us
participation in the
put
fight
Luffy
wasn't
at
100%,
my
right?
point is
None of
like,
us put Luffy at 1,
Right.
so the argument is not even valid.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Well, that's just what I'm
My
saying. We
point is-
could like because of the same
No,
argument, but
bro,
I don't
that's
think
not
it's
what
quite
we're
the
doing,
same.
though. You're doing with
Yeah.
just with Blackbeard and Kaido.
No, it's
Exactly.
it's definitely no because so Luffy has already fought Kaido, and you can say he did what, like, I'm just giving a kind of random number, like 75% of the work, right? You could say
but he
like
had to come back
50% of the
alive, he had
damn.
to do all this and
Right,
awaken.
and so right there I can say, okay, in order to defeat Kaido, other people had to come do damage to beat him, and he had to come back several times and all that. So it gives me a frame of reference to say that Kaido, like, again, with the narrative, you could say, like, I could easily put Luffy at 1 with the same argument, sure, but it's not quite the same when we've seen the fight complete already, and we know for sure, okay, Luffy had to get this much help to do it. Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know Blackbeard would win in a fight versus Akainu. Maybe he would need help too, and so then he would move lower. But I just know he would win. You know what I'm saying? It's just the same
So-
thing as Luffy.
I don't think he would win, bro.
It's
Not
so
yet.
crazy. Dak will be like, yo,
I don't
I'm
think
going to
he would.
speculate a character even though they haven't shown much, but I'll look at another character and they'll have the full deck of everything they need in order to be top tier, but I won't put them over the person I'm speculating the most about. Like, what
No,
sense does that make, bro?
Because we've already seen a fight, and we're talking about theoretical fights. Does that make sense so far? Are we good? So
We have-
in the fight we've already seen, we know that Luffy needed help, right? And so yeah, like if this whole stream could just be that Luffy goes to, like, at the number 1 because he's always going to win, which is true. Like, I'll say it now, like if they were to have the fight, like, Luffy's eventually going to win with help, right? So that's just my thing, is I can sit here and for sure 100% say, okay, Luffy needed help to beat Kaido, like, for sure. You know what I'm saying? So it makes the rankings easier. And then so I don't have a fight between Blackbeard and all these people to look at. So I'm just comparing it like, well, I know Luffy won for sure, so I think Blackbeard would win, so I'm just going to put him above. I mean, the rankings are really close, but it's just we're comparing a fight we have seen where I can easily attribute, okay, this percent of damage was done from him, you know, and Luffy did this much, and that's what it took to beat this person, where I'm theoretically thinking about it now, and you know, Blackbeard's obviously Luffy's contemporary. He's had a couple billion berry bounty from the beginning, or like from time skip. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we know he's insanely powerful, and he should have been above Luffy, you know, earlier in the time skip. So I'm just thinking, if Luffy needed help in all this to beat Kaido, and we know that for sure, that it would make sense that Luffy would be below him. And then without knowing for sure that Blackbeard we haven't seen him fight him yet. If I was looking at it in the future, it's just, I know Blackbeard's gonna win. I just don't know how, right? So
But we don't
But-
look. Hold on. We don't do like Sanji against a girl because we know that he can't win. That's why I'm saying that it's not just about a one-on-one. It's about who's
Right.
stronger overall.
yeah,
it's
and that's
not
why
even
I'm
that,
saying
too.
that's why I'm saying Blackbeard would beat a lot of these people because of his plot armor, or
Bro,
whatever you want to call it,
it's
like, or just his
Blackbeard
planning, or whatever it
only-
is.
Yeah,
Bro, but if
he
we
only
use
goes
plot
into
armor,
fights, he knows he
he has
can win.
Thank
Bro,
you.
if
He'll
we're
run away
using
though,
plot
bro. That's
armor-
the thing. Like,
Luffy never loses. Like, truly.
Yeah, but the thing is, we know Luffy isn't the strongest yet. We know this,
Exactly.
because there's so
We know
many.
We can
that
say it
Blackbeard's
for
not
sure.
the
Blackbeard's
strongest
not the
either. Because if we're
strongest.
But
speaking
we don't.
narratively,
No, we don't necessarily. We don't necessarily know he's not the strongest, because he
okay, but
could
then
be, but he's
this is
hiding
where
it
it
from
comes
us.
into play, where you guys are putting speculation over feats. We know, even if we wanted to speculate narratively, who has Luffy fought and who has Blackbeard fought. Like, Blackbeard's currently fighting someone that's lower than Luffy, where Luffy has fought somebody stronger than Blackbeard. So it's like, There's no way you can say one person is actually trying to get his hockey up by adversity, and we don't even know how he's playing out right now. Like, how does that make sense?
I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. Bro, what the fuck?
Like, you can say all the speculation you want, bro, but like at the end of the day, we have to sometimes just be like, this person has feats, this person doesn't. Now let's decide what's going to happen. Instead of being like, yo, this was what happened due to plot. If so, Luffy's number one, bro. He beats everybody on the list.
Yeah. And Sanji loses
right.
every girl. You can't do
Yeah,
that.
I mean, you could, but you're gonna look at it just I mean, that's why we're doing rankings, right? Like we can sit here and say, okay, like, is Blackbeard going to beat the person directly below him or directly below him? Like, and that's kind of what you're saying. Like, we can't compare Sanji to like women or like, you know, these individual situations. But like, whenever you get to the top 5, that's how we're going to start looking at it. Is like, oh, you have this person. Like, how is this person going to beat this person? And that's kind of what I keep trying to say is like, it's not like a Blackbeard versus Kaido thing. It's just Blackbeard is very clearly like one of the endgame villains. He's probably the endgame villain on this list because Emu's not on the list, right? So it's just if they were to actually fight,
when if it ever was to happen, like I just don't think if it happened now that he would win. I think if it was later down the line, I don't know, bro. Like at the end of the final saga, maybe he could beat Kaido, because by then he'll be even more overpowered. But I just think right now,
1000%.
He's not ready, bro. Like, okay, I don't even think Luffy could beat Kaido if they had a rematch right now.
1000%.
That's what I'm saying. So like, and Luffy and Blackbeard are really close.
Hey, real quick, I just want to go through some super chats that I missed earlier. EVK, I saw it was like 40 minutes ago. Sorry I missed this one, man. I'm sorry. I see you're still in here though. Kevin Preach smoking together before the stream. Now I'm sure a lot of you think I joined him too now after this. Narrator, thank you for the $2 super chat. Every list is missing a Yonko clown emoji. That's actually true. That's actually true. But he was in Kev's honorable mention, right? So he was mentioned today, but you're right. That's actually the true number one. Let's see. Matt Cypher, I can give an explanation as to why Gear 4 Luffy got knocked by Thunder Bagua at that point. Luffy saw his friends die and wasn't capable of using Future Sight. And I think his other hockey probably wasn't also on max. I can kind of buy that, especially the observation hockey part, but I still feel like, you know, he's in Gear 4, so it's like he shouldn't have.
An observation during that moment.
Yeah.
He got hit by.
Narrator.
Different character.
What?
So is the votes on now?
It is, yeah. It's I sent it in. Oh, I probably should send it over in Twitch too. I didn't want to pull it up because it's gonna give feedback for a second. But
in Twitch you can drop it as a comment, I think.
Listen, I think this is what's really wrong with the One Piece community, and like it affects everybody across the board, even myself. We tend to believe that because we think end game characters are going to be what their end game strengths
exactly
are
they're not that yet.
We end up confusing ourselves by saying that this is where they are right now.
But I don't think it's confusing because
putting Dragon that high.
Because here, Larry, if we see it 2 years from now, but it's only like 2 weeks in the manga, right? Because like time moves super slow in the manga. If we have these rankings right now, and only like in the next year or two, only like a week or two advance in the manga, and then we see Blackbeard do stuff that you guys are like, oh, all right, yeah, like he could be Kaido. Like like he still has the powers now, and I get what you're kind of saying is like, we have to take more concrete things, but if not any time passes, like I think there's enough set up to make some of these claims now, because not that much time is going to pass. Like everyone now is near their strength.
It starts to get contradictive for the actual mangaka, right? Because it's either you give us an explanation as to how this person acquired the strength, or they have trained themselves the same way that Luffy trained for 2 weeks in Onigashima to build up Rio. This is why he was stronger 2 weeks beforehand than he was right then versus Kaido. And this is where the issue for Oda comes into play, where Oda is not technically a mangaka that writes about fighting shonen. He's a mangaka that writes about the story. So whatever the story needs, he's going to progress whatever characters to that point. And this is why I'm trying to say that as people who are digesting this information, sometimes Oda is very great at letting us interpret the story and guess what is actually happening, because it makes it interesting. But there are times where that does fall apart, and that does come into play with somebody like Rob Lucci, where he tells us 1 second adversity is supposed to make hockey bloom, and the more adversity you face, the stronger you're going to get. But we know Rob Lucci has never fought somebody on the competition of Luffy in Gear 5. So What does that do to us? That makes us say, well, Lucci has always been at this strength, or Lucci is now at Admiral level. That's not fair. That's not fair to you. That's not fair to me or anybody else. So when we look at these characters, I know Blackbeard and Dragon are going to be top 5 in the series. For sure. I know it. But as of right now, it would be so disingenuous of me to be like, yes, they are right now, when I know for a fact they're not.
But if they did fight now,
I
Blackbeard
agree
would
with
win.
you on that, Larry. Yeah.
I would have to see
Bro,
what
even
Blackbeard
if
has
they
done.
fought right now, I don't think he would win.
It's
That's
just,
what I'm
it's
saying.
I mean,
That's it.
you can call it plot armor, but like I said, like I just don't think that much time is gonna move, and Blackbeard right now is set up to be the end game guy. You know what I mean?
Well, Dak, he could like full blown get a third devil fruit.
He might already have one. That's what helped him scar Shanks.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But
But we
that-
don't
that's
know
another
that
thing.
We
in
don't know.
any
We
way.
don't know.
But we do know,
Exactly.
but we do know that he was able to scar Shanks, and Shanks was taking it seriously, which is immediately like,
That's your
okay.
only valid thing to float on
And it
for
was
number
12 plus
3
years
though.
ago.
No, I've
Oh, he
said
has
several
two devil
things.
fruits as well. And
Well-
they're like the Hawks is devil.
Well,
the-
and
okay,
again,
if you want-
if it being
Oh.
number 3 is a problem, Kev has him at number 2. I just want to
I
keep.
do.
Okay, getting his too, bro.
All right, I'm
Well,
not
everyone just
critiquing
keeps saying I have it at 3, and I'm like, guys, if that's a
I
bad
know,
take,
no,
it's not even the
just-
worst
it's
take
just 'cause
here
you
by
went first,
default.
bro. That's-
Like I'm
I'm
not
not-
I'm
just
not
'cause you
gonna
went
lie. I feel like I have the sanest top 5.
Nah, I think I got the best top 5, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, Preach, you done, bro.
You
After
have
this
Dragon at
Hiroshi and
3,
Zunisha, dog.
bro.
No, but look. The only argument, okay, if you want to say Blackbeard beats him, the only thing I could say, if I'm playing like the other side, right? The only thing I'll say is we don't even know how strong the darkness fruit is. Like we really don't know. That could be Gear 5 level broken, bro.
Yeah,
we don't
that's,
know.
That's what I
So,
think.
yeah.
I think
we
just
don't
that,
know.
but the fact that
Go
he
into
set
your
up as an
argument.
end game villain, you know what I mean? Like I said, there's not that much time left. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, for me, it's tough. It's just, to me, it's like clear that soon it's gonna end, and like, so a lot of these people are like, again, and to Seb's point, he could get another devil fruit, right? So like, there's a lot more that could happen. I would say he is gonna get one within his crew. Like, I don't know if he's, you know what I mean? Like, maybe he already has one or whatever, but there's gonna be more going on with his crew for sure. So, so like, it, you know, things could change, and then I could sit here and say, okay, at that point he wasn't, but then he got stronger. But since we're so close to the end, I guess that's an important caveat. Is just, you know, it feels like we are very close. Everyone's pretty close to their end game state, I guess, is my point.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
I like
Oh.
Dyer's list too. His top 5, 6. What do y'all think
Yeah.
about Kuzan? Like, what do y'all think about how strong he is?
Kuzan's up there. Like he can't. I don't think he can take Blackbeard because he woulda if he coulda. But he's way up there. Like my man, he awakened Aokiji. Sorry, not Aokiji, Akainu. He put Akainu in that situation where he had to awaken. So
Yeah.
he can't. He's no scrub. That's for sure.
Also, real quick, everyone, I did pin a comment with a straw poll link to go vote. I like kind of mentioned it earlier, but wasn't super clear. So we have like a good amount of votes, but if like another wave wants to go in, because I don't want to like spoil anything, but it's like really
Well,
really close right now. So
Doc's not winning yet. So.
Bro, it's close.
Oh
It's
shit!
really
You,
close.
it's
I'm-
close
I'm-
now.
I'm-
It's
I'm shocked.
It's
I'm
a
shocked.
four-headed race right now.
it's a 4-way tie right now. So
Yeah.
that's just what, like, I got the lurkers on my side, guys.
Yeah, you do. You do.
See, that Blackbeard's a lurker. That's why.
Like if I come in second on your channel, I'm still happy.
Well, chat most of the time doesn't know what they're talking about. So
Whoa, no, my chat. Hey,
That's not how you get
chat.
votes,
Don't listen to
Larry.
Larry. Chat. You guys are
Chat,
geniuses.
you-
You guys are
guys are
sexy.
not-
listen, I don't need to suck up to them for their vote, bro.
No.
I already
Tell them
got
how
it.
is.
All right, wait.
Larry,
Who's in last? Who's in last?
Larry,
Oh, no.
Larry, half of you, like a good part of your community, helped me forge this list.
That's
Like-
true. That's true.
And listen,
Nah,
and I
you
tell
on
them all the
our
time.
Discord
I
getting
tell them too.
advice on your list,
Of course.
and Rob still made it.
Yo, what? Like Ragnar's in your Discord. How the hell do you think Jinbei got this high?
Yo,
Oh my god.
He was not. He was not
Oh
gonna
my
let me go
God.
to bed if I didn't put him any higher. Like, forget it.
listen, bro. The fact that Shiryu made the list on Sebastian's list, bro. Just vote
think-
Sebastian
I think
down.
he
Whoa,
made
what's
it
your
on
problem with
Everybody
Shiryu,
was
Larry?
there.
Whoa, what's the
Everyone was
Shiryu you hate?
Yeah,
Whoa.
I think he made
Was
mine
he
too.
was he not on
Wait,
everyone's list?
wait,
Oh,
wait,
yeah,
wait.
yeah. I had him at,
Phenom,
28.
you're right. I'm not blaming you guys. These are all my decisions. I was very stiff on many of them, but y'all helped me think about good names. I'm giving you the props.
Real quick,
you guys have good people. Come on.
oh, a TOPT has
Love
an
your
amazing,
love
amazing
your
community.
Don't
big,
shit on them.
Big shout out to TOP. I don't know how Larry and Seb got such an awesome community. But no, I'm just playing.
community is
Great.
awesome, but they shit on me every day, bro. And I
Hey,
take
keep
it.
going.
And you deserve
Keep
it.
going.
And you
I
deserve
take
it. You deserve it.
Real quick.
Don't ever forget that.
Real quick, I just want to go through the super chats real quick, and then I'll just end the poll, and then that'll be it. We are past the 3 hours, so I'm just trying to keep it kind of close. But
no, Ragnar was wilding out. Phenom is right. Ragnar last night was like, no, you take Zoro off that list. You put Jinbei top 4, and we were like, no, okay, bro. At 17, I think he's a point of contention enough already.
I do feel bad I didn't put Jinbei in my list at all, kind of.
You didn't put
He's not
Jinbei in
Blackbeard's
top 30.
No, he's definitely like 31. I guess 32.
Oh,
I messed up
bro,
Rainbow too,
Jinbei's
but
better than Queen. Come on.
that's tough.
Come on.
That's tough.
Come on,
He is
guy.
better, yeah.
That's
I think
tough.
so
I
too.
got.
Because
I got one for
Sanji, like,
Well,
what, so
I'll put Jinbei
would you say that Jinbei, and I'm not even saying you'd be wrong, but I guess, so you're definitely saying that Jinbei is stronger than pre-raid Sanji?
No, he's just stronger than post
Because Sanji lost to Queen before the enhancements, which is...
Yeah, I put
Jinbei
dude.
beats Sanji. Right now.
Jinbei is 3
Right now?
positions above Sanji in my
Okay.
list, so there's my
Interesting.
opinion.
Right
Okay,
now,
let me go.
Sanji over
Let me
Jinbei.
get through these
Sanji's
super
stronger
chats
than
real
Jinbei,
quick.
come on.
Just let me get through these super chats real quick. I'm a little bit behind. Narrator yet again. Thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate all your super
Narrator
chats
been
today,
given, man.
Oh, hey,
The
he's
MVP.
my #1 all time. I don't have it on this setup, but on some of my setups it shows the #1 all time, and it's still Narrator. Anyways, in almost every big fight, Luffy begins weaker than his opponent and grows stronger during the fight. If Luffy fought Kaido today, Luffy wins. I think that I guess it would depend on the situation with Kaido. Like, if he was in full shape again, like 100% like we saw him, that'd be close. I do agree though. Like Luffy, I think that happens a lot of times too. Like, maybe we could sit here, and the same goes for Blackbeard. We could say he's weaker like right now, but if they actually fought, he would get stronger throughout. Like, Blackbeard maybe not is the exact same, but he's like a mirror of Luffy, so I could kind of see it. Blumfgod, thank you again for the super chat, bro. Don't forget Kaido was fighting holding Onigashima. It's definitely true, and like Yamato even mentioned how like the rocks are starting to fall quicker, so he's getting tired. But then the flames got put out because of Raizo's water instead of just getting knocked out normally, which was kind of weird, but it is true. And then Matt Cypher, thank you for the 10 bits. Or wait, no, I read that one earlier, but I'll just reread it again. The Sanji versus Katakuri one, how Sanji could beat Katakuri at the future site. Maybe you just weren't here, Matt Cypher, but I probably agree with you. I think Sanji's just too fast. And then EVK, thank you for the $2 super chat. Dak ain't slick. We know he's Kevin Preach's plug. That's 100% true. That's 100% true. I'll make my delivery after the stream, Kevin Preach.
Yeah, man, I've been itching.
Yeah, Dyer, I'll come up to you too. It's a little drive for me, but
you got to go across the border, but I'll figure it out.
yeah, I'll go get my passport. And then Matt Cypher, thank you again for the 10 bits. Sun Pirates versus Heart Crew underwater. Who wins? I'm taking the Sun Pirates because Shachi and Penguin. I mean, I guess Beppo could also go in the water. Sulong, Polar Bear underwater. Like, hey, all right. I guess
figure it out.
that's the X factor. Is Beppo to me.
I mean,
All right, so I'm gonna close the poll, and I promise I'm not closing it, or I don't even know how to close it, so we're just gonna show it. I don't care. I gotta get a window capture back up. Sorry, guys, I'm a.
well, if right now is the winner, we have a TOPT winning by 1 vote.
Hey!
On my
Shady out,
yeah.
I'm
TOP,
ashamed, bro.
yep,
Let's
TOPT.
go!
TOPT winning by
Let's
1
go!
vote over Zach
Let's
and
go!
Kev at 8, me at 7.
Hey!
Hey, all I'm
Take-
saying
Take
is
your votes away, bro.
all I'm saying is Kev and I having 8 votes each, like coming in second tied, shows that there's a large Blackbeard supporter group
Blackbeard
out there.
agenda. The Blackbeard agenda.
Hey, all
seven.
Blackbeard
Who's top
supporters
five for me?
like the stream. I had your back
And-
today. I had it.
And the Luffy for me. I feel like, did anyone have Luffy in top 5 except me?
I had Luffy in top 5.
I had him
I
at
had him at
6.
4. I had him at 4.
I had him at 6.
Okay,
I had Blackbeard and Luffy.
Me and you, Kev, from 1 to 15, me and you are super similar.
Yeah. Except Rob Luffy. I feel like
Yeah, you're just nuts on that one.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like Shirahoshi fucked with you, Preach.
That was funny. That was funny.
That
Come
was
on, that's
Nisha.
a troll, bro. Y'all can't
just-
take that for real.
I feel like, oh, Dyer got another vote. It's tied.
That's funny.
Oh shit!
Hey, well, I
Hey,
did
free
call it
that.
earlier, but that's cool. That's cool. I like Dyer's list.
Hey,
Thank you,
Well,
chat.
well, hey, everyone in
Coming
chat
in
and the people
clutch.
here, guys, thank you so much for an awesome stream. These were some
Wait.
awesome. What?
I was gonna say do a poll on YouTube for me versus Dyer. I want to see who they got.
Oh, you want it? You want a 1v1?
That'd be
I
fun.
want a 1v1 me and
Okay.
Dyer.
All right, we only.
I'm about to get smoked.
I know. Hold on, I gotta go back.
Oh man.
I feel like Dyer's gonna win. No, I don't wanna. I don't wanna influence.
Don't
Yeah.
don't Pelosi the thing in the stocks.
It's alright.
Oh, why don't you
I
just do it
meant-
on
I
YouTube?
meant it on YouTube, Dak.
Oh, I don't.
Straight up on
I
YouTube.
it's.
You could do a YouTube poll.
Oh man, that's a little. I don't know. I've never.
Yeah, you could do it.
Just go to your stream and the
You,
YouTube.
you're playing against
It's-
yourself. I
have
made this shit with your community.
FYI,
man.
everyone, I have one monitor and like 15 different things showing. That's kind of the issue. Finding the.
We're
Much
sorry,
love,
CD.
CD.
We still respect your agenda.
Yeah,
Buggy,
Buggy.
skip end of series. End of series. Buggy will be in the top 30. I'm pretty sure.
Definitely. Top 5, bro.
Oh, even like that's a
Top
fair.
five.
Like, dude, CD's gonna go contribute to you if you keep talking that way.
Awaken Buggy? It's gonna be crazy.
Well, hey, okay, so TOPT is the official winner of
Hey.
the inaugural
I'm happy with that.
with the inaugural top 30
Yo,
list
did
here on
you-
the
did you
Daxake
stop
channel.
You stopped the stream, Dak.
It's good now. It
It's
should
back,
be.
it's back.
It should be. It's because that's why whenever you guys tell me to go to a new tab and do something, I'm like, guys, something's gonna go wrong because I have like
God.
100 tabs up on one monitor.
Yo,
So
Larry,
I try not to do
just,
anything.
I just want to say I won us this, man. If I'd have went with your list, we wouldn't have won.
Yeah, people don't like reality, and this is why they
Dak.
believe in you.
Dak, I told you I was coming for the title. This
Hey,
so mad. I mean my revenge, and I
Hey.
got it.
hey,
I'm on the podium as the super rookie of the stream. I'm happy.
there you go. Well, as I was saying, I do need to end the stream now. So, everyone, thank you for coming to the very first inaugural Daxake top 30 strongest. Congrats to TOPT. I guess Seb in particular for putting together the list.
Yeah, give him a
If
shout
Larry had influenced it, they may not have won. So no, they would have won with more votes, right? But anyways, if everyone, all the contestants, I guess here, all the other awesome creators, if you guys want to go ahead and kind of plug yourselves and just let people know where to find you. Preach, you can go ahead and go first.
Hey, you can find me at Marshall D Preach on YouTube and Twitter. I make One Piece videos and I make theories, analysis, just discussions, whatever, all about One Piece basically. But yeah, you go find me over there. And thanks for having me, man. It's been a fun stream for sure.
Hey, appreciate you coming in. And for everyone who didn't know, I used to edit for Preach like for a few months not too long ago, and that's kind of like what helped me get my start into One Piece. So yeah, thank you. And then TOPT, Larry and Seb, if you guys want to give a little shout out to TOPT.
You're gonna go first, Seb.
All right, yeah, I just want to say this. Shout out to the top boys. Twins couldn't make the stream. I did call them for a little bit of reference. I should put. So, shout out to the twins.
Yo, having the twins in here would have been mad. It would have been an hour longer easily.
They'd have been
Next
arguing
time.
harder than Larry. Trust me. But yeah, I just want to say, go live Mondays at 10 p.m. On YouTube at that One Piece Talk, and our Discord is awesome, just like Dax. If you guys are familiar with, dope in there.
I can vouch for the One Piece Talk Discord.
Yeah,
Best place ever.
Yep.
We chat it up, and sometimes we go into the wee hours of the night. So, but you can also find me at Signature Seb. I'm gonna be putting out a lot more videos, and forward to that. And I'll pass it to my running man, Larry.
Listen, man, I'm that boy. So y'all could come to top, and y'all gonna enjoy the One Piece podcast. I do have my own channel at AO Larry. I put out my very first theory, and it did really well. It was the Joy Boy Graveyard theory, and then I came out with another one called the Birkins created the ancient weapon Uranus, and that one was a banger too. Come through. Thank you, Dak for inviting us. Thank you for connecting us with Kev and Dyer. Dyer, we talk all the time.
You know. Me.
And Preach, big fans of all of you. You already know that. Much love to all you guys. And when 2023 comes around, grind your brains out because I just want to see you guys succeed.
Yep, same to you, Larry, especially on that new channel, man. Joy Boy Graveyard Theory is blowing up, so everyone definitely go check that out. And thank you guys for coming. And thank you for inviting me on your stream before, TOPT. I appreciate you guys. Kev, you want to go next?
Yeah. I'm starting to get a sore throat from talking so much. It happened earlier today, and now we're back at the sore throat. That's why I had to keep getting water at the end of the stream. I was like, oh, God. Yeah, so sorry my voice sounds like garbage right now. But, I had an absolutely pleasant time. I've never done any of these power scaling things before. Clearly, it kind of shows. But somehow I did decent, Somehow I wasn't last. That was my main expectation. So just want to say thanks for having me on, and finally nice to, I've chatted with Dyer before, and I've been in that One Piece Talk server before, but nice to like chat on it for real. And Preach, we've talked before as well. So just nice to have a nice community, video type of thing. It's a lot of fun.
And thank you for coming.
But
and keep going. Keep going.
I actually want to watch my channel. I didn't even. Yeah.
There you go. Most important part.
Yeah, I know. Kev DOG. Check it out. Fun time.
Yeah, Kev's got some really good content. I just shouted out one of his Joy Boy videos, I guess. Just go check it out. It's a good video. You'll know what I'm talking about if you go to the channel. And then Dyer.
Well, I'm Dyer Regulus. I'm known as the guy that thinks that Emu is a snail on YouTube. The guy that thinks that Frankie's mom is a boat on TikTok. So follow me at both places. You'll have fun. And yeah, aside that, man, this was great. It was straight up a dream team for this type of content. Great stream.
Hey,
thanks for inviting me.
Thank you so much. It was only great because of the awesome creators, and I'm not even trying to be cheesy. I guess for the 33 people still here, I should have said this earlier, and I may have slightly mentioned it, but I'm going to start doing group collabs every break week. So you will probably see these people again in some capacity, but I'm kind of trying to put together good groups of like, just different sizes of creators, people who have different levels of experience in the topic, all that kind of thing. Just get interesting, ideas in there, which I think this one definitely counted. And despite some of the, hot debates that we had, I think, like I said, this is not going to be the last time you see these people on the channel, as long as they're willing, of course. So this was a great discussion, guys.
We are.
Awesome. This was great. No, this is a great group of guys. I talked to all these people, outside of doing YouTube. I mean, slightly, I guess, outside of YouTube stuff. I play Apex with Larry. I talk to Dyer all the time. Talk to Kev all the time. Talk to Seb about the Knicks. The Knicks, man. If anyone's in the NBA, we ain't got to talk about the Knicks right now.
If you want to get some NBA talk, you can hit me up on that, too.
We got to talk, Dyer.
I just have no affinity aside Toronto as a Canadian.
Oh my God.
I got an issue with the Raptors, man. They be fouling. They be fouling.
They be fouling hard. I agree with that.
I'm a Cavs fan, and that's just like it's like our kryptonite. Just get slapped around. But anyways, enough NBA talk. That's for my next channel, sometime in 2023. But
basketball, bro.
I'll be there for that if you want that.
Oh, I really want to do basketball content. But anyways, everyone. So this is the end of the stream. Like I said, this will not be the last time you see a collab or these people on here, but thank you guys again for an awesome stream. This was a lot of fun, and even if we all didn't agree, that's the kind of the beauty of it. One Piece is an amazing story, so. All right, everyone. Hope you guys have a great night. Thank you again, and catch you next time.